it was not just impeding traffic, but also impeding the officers in the commission of their duties. For instance, you know this as well as I do. Anytime we're driving our vehicle down the roadway, if we're in our vehicle, we are, if as long as we're clocked in on duty, we are in the commission of our official duties. Is that correct?
It can be described that way. Yeah, but hold on. But do you know what they were doing in the area?
Operation Metro Surge.
Okay, so the agents in that area at that time, they were en route to, were they serving paperwork or what were they doing?
They were in the middle of an active operation. Um, so I would say the premise for my argument is that they were in the middle of an active investigation or an operation. So just
By by they, do you mean the officers that engaged and ultimately took the life of Renee Good?
I would say yes.
Where is that in a report somewhere?
I don't have that report.
But is it in a report somewhere?
I don't know the top of my head.
So then where are you getting that from?
Um, I've researched it in the past. I don't have the report here with me. I do remember seeing something similar to that.
All right, Doug, I don't think you, Doug, give him a pause. I don't think you know what I'm doing here right now, but
Well, teach me, bro. I don't.
you can't tell me that you haven't seen it, but that you have seen it in the past, but that you also don't have it, but you haven't seen
Okay, I have seen it, but I
it.
don't have the evidence to provide it right
Right. So
now.
I'm asking. So the question I'm asking would be like, because like I know that if I'm debating you, I'm really good about like in real time. If you say something, I will find it on that ass. That's what I did to fucking what's his nuts earlier with that lame ass study. Now let me not do that. I'm sorry. That's what I did to the homeboy earlier with that study. So if I asked you, where did you find that? Is it in a report? If so, is it through the congressional database? Can I find it on DHS? Like where? Like what are we reading? That we're looking at that information inside of.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, I don't have that with me, but I remember seeing it it was like on a website. It might have been a news source, something like that. I don't. Like I said.
Mm, okay. Okay.
Yeah. I have a couple more questions for you, if that's okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Can you explain to everybody on the panel in a nutshell what Graham versus Connor, what it is, how it works, and why it was created?
This would be the fleeing felon rule, correct?
Sorry, no, no. Graham versus Connor is the use of deadly force. The fleeing felons Tennessee versus Garner in it.
Sure, it can be.
So I'm talking in reference to the officer using Graham versus Connor.
I'm
Do
just
you have?
fucking with you. No, Doug, I'm just making you explain it. Yeah, no, yeah, that is
I'm
correct.
like, what the fuck,
I'm
dude?
just fucking with you. No, go ahead. No, go. Rest your point. Go ahead.
I was just asking if you could explain it, and if you are a little more versed in that case law, Graham
No,
versus
I agree
Connor.
with you. I agree with your explanation.
Okay. Well, I guess you don't have to explain it then. Um, yeah. So I mean, that's really all the questions that I have. Do you believe that? Oh, I'll give one more question. Do you believe that what happened with Renee Good, based on your expertise and experience, right, was legally justified?
I think I see a case for both sides, but there's critical questions I need answers for, and I just don't know if I have those answers. Like, that's why I was asking um, the questions about, because you can be part of an operation and you could even be occupying a vehicle that could be an ICE vehicle, but you're not doing anything. You could be returning back to the hotel. You could be like, so somebody impeding the path if you're not conducting an actual official, like in official capacities. I'm unsure if that would then lead to your ability as ICE, because of their particular like civil engagement authority, to then begin to operate as normal law enforcement. Now, if they were in the process of doing something in the area and they were actually on duty at the time, then there's probably more leeway for law enforcement, and this is going to really cut down to how the like a judge or a jury would see that. But those are the questions I had. That's why I was kind of at, because I was like, I don't know what they were doing in the area either, to be honest with you. That's why I was asking.
So if they were clocked in, though, if these officers were on duty in their
Hmm.
official capacity, and Miss Renee Good was indeed impeding the roadway under 18 USC 111, or it would still fall under that. She's impeding the road, so she's interfering with the commission of their official duties.
Hmm.
Would that then be reasonable suspicion or probable cause for them to make contact with Miss Renee Good?
There is, but here I want to hone in on the use of force. So, as law enforcement, we have a multitude of technology available to us, right?
Correct.
Okay. So, we officers are trained allegedly to make split-second decisions, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that an officer who is engaged in, let's say, a fist fight, do you think that officer has enough know-withal to know whether or not they've been critically wounded during the fist fight?
Hmm. I would say I would say no, based off of adrenaline.
Okay. So do you think that the officer do you believe that the officer, based on the vehicle's angle at striking him,
Hmm.
which would have been on the, I would say, the most outer end of the driver's side quarter panel, do you believe that he was actually being ran over in the legal sense of ran over?
I think that I think that the officer relied on his training. You know, we fight like we train. You know this, officer. So I think that the officer saw the vehicle coming in his direction, and I think OODA loop came into play. Right. I think that he saw the vehicle coming in the forward motion. At which point he relied on his training, pulled his firearm, and fired at the threat to eliminate it.
Okay. I think the
Well,
thing that I'm curious about are some of the officer's decisions. So I have brought this up before. But if you know that there is a non-compliant subject in the vehicle is technically a motor vehicle in transport because it's on with a driver, it's on and operational with somebody that's able to operate at its normal capacity. You know that officers are not gaining compliance from this driver. I have questions as to what made the officer decide he's going to traverse the front of the vehicle not once but twice,
hmm
and then what then has the officer in his either his like his training or whatever those thoughts are that would lead him to then believe that standing in front of the vehicle while recording would also be a tactically sound or a safe position for him, knowing that there's also another non-compliant subject who's on his right hand side that was just heckling him as well. So it seems like he is in a compromised position. He put himself in the compromised position, and whether Miss Good or not accelerates or not, I would argue that the injuries he sustained and the ability of him to move out of the path of the vehicle, especially shots 2 and 3, but I think shot 1 also being questionable. I'm not sure if that's a good use of force. I think we would need to know what the officer's thoughts are. We would need to see a breakdown of those angles. Based on the angles I've seen, I'm actually not sure if it's a good use of force or not, because it looks like he's all but cleared the vehicle by the time the first round goes off, which is why he's at a peculiar angle, bent over the windshield, and it strikes at an angle on the windshield. The other two shots are directly through the side window of the vehicle to the face, and I would argue that at that point, and actually we do know though that through her autopsy that the first shot was in her breast on the left hand side, so he actually shoots her in the breast, which you can't put those that size round through like I would argue through like the windshield of a vehicle. They're not going to penetrate well. They could, but again, I would need to see more in a courtroom. Is what I'm saying. I don't know if I have all the
but
information.
officer, real talk. He's not thinking about if the bullet is going to penetrate the windshield. He's not thinking of that. All he's thinking about, you know this, is that he's trying to eliminate the threat. He's relying on his training and using his service weapon to try to do that as the last means of protection for him. also, I would say that this individual was his, like you said earlier, his partner was giving orders to Miss Renee Good to get out of the vehicle, two or three different orders. At which point we're trained to assist our partners, right? If I was at that door and you heard me giving orders, right? And you didn't think that there was an active threat, or you felt like, this is the, the 99% of the United States that wants to comply with officers' orders. Right? You learned at the academy, just like me. So he's not thinking that there's any bad will or bad intent here. He goes over to try to assist his partner in removing Miss Renee Good from the vehicle because she was already not complying with the first officer's orders in the first place. Would
I
you?
would say I would say he seems unconcerned in assisting in removing her. One officer's already engaging her in commands. I didn't think there's any conversation about going hands on to physically remove her or extract her from the vehicle. He's more so, it looks like, just recording the encounter and having some type of frivolous engagement with her wife. Um, Again, I think this would boil down in the courtroom to, based on his thoughts, which we don't know what those are. Um, like, do we believe that he placed himself in an overly compromising position, even though he may have had goodwill, which the road to hell can be paved with it? If he did something that would violate their training or that would violate like officer safety of other reasonable officers or a reasonable person believing X, then I don't know if he would defeat the I don't know if he would defeat a use of force claim.
Okay.
But real quick, Mikey, and I think other people, you guys got comments? Ayatollah's up here.
Yeah, I
Oh
have a
yeah.
question though.
Can I just say my thing just real quick before I drop, bro? It's just real quick. Ducky, the only reason I didn't vote for you was just because I felt that your rhetoric wasn't as good. I felt like you were really second guessing yourself and didn't speak with as much resolve.
Uh-huh.
Araraka, I think that you have the benefit in the argument if you make the legal angle where you're gonna have more physical pieces of evidence, case law, things like that. You'll be
Yeah.
able to pull up. I think that gives you an upper hand. Araraka had the handicap in the debate, right? Because of the fact that he was arguing more based on some kind of a presumed ought statement against maybe even what you would view as case law. I just think that
Mhm.
he argued it a little bit better, be a little bit more confident in your position and articulate yourself better, and you would have my vote.
I appreciate your feedback, brother. What do you when you say resolve? What do you mean by that? So I know next time.
You're just confidence, man. You gotta if this is what you believe, make sure that you're just locked in, you're articulating your point clearly, and you're standing on your resolve, right? You are not wavering, you're not, hesitant about certain things, like really go into the topic because that's where convincibility is gonna come in.
Right.
People are
There was
gonna
a
gravitate
lot of
more towards
stuttering. There was a lot
yeah,
of,
yeah. People are
you
yeah,
know,
people are going to gravitate more towards what you're saying if you say it with volition. So just make sure that you stand on business if you feel you feel the way that you feel with what you're debating.
For sure. Thank you for your feedback, brother.
100%, man.
Basically, sell it better is what they're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, like, yeah,
there's
you're
definitely
debating.
a
Yeah,
confidence to debating that I don't think a lot of people recognize. Sales is a great background to be in if you're in debating because Mikey's exactly right. Selling your argument is half of the thing. And if you sound very uh, not confident in your view, people will pick up on that. And Aruwaka did sound far more confident in his argument than Ducky. That's just my feedback.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I think Araka did a good job. I think Araka is obviously a very. He's way better at debating. Obviously, that's why he's where he is on that list. And this is kind of new to me, but I was impressed with the way he was
I think
delivering
you did a
things.
good job, Ducky.
I think you did a
Honestly,
really good job.
the fact that you
Ducky won.
actually
What are
were
y'all talking
willing
about?
to wait, the fact that you were actually willing to run that fade, I think, yeah, no notes. But you do need to drop a tier for me. But I think that you held your own. I think that this time you presented a much better argument than you did the first time. Um, I do, however, think that there were certain points in which he was interrogating your points and you were kind of like just pivoting and shifting back to something you'd said previously or moving around again. And I think you could have had him. Actually, I think if I could, I'd actually change my vote. I voted for Arwaka. If I'm being honest, I'm voting for you because I think Arwaka should have had that layup in 2 minutes, if I'm being honest, because it is a layup.
Okay, can we comment on the judging criteria and just how many people voted in the poll total?
No, I think I'm changing my vote to Ducky, so I don't think
Okay.
that changes much. But I think
No. Yeah, I'm not talking about the
So
results of this debate. I'm talking about in general, the standard we're going to use for evaluating these debates. How many people total voted? Do we know?
Well,
I
this was
have
one
it,
that we
but
were
So
gonna.
in the future, the way that we're going to be doing this is we're going to have a panel of judges, and we're going to have multiple judges that could participate in this. In the debate is going to be potentially 3 people anonymous that are outside perspectives. You don't know that they're judges. They're going to put their votes in, and then we will reveal based off of those judges' votes on who won. So it could be a 2-1,
And how?
3-0, you name it, right?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I was
and
saying,
how?
and
Sorry, go
when
ahead, Ross.
stuff when stuff like this, I didn't do it this time 'cause I know Ducky says that he's newer, so I just wanted them to kind of just get it out. I wanted to see how my format worked out. But the way I typically do it is by score, and I use score by essentially by finding the logical inconsistencies, the inability to answer questions or present evidence. Like there's lots of ways you can find
Okay, but
scores
who's
and
going to be the
points, but
arbiter of those things? Is what I'm asking.
well, me, because no, I was kidding, I do that.
Well, that's the
I
question.
think if
But
so if we yeah,
go.
so 2 things. If we do it based off of a point system, which I've looked into and I'm not opposed to, I would still want there to be judges and people who would be able to critically think and give their own perspectives on, how
Got
they're
it.
scoring those points. You know what I'm saying?
So
But we
that should
just
be
haven't ironed
established.
all of that out.
Okay, so in my opinion, that should be established out way before the debate starts, obviously, so that the actual debaters can frame their arguments to lean into those things that are going to be used as judging criteria. And then the overall point I'm trying to make is, I mean, I don't know how many people voted in that poll. I didn't even know where the poll was, but let's say 15 people voted in the poll and we had 50 viewers. My question would be, how many of those people that voted in that poll actually changed their mind based on the debate? Because I bet you it's just one, and the only one I can think of just happened with Strawberry.
Okay,
I
so
would bet that
wherever Memphis
99%.
is on this poll, he needs to move up just a smidge bit because that was the exact way that I said that we should be doing it before. The problem is though, Memphis, once people catch on, unfortunately, they're going to be able to rig that system and vote in the
Correct.
opposition of what they were before.
That's
So
that's what I'm trying to avoid.
yeah, so that's why I think the judges is the best way for us to be able to do this. To be honest with you, like
Yeah,
that's
I
the
agree.
only way to
If
get
there's
around the. Oh, go ahead.
can I
Yeah,
see A tier, please,
if there's
T-Bone?
anonymity and impartiality, the latter is going to be the biggest struggle for this platform, in my opinion. Um,
Really quick. I don't mean to talk too much shit,
Well,
but Ligma's got 1 or 2 more times with a performance like that we got
Wait,
earlier, and he's
I
gonna drop
got
down to
D-ranked
0.
to A? That's
w-
hilarious. Okay, anyways, where's Moon
I'm
Boots
still
on this?
voting for the bottom to get
Okay,
straight into.
so
But anyway,
was Moon Boots? Moon Boots is A somewhere, I think. Hold on, let me
That's what I
see.
thought
Lil
too, but I
Moon
don't see
Boots
him
is
on
right
there.
here.
T-Bone, you
Oh,
missed
okay.
it. You should really look at it again later. But
what
my
is the
our
What
our
scale?
the
Who?
debate?
our boy Ligma has like 1 more time for what happened earlier. He's not to lose.
Oh, did Ligma do
Can I ask
another
what?
debate?
Ligma tried to do a whole lot of things.
Hey, what is the scale? Is
Yeah,
it A?
it
Is it A
wasn't
to
the
D?
S
after
tier.
I'll
Well,
say this,
technically S plus, but
if
S
this
tier
didn't
to F
lock me
tier.
into S tier, if this didn't lock me into S tier, I don't know what will, but you can still put me at the bottom and I'll
whoa,
make my
whoa,
way
whoa,
up.
whoa, whoa. There's a tier below F.
S-
Don't quit fronting, man. Keep no.
And then how are you
No, no,
guys going to
I don't think.
No,
handle?
I
no,
don't.
no,
No,
How are you guys going to
whatever.
handle scenarios where bets are placed and not honored?
Now, I don't think
I
that
just
people
want to
should
say that
I
we
actually
never
bet.
placed a
Heartbreaking.
bid.
I listen
Never
real quick.
trusted
I
that.
don't think that people should be betting on this app. To be honest with you, I'm gonna just say this: if
Well,
a
no,
debate takes place in a 1v1 setting, and you want to
oh
do your
shit.
own shit on the back end, have at it. Cause like I'm not
Have
finna
at me. I'll
run
run
this whole
laps.
shit like a motherfucking underground. As a matter of fact, I don't think there should be cash apps involved. There should be no drop system. None of that.
no.
It
It
should
doesn't.
just be the straight
It doesn't.
debates.
It doesn't need to. The reason why I say that is because there's a lot of times when people make a claim and then I'll say, "Hey, no, I think what you just said is false," and they'll say, "No, it's 100% true." And I say, "Okay, if you can substantiate it, I'll do X. I'll shave an eyebrow. I'll leave the panel for a month. I'll delete the app, something along those
This
lines.
is
Because
funny.
otherwise, you just basically have people throwing out any kind of claim they want to and hoping something sticks, and it already gets glossed over, and like it just
Well,
becomes like
I think we're kind of
tedious and
going too
No
disingenuous.
far into
bets.
this though.
No
Like
bets.
Yeah, you're going
yeah.
to.
No
Yeah,
There's
bets.
man.
not going to be
But
All
if
right,
if
no
if you're
bets.
there should
debating
be a fact
if
checker.
Yeah,
There
if
should be a
there's going to
fact
be
checker.
like if there's going to be judges, the judges are going to be the ones to determine who won and who lost that. So if you putting up a
And y'all
bet,
just
just
telling
know
me.
that
I
it's
don't know
based
about
off of
y'all.
that.
Uh,
Wait, can I ask a clarifying question real quick? If I'm a
Yes.
judge and I put my Cash App up, can I accept money for my vote as a judge?
of course.
Um,
Fuck
I
no.
think if
No, what?
I think there might be a little bias there because if I could then tell
Why did
people
you
I got
think about
selected
that?
to do this debate and the people
I'm gonna
who
say I'm gonna
cash
give
at
you
me the
20
most
bucks
get
to vote for
influence.
me.
Right? Yeah, I don't think that
What
that's.
do
I
you
don't
mean?
think that's.
Yo, I just want to make sure I know my worth. $20. Come on, bro. I need another zero on there.
You think
Crazy work,
$200
Jesse.
for
And then
a non-real thing is justified?
uh,
Yes.
regarding officers' format for the debates, I think any format that prevents over talking is going to be a W. The biggest problem I have with these debates is people will over talk, interrupt, and things like that. So when you have 1v1s like that, you give people allocated portions of time. That's going to help. Otherwise, it just becomes impossible to follow.
I have a
All I'm gonna
perfect
say,
platform that I think will work.
Thank
I'm
you.
not gonna
Thank
lie.
you.
all I'm gonna say is 20 on Jesse's gonna get you 35. 20 on officers gonna get you 15. Just want to be in
Wait.
mental.
Whoa. All right, LC. All right.
You need to set out a time for like this day all the B listers are gonna fight or the A listers are gonna fight.
Ooh, I do like that. I do like
Oh my
that.
God, bro.
You need
I
to
do
do
like
that.
that.
I think that would be dope. And then
Yeah,
maybe
I
have
think we
like a main
should.
event of like something that's been
Can
building
you
up for the week.
can you
I think
imagine
we
a day
should.
where only the F ranks fight each other? Can
I
you
think it
imagine
Oh,
should
that
be
day?
like a. Oh
I'll
no, that
have
would
my
be fucking
popcorn.
awful. I think there should be like a. I don't know if y'all know how F1 does it, but it's like trials. So like the panel would only be open to S tier debaters, and only S tier people could come up there and talk, and that's how we can set up debates in the future. Or like, I don't know how it would work,
Well, what
but
if you did a 4v4? What if you did a 4v4
I think that starts to
S
get a
tier
little too
debaters
hectic,
versus
though.
like left versus right? I think that would be really fucking cool.
I think we got to
You would
work
just have to
up
like
to that
separate
point.
time
I
for
think
each individual.
we would have to start out with the 1v1s to see if people can manage them, and then we build off of that in the future. Go to 2v2s,
I'm
3v3s.
a fan of these rank up matches, so if Steph wants to try her luck again, I'll debate her.
Yeah, like I think it's awesome to also make it more like a dialogue in some cases, right? Like if a lower rank, like when I'm not gonna actually think the rank is real, but if they're having a hard time fleshing out an argument, it sharpens their steel, but also, you can play with your food a little bit. So I think
Well,
people from the other ranks should come up.
let me ask you a
Just
question.
Well,
wait
I'm,
If
till
like
I'm
tomorrow.
gonna,
Jesse
I'm
Reed's
gonna.
books is in S tier, right, and he accepts a debate with somebody like, let's just go with Snacks. No, Renee. Okay, and
Breezaza.
Renee performs really
Y'all
good in
put
the
snacks
debate,
and see
right? But
y'all.
she loses. Would she still move up the tier list since she gave a great performance, or would she
No,
still
you got to do better
lose?
than that. No, you got to do
Okay.
better than that.
So in that
So you
case,
got
you
to
should only
still.
be taking debates that you know you're going to win because you want to move up in the ranking system, or someone who's above you so that you can move up in the ranking system.
Yeah,
I think in order to properly move up into a ranking system, unless she just unless she really came close to beating him, I don't see
Nah, make
how
that
she
shit
moved
like
Nah,
up.
it
old
should.
school college ball. Make that shit like
Just
old school college ball. If I beat you and I take your position, I take your rank. Fuck it.
Yeah,
No,
win or
Can
that's a
loss.
can
Okay.
we
terrible
can
that would
we
Yeah.
idea.
rock,
can we
dude. That would
can
that's
rock.
a
we
terrible idea.
can we call somebody out that's
How's that a terrible idea?
at a higher rank than us?
Yeah.
So you telling me if
Why not?
Renee
Absolutely.
were to
Yeah,
beat? So
that's
you
why
telling
I
me
think
if
it should be
Renee
a
beat
challenge. Yeah.
Officer, you would put her
I didn't hear you, Mike.
in S tier?
Yeah,
First
see,
off,
that's why I'm
I
thinking
I
like it's good. But
see.
I
think about this
have
for a second. If Steph is able to get into a debate with a S tier person and beat a S tier person, why doesn't she deserve to be an S tier? You
Right,
know what I mean?
exactly.
Shawnee.
Especially,
And then if you
especially if it's
lose
Honestly,
to a
that'd
legit.
be
C
a
tier
thing.
debater, why should you not move down to C
I
tier?
think I figured it
So,
out.
and
I
then
figured it
here's
out.
the other thing too. Like, this is the first real structured debate I've seen since the 2 years I've been on TikTok. By the way, this month makes my 2 years. So this is the first time I've seen like any kind of real structured debate. Because every other
Right.
debate I've seen has
You're
been a
welcome.
fucking free for all. Fucking. That's why I said I liked it in the comments, officer. I guess you missed it. But anyway, um,
You're welcome is
back
crazy
to the
work. I
blunt at
just want to
hand.
make that very clear.
Back to the blunt at hand. Like I was trying to say, because goddamn, y'all fucking make me. Anyway, yeah. So being structured like this, makes it where if somebody takes somebody's position, why the fuck not? You know what I
Because it
mean?
would be
Because there's
like the
no bullshit
versatility.
then.
I have
Because
an
Yeah,
somebody could
idea.
and
beat
then you
somebody
get
on
to
a singular
challenge them to take
subject.
that spot back.
T-Bone, scroll all the way down.
So now what you really got to do is solidify the spots. Like, are people
So
really
okay,
where they
so
need
All
to
let's think
right.
be?
about
So
it.
can we can
Let's
wait
think about it. Hold on a
can
second. Can
someone
I
from
ask
a
him?
higher tier challenge someone from the
Just putting a
lower
little
tier?
food for thought for you
I'm
guys. You know what
go.
I'm saying?
So if I
Like I said, I'm
challenge
color
Johan and
commentating.
I lose, do I go down to F rank?
Yes, and then
No,
Johan
this is
apparently
what I'm
goes
talking
up
about. No,
to
that shit
wait.
should
All
that,
Yeah,
right,
that shit
something's
perfect. So
not.
I need everybody.
I foresee
All right,
problems.
how
here,
about
wait,
this? How
let's think
about
about
this?
this. Let's think about this.
If an
Hold on one
F
second.
tier
Think
Hold on one
challenge,
second.
think
if an
about
F
the
tier
Hold
why.
on one
challenges
second.
an
Give
S
me a
tier,
second.
right?
Just
And
give me
F
a
tier
second. Hold on one
wins,
second, LC.
S tier drops one,
LC.
F tier goes up one. How
Just
about
give
that?
me a second. Just give me a second. Are we gonna sit here and say that if Renee beat Officer and then lost to Liv, fucking Aderna, and fucking T-Bone back to back to back, she still gets to be an S tier?
No, because then she would have lost to another
How to
competent
another
person
S
and she would have
tier?
been knocked back down.
So why would you be knocked down if you only lost to somebody who's in the same tier that you're in?
Ooh, think.
Well,
Hold on, wait. Because
understand
you were
this. I
talking
mean, if
about
we're
a
doing
point
debates
system,
like week
right?
to week to
So
week,
after we do this ironing out situation, right? Let's just say, for example, we go based off of like a 10-point system or something like that, or like a 20-point system, and you beat your opponent by 5 points, right? Oil Spill is sitting here. If Spill wins a debate and he beats them by 5 points, he should move up 5 points in the ranking system. How does
It
that
should be in
sound?
proportion. Well, you could do that, but you're definitely going to have to start
He,
quantifying these ratings because, and what the only issue you're going to run into is the higher rated person is going to be de-incentivized to debate anybody lower than him because then it presents a scenario where he can only lose. He really can't beat or gain more points by beating somebody lower ranked than him.
so hold on a
Yeah,
second.
that makes sense.
Hold on 1 second, real quick, right? Okay, because it's never going to
There's a
be
way
the
to do
top.
it.
There's never going to be a top challenging the bottom, right? There'd really be no sense in that. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, I
shit. You
just
can get a
challenge people to
fade wherever
be.
you want. What the
Held out
fuck?
the
With no,
officer.
with
What do
the
you
Yeah,
mean?
No,
I'll
I'm
I'll
talking.
What
push
would you
little kids
do?
over on the playground. What you talking about?
I mean, of course. So if you want to pick a fight, yeah, you can with somebody you know you can beat. That's fine, all well and dandy. But what I'm saying is that like Memphis said, once this shit gets ironed out as to where people stand, like I don't give a fuck. Put me at the bottom because how
cream's
funny
going to
would
rise
it
to the
be
top.
for somebody? Exactly. That's my point. So fuck
Yep.
it. Let it be what
But
it is. If you don't want to argue your position in the ranking system, but you want to fight your way up to the top, then fight your way up to the top and let it be what
so
it is.
this is kind of why I was saying that if you started incorporating bets, you could entice higher rated debaters to debate lower rated debaters and then
This
incentivize it that way. And it could be something
30
fun.
for
It could be
35,
like,
officer 20, get you 15. Just holler at me. You know.
well, it could. I mean,
No,
you
I'm
can make
sorry.
it.
Hold on a second. I think what should happen is you do kind of call out lives in terms of like if you feel like somebody if you want to challenge somebody and you feel like they should be brought down a peg, you have to go challenge them to a debate like we've been doing so far.
Yeah, but
I
there's
think having without doing that, you have to have a structured like bracket like March Madness or like a playoff system that exists. You there you can't let people who are S tier either have to fight for their S tier, but also you can't have them debating people for points because they're never going to be able to get as many points as the person underneath them.
All right, how
I
about this,
mean,
Sean? How about this,
So
right?
it has to be a bracket.
We have March
mm,
Madness, right? But we also have the NIT tournament, don't we? So before you can go compete in March Madness, you need to come out of the NIT bracket first. How about some shit like that?
I think that
uh,
the way that we should be doing this and it's going to take time to get to that point. I'm not saying
Correct.
that we can do this stuff right now. We still got to make the list. The list isn't even done, right? But like I'm
so
envisioning in the future around the same time that we could do some type of debate madness. But we got to like cement this in. You know what I mean? Like
I
there's a
have one.
whole
I
bunch of
have
because
one
pieces in
question.
there.
Shaky's gonna
I have
win
one
this
Yes.
question.
fucking. Shaky's
right.
gonna fucking win this
Are
whole thing, isn't he?
are are some now? I have a question. Would it be
Shit would
in
be funny as fuck.
in your perfect world? Would it be stated beforehand that this is like a ranked conversation type of thing? Like, hey, this is a debate. You lose it, this person's gonna gain some points. You might lose some points. Or is it like all debates are now ranked?
I feel
No,
like it
so
should be
it,
the formal
I
ones,
don't.
right?
Just the form. I agree with that. Just the formal
Yeah, it
ones.
has to be the formal ones. Only something
yeah,
on a
okay.
structured
Because
level.
if
That
it's
way
not
you keep
formal,
all the
I'll just be
bullshit out of
trolling.
it. Well, one, you keep all the bullshit
Yeah,
out of it. You keep all the one-sidedness out of it. A bunch of people jumping on a panel, whooping and
this is
hollering
why
and
we have
shit.
to have. This is why we have to have an in particular point system, and there needs to be certain people that can be trusted to be judges that can plug and play. Because if like a spontaneous debate wants
So
to take place, and somebody wants to put like points on the board, I wouldn't be opposed to that taking place like right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's gonna take us.
so
It's gonna take us a little bit to figure that out.
Yeah, so because this is in its infancy, all of this rating is just arbitrary. It's based off of people's interactions, people's personal preferences. But once you actually start running these intervals and you ascribe a quantifiable amount to each person, ideally you would do it very similar to chess, where basically if a player, like let's say you have somebody from S, and S should mop the floor with a C or minus level person. And if they fail to do that, even if the C person doesn't win, they should still get some credit for putting on a good show and having a good showing, really. The only way you can do that is basically by ascribing numbers to people and ratings to people. And it's going to take a lot of intervals to do it. My question is, if it's only going to be based on formal debates, and you look at the amount of people you have on here, I don't know how much free time people have, but I mean, that's going to take a lot. I mean, you were talking about this time next year before you actually have like an ironed out credential rating system that's authoritative.
Yeah, yeah, it is
Well,
going to
I
be a
mean, one
long
of the
ass
things that
process.
he was going throughout this whole list at the bottom was about the people who are on the app, who are consistently in these spaces, debating and shit. And that's why I said off the rip, like, I come on here to have fun. I don't get serious into the debate shit. I'm color commentary at best. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't care where I rank in the system, but for the people who really get into this shit, like, this is what they do. Yeah, they should put
Yeah.
some point system up. They should have legitimate debates. They should
Yeah,
do it on a
T-Bone.
real structured
Well, and they also
status.
should be forced to actually. They should also be forced to debate. I mean, you could have somebody that
Let's.
debates, one time per year and just kind of hangs, So it just, I mean,
Well,
Why
it
it
is
don't
what
you?
it
keeps a
is.
lot.
It's
But
all
why
The
good.
don't
the
you
structure
create
keeps a
this?
lot of the disingenuous tactics that people use on TikTok when they debate, like the over talking and you know what I mean, just all the
Correct. The
crooked
most
ways to try
beneficial
and
thing
win
that
a
I can think can
debate.
come out. Yeah, the most beneficial thing I can think of to come out of this is just trying to formalize what we already have that's informally, and just allow people not to be overtalked, be allocated a certain amount of time to get their point across, and then people can hear them out, make a decision for themselves.
Can I offer the stipulation as well that if we have like belligerents, like I'm not going to give just this example now, but if we're in the middle of a debate and the engagement turns into whatever the fuck, maybe not three strikes, but whatever you want to do, maybe you drop rank for not engaging. Like part of the motivation for certain types of debate isn't even about bias. In some cases,
Or
if a
like turning the
question can't
topic,
be answered, I'm not sure that it shouldn't have some type of penalty.
or like
Well,
turning the
okay,
topic.
but then the debates, well, yeah, changing the topic, pivoting, and things like that.
Yeah,
But then
that
all
too.
people are going to do is start structuring their debate tactics to asking, flooding their opponent with certain questions, and then claiming, oh, well, they didn't address my point 27. You know,
An
I mean,
assumption,
true.
maybe.
That's true. But we have people engaging in that way in general debate. Like we were just loosely debating, and what people are usually doing is a roadmap. It really wouldn't
so
hurt people's offense either. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
so
not.
normally,
It's not terrible for their offense.
Hey,
no,
T-Bone.
it would be ideal in an unlimited amount of time if we had an unlimited amount of time for everybody to address every point brought up. But a lot of times, what you see is you have this kind of source monkey thing going on, where you make a claim and then all of a sudden you'll have 50 different people screaming source or whatever. It's just like, hey, I can provide source material, but not in the middle of a thought. Okay, like I'll circle back around to it and put a link in the
Yeah,
chat. But
but that here's the problem. You want optimization. Part of the thing that I know is your bias, because I've seen you do it, is, and I mean most people will do the same thing you're describing, but in
all
your
right,
case, for a lot of your arguments, especially the race one, you rely on this because you are not forthwith with your source in the first place. It's actually bad form for debate. It's not that your argument is going to be faulty. It's bad form in debate to say, I've drawn this conclusion, and then pretend that it's one thing and then shift to another. So sometimes, like, that's why I'm saying certain types of fallacies or certain types of behavior that are fallacious or belligerent, whatever, I think should have consequences. So if you show up
yeah,
and
but
you
that's
show
just
me
going to be
something and there's no sourcing, we have a problem from the beginning.
okay. But
Which is
yeah,
why I
then that
like the structure
then
to the debate, because it kept a lot of those type of tactics out of it.
yeah. So basically, yeah, okay. So it's going to be nearly impossible, because all I could, if that's going to be the criteria, then all I can do every time you say is provide a source for that, provide a source for that ad nauseum, and that's what you're going to be stuck doing. And if you cannot do that by your criteria, which is highly subjective, because what's belligerent to me may not be the same to you. To me, that just puts way too much subjectivity in the judging criteria. Because I mean, even for the racist stuff, like if you say something that's unfamiliar, you're going to lose half the panel. Half the panel is going to vote against. 9/10 of the panel is going to vote against you. So,
well, dude, here's the problem. That's because the second part you gave is not the valid argument at all. The beginning of this is more valid. If you're saying that it's a result of like any type of bias, right, or any type of subjectivity because I'm the judge, one of the issues that you have then is the best tactic is to kill the time. I mean, we saw before, killing the clock can't be the offense. So things like that are a little more obvious. That's subjective, maybe. But if we know, if the judge is then asking you questions, you can't answer it, you don't have a source for it, you don't have a way where you drew this conclusion, or you're, operating in bad faith, those things should be penalized. Like if this was formal debate, you get penalized for that. Like your argumentation isn't going to be the problem, but if you're just,
you're
kind of
breaking
sitting
up
around, your rubric score has an effect on your rubric every time.
So can I propose something also that needs to be adjusted? I don't think the Andrew Wilson debaters should be able to come up here as well. So if
Don't do that.
the idea that
Oh,
you
I
can
thought
just
you was
tear
about to
apart
say his
someone's
position on this
argument,
list.
okay,
Dang.
but Jesse, you understand that if
can y'all
the current
niggas hear me?
Oh, sorry,
Yes,
Tony, go ahead.
I can hear you.
Nobody really catch what
Okay.
you're saying.
I don't think you should be able to have a situation where all you do is tear down somebody else's conversation and then just say, hey, I don't need to have a point on this subject because yours is too flawed. I think you need to have a counter argument to present, or you lose points on that. Because you can be great at tearing somebody else's down, but if you don't have an actual worldview, what the fuck are we actually doing?
Yeah, I mean, but that's a personal way that you evaluate debates, And regarding Jesse saying that somebody can basically eat up the clock, if you have two different people allocated certain amounts of time, the only clock that they're eating up is their own time. So that's to their disadvantage, and people will see that as judges, and then their opposition will have a whole lot better standing to address whatever they want to if the person just wasting their time.
So
Memphis,
what
that's not,
exactly
hold on a
scores
second, Memphis,
points
that's
then?
not my opinion. That's not my opinion. That's
What
part
exactly
of the
scores points
parameters
then?
of how we decide if somebody is good. So you have to be able to lay out your own argument and your worldview as a part of our equation. So if you only take down somebody else's, that's not just my opinion. That is a parameter that we decided was a great candidate.
So yeah, if you want that to be part of the judging criteria, basically the ability, the way it would be phrased out in combat sports would be offense versus defense. Okay, like takedowns versus takedown defense. The same way could be phrased. If all I do is basically poke holes and show that the person making the argument legitimately does not have a foundational argument, you may view that as being like extremely successful. Another person doesn't. But if it's predetermined and said before the debate begins, then yeah, that works.
Okay. Okay.
You see, I don't even think you should have rankings. I think this is kind of silly.
Yeah.
I think it's easier. Excuse me, did you say something?
Yeah. You're like several hours late on that, dude. Look at this fucking list. You know how long we've been working on this thing?
Yeah.
Are we alive? What's going on right now?
I got you. No, I got you.
What percent
I
of
didn't
people
ask you to chime in. So what I think,
I don't care
you're
if you
never
ask.
going
It's
to
just
know.
hilarious.
You might get
It's been 2
get a
days.
C debate. You might get somebody on a C that beats somebody in the S tier. It's possible. It could happen. It just depends how they did that day, depends on how it was structured, and how much they studied on that topic, right? So if you're if really to take this serious, I understand why this was done this way. I get that, but I'm saying to make this like a serious thing, why don't everybody just like put an entry fee in, right? If you think you're fucking that good of a debater, and get some judges, not the
No.
They said no. They said no
comments.
betting.
No,
It's not betting.
They said no
This
betting.
is not betting.
This is not
This is
betting.
not betting.
This is
It's just
not
an
betting.
entry fee, and somebody wins it all at the end.
No, that is
Oh,
betting.
you're talking about a pool.
Yeah.
That's betting. Like,
Yeah, but the problem is it's just a popularity contest.
Wait. Like, I have
But
it.
you
I have
have
it.
to get judges.
No,
Listen, they can't be judged by the comment section. That will never fucking work.
Yeah, but
Because that's
so
a
then
popularity contest.
right, but so yeah, if you have a judge on one side, you have to have 3 judges or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah.
But so let's say two of the judges are saying that the actual construct, like the way that they argued, is fine, like their form was fine, but their actual argument has a flaw in the premise, right? The judges are only then, like, they'd have to be active for the entire debate, which puts the same problem that Memphis mentioned before, right? Like time. That's one. Having that many people to judge, too. But then on top of that, there's like, what do you do if the person won rhetorically? They got the audience on board, whatever, but then their actual argument's dog shit. How would the judges rule
So
there?
the way I would do it is basically
You
very
have to,
similar to
yeah.
how they scored Olympic boxing. Basically, you'd have like X amount of rounds. Say you have 10 1-minute rounds, okay? I would have 5 anonymous judges. Those would be voted on by the community from a pool. You'd have a pool of like 10 judges that we say, hey, these people, they're involved in this, they're impartial, but they're also going to be anonymous. So you'd have judges 1 through 5 in the first 2 minutes. Okay. Every time a judge, I would instruct the judges, say, every time you feel like somebody makes a good point, draw a T chart. Every time that person makes a good point, put a dot down, okay, or a tally down. At the end of that round, go ahead and tally up and create a winner for that first round. Going into the final round, I would tell both participants in the debate, I'd say, hey, look, on the judges' scorecards, you're down or you're ahead, okay? So adjust your argument accordingly, whatever. But basically, that way people can go circle back and say, okay, why did Judge 1? Why did you see round 1 for LC? Why did you see round 2 for Shawnee? And then they could basically circle back and say, because I thought he made a good point here. And then you could have a little bit of transparency about the criteria and who's judging them based on what.
Because I don't think that part's too hard to come up with. You guys can sit down and come
Yeah,
up
no,
with that.
I don't think so.
But
I don't think the pool is a
the
hard
entry
thing
fee,
to come up with either.
yeah, I think a pool would be
Does
great,
that work?
and you're going to get some really fucking great debates.
Yeah, I mean, because
No,
Well,
that's
like with
pool
people
is a terrible idea because at the end of the
care.
day, somebody's going to have an issue with somebody with money involved.
Correct.
You get me? So, like at the end of the
Yeah.
day, somebody's going to say, "You cheated me out of this. I should have won this part." So you just
It doesn't matter.
keep
You
the
have to.
bragging
That's
right.
part of the agreement. That's part of the agreement going in. You have to accept the judge's things. That's it.
Is
It's like any other fucking
bragging
contest.
rights not good enough? You have to have money involved.
Yeah, I know.
I
I
just
mean, I'm
think
not
it makes
saying
it a
it's
lot more
I'm not even
interesting.
saying it's the
one
right
way to get
thing.
people to participate and take it
Yeah,
seriously.
it's an incentive.
Yeah,
But
they take it seriously.
obviously, it does come with inherent flaws. I do think, however, the most appropriate way to do the ranking is a form of elo system, where just because you beat somebody that, like, you're a B, that, like Bleach was saying, somebody that's a B that beats somebody in S doesn't mean that they take their place and deserve to be in an S rank. But I don't think that somebody that's from like the bottom of B should be able to challenge somebody in S to show their strut their stuff to be an S rank. You know what I mean? Like, I think that they need to work their way up through
Moon
the B
boots. But
tier in order to be able to get into
That's
the A
great.
tier.
Moon, let's say you're a 10, I'm a 5. Okay, I beat you in a debate. The most I should be able to go up is 2.5, and the most you should have to come down is 2.5. So then we would be equal at a 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That'd be all right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the way. I mean, but you're going to have to arbitrarily ascribe numbers, and you can based on the system, based on this list you already have. But that way, it'll incentivize people from debating people higher and lower than them. Okay, and then also too, I mean, there's got to be some way that the judging criteria is spelled out beforehand and agreed upon objectively, and then some way that it's recorded so that people can go back and say, like, wow, you did great in those last 30 seconds, but you lost the first 9.5 minutes. Okay. So you just got to basically, there's a way to do it. It's not tough either. You just got to pull from other examples, obviously.
Yeah, but then there's also people on this list that I don't think are going to participate in this platform.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you, I mean, like 9 times out of 10, if I'm on this app, I'm in a vehicle. So it's going to be very difficult for somebody like me or anybody else that is also busy and just has like, half an hour of free time to basically say, oh, let me pull up this court case real quick because somebody asked for a source, or something along those lines.
Every single time I've debated Sports Mom, I've been the only fairly left-wing person while I'm working.
Yeah, and it's the inverse over here for the most part. That's why I kind of spend more time over here than over there.
So,
but I don't know. I mean, I think if you have 3 to 5 judges, the judging criteria is spelled out beforehand. The judges come from a pool of 10 people that we say have the ability to be impartial and change their mind if they're presented with evidence. And then you have those judges tallying up the good points versus the points for versus the points against on a T chart, where they can go back and reference and say, oh, I gave that first round to Jesse because I thought he was really good on this one point or whatever, and Bleach didn't do as well. Otherwise, it's just going to be a popularity contest.
I mean, what you could do is have everybody like put in like $50 or something. It doesn't have to be a ton of money.
Yo,
And
what
then
is going on right
put in
now?
whoever
This is
Like
very
you
Jew
said,
coded, Bleach.
20,
Very Jew
20
coded.
on Jesse, get your 35. Oh, well, damn, he ain't
Having
got
money
Yeah, you can
flying
split it up. I
around
got
is
my
a
Cash App in my
bad
bio.
idea.
20 on Moon Boots, get you.
Having
I'm
money
not talking
flying
about
around is a bad idea. It is a horrible idea.
Okay,
It
fine.
should not be
Okay,
It's a
involved.
great idea.
okay, we
Actually,
won't do. Okay, we won't do
it's going to
money.
make people
I'm
show up.
bullshitting.
So
It's going to make
There's a
ridiculous.
lot
people
of people
actually
that are
do it.
trying
I ain't
to
trying to book you
step
no
away
damn
from
bets.
messy
But
talk, and
what
I
I
think
will
that
say
that
this
will
though, real
invite us
quick,
back in.
is as you keep on mentioning having some kind of point system or something, being the billiards player that I am, when you play like BCA or APA, anything like that, they have ranking systems that work well for something like this. You know, if you have a guy who's constantly a 7 or an 8 and he plays a 3 handicap, there's ways to point that out and see how somebody would have to win to be able to beat, because, you know, in all honesty, typically a 7 or an 8 playing a 3 player, the 3 is going to lose
Well,
more often than
I
not.
propose
You
But
know
an
what I
the
elo
mean?
system.
the three should be rewarded if he does well, though. And conversely, if
Yeah,
the
but
10 stinks it
it's
up, he should be penalized.
but
So
see,
I
understand
propose
this.
the
Like, let's
elo
say,
system
hold on a second,
because
Moon.
most of the people here are gamers, and it's a concept that I think people will easily be able to grasp.
Or that too. Either way, whichever. But I mean, there are structured ways to be able to take higher tier players against lower tier players and find
Yeah.
out who truly wins without it just being mollywopped every time.
So have it where, like, say you need 10 points to rank up, right? If you're an A going against an S, it would be worth 2 points for that match, instead of, like, if an A went against an A, it would be 1 point.
Too complicated.
Here's
Yeah,
the
you
problem.
It's
can
not.
make
It's
a
really
system.
not. I
The
promise
It's
it's
problem
not.
really
is
not
the problem
complicated.
Yeah.
the problem is that if you go
How
against
about nobody gets
somebody
the rank?
and you beat somebody that's in your rank, it should be worth more than you mollywhopping somebody in C. And so,
Correct.
Agreed.
but the problem is how you figure out these points. That's the issue. And if somebody
It's all
who's in
sudden
C,
death. You lose a debate, you're out. That's it.
You unalive. You have to
that's
unalive.
that's why we
You're
should
out.
do that's why we should do a bracket, and Shaky's going to win the fucking bracket because he knows
No,
sports.
don't do
That's
that.
what's going to
No,
happen
don't.
here.
No, you don't get
Shaky's
to
going
add
to
Shaky.
be
Don't bring
the fucking
Shaky up into
Cinderella
this.
story.
Don't
Shaky
you
doesn't
bring him into
blow through the
this.
fucking brackets.
Go Bears.
But see, Shawnee, here's the thing. I understand where you're
If it
coming
was
from
to be a
because
points thing, it would be very simple for the host to have a shared spreadsheet where they're able to update the data. It's a very, very easy thing
It's
to
not difficult at all. Yeah,
My biggest issue is that there's going to be a lot of emotion that's involved in all of this, and there's going to be a lot of people, and it's going to be extremely, extremely hard for people to
Shawnee.
be able to put their ideas aside and vote in the proper direction. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way Dana and Jesse should ever vote in each other. I like
Shawnee.
Jesse. I like Dana. There's no way that should happen.
Shawnee, there's been emotion involved with this list since this list has fucking started. What are you talking about, bro?
But
Yeah,
getting
honest
as
to
much
God,
Yeah,
out
the-
of
what are we doing,
the
bro?
only-
Let's just be
They're
all the way
young.
100 with it. There's been
Yeah.
emotion on this motherfucking list
I mean,
since this
the
bitch
only
has
way
fucking
you remove
started. So,
the only way you remove the emotion is to make it as objective and measurable as possible, and as clearly stated what the judging criteria should be, and have that agreed upon prior. If you don't do that, it's just going to be a popularity contest.
and especially if we have it as the host and 2 mods. Like, very simply, a host and 2 mods each have their own individual scoring, and they add it up at the end.
No. Why would you want
don't
somebody
think that
focused on
that's-
moderation and hosting, judging? You want 3 to 5 people whose sole job the entire debate is to do nothing but listen and focus on the debate. You don't want
Yeah.
them distracted by the comment section. You don't want them having to block people on the backside. You don't want them distracted.
Well, that's why I'm saying that they could do. You can have there's a lot of people involved in the red room, blue room, brew room shit. You know, there's a lot of people involved in it. Yeah. Is
I understand what you're saying,
enunciation
but-
going to be one of the criterias for the judging?
Yeah,
Well, it
you
all
could
depends,
put me
you
in
know what I'm
fucking
saying?
deed
It all
right now.
depends
You know,
because
you can't ask that
it
after
all
what
depends on
Shawnee
how
said. You can't
inebriated
ask
some of these
that.
motherfuckers gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You know, just
This is
saying.
cutthroat
Yeah, so
today.
basically, I mean, one host, 2 moderators, only the two
I
debaters
just
on
want to. I
panel.
just want to jump in here for 1 second because the mods are all in a meeting right now. But this is being decided. Nobody's opinions will matter in this, so you guys can talk about it all you want.
Oh,
But
okay.
will be put. I mean, opinions matter, but I'm just saying,
All right.
like, we're going to structure this. So if you think we're all listening to all of your ideas right now, we're not. Just so everybody knows. So if you have ideas, please DM me, DM T-Bone, DM Officer. Join the Discord. The link is in my bio. We all read that. We're all in there. Tell us all of your ideas in there. But this conversation right here, nobody important
It's
is
just
listening to it.
all right. It's all right. Noted. So the 35 viewers can just fuck off. But yeah, no, I think that
I basically took
uh,
that. Oh, nope.
yeah. All right. Yeah.
Pretty
Nobody in
like
here currently is
Yeah, if you
unspecific
important.
as
want
it
to
is.
leave
But
it
no,
at
That's
No,
like
that,
I
you
nobody
should
didn't.
cash
important
app
is
us
one thing.
though.
So fuck everybody else, right?
The people
pretty
who
much.
are actually
No, come
structuring this
on,
are all having a
really?
meeting right now, right? So we're not
But
hearing
Bex, that
all
could
of your glorious
yeah,
ideas or seeing them in
Bex,
the chat. So
we're
I
just
would love
brainstorming.
personally, you know how much I love feedback. I love it so much. So if you would like to put all of your feedback into the Discord,
Where it's
We're
fucking
just
supposed to be,
brainstorming,
damn
Bex.
it. Is what she's trying to tell you.
I love the brainstorming. I love the brainstorming. Let's brainstorm into
All
the
right. Well,
Discord. You know what I mean?
Some people just can't take hints, Bex.
How do I get to the Discord, Bex? It's on your chat. It's on
In
your
my
profile.
bio,
Hey,
there is a link, a direct link to the Red Room, Blue Room Discord. It's growing quickly. We love to see everybody in there. Please join it.
So, Bone, are you still there?
Nope, he's not.
are you speaking about your bio on TikTok or your bio on Discord?
My bio on TikTok.
TikTok. Fuck.
Well, Jesse, why didn't you do an a real impromptu debate with Ducky? What was that about? Help me understand that.
What do you mean?
You know, you just came out and you were like, "Hey, you want to debate me or Ivan Waka?" And then you didn't actually debate. What was that about? You scared?
Yep. You know what? Yeah. And you know what? This is my formal challenge to drop my ranking a little bit. I challenge BGB any place, anytime, big boy. Hit me
Oh,
up.
I see what you're trying
Let's
to do.
go. BGB
You're,
versus Jesse.
I
he's
want to
trying
talk
to
about the
Cinderella
fathers.
story himself. That's bullshit. I don't care. No, Jesse.
I want to
He
talk
wants to
about
do
the
the
fathers today.
fall from fame argument. Is that what we're talking about right now, Jesse? That's bullshit. Is that the storyline you're looking for?
All right. It's not my fault. Listen, game recognized game, and BGB's going to game.
Wait, Jesse, move who down? Wait,
You
what
know
show
what I
are you
want to
talking
hear?
about?
Actually, since it's quiet right now, you know what I want to hear? Jesse, can I hear your take on Cuba?
On Cuba?
Yeah, like currently what's happening with Cuba. I would love to hear your opinion.
It's just the finalization of an imperial project that they've done multiple times to a regime that's already been collapsing. So
It's actually kind of exactly what I thought you'd say, but thank you.
it's like word for word. Yeah. It's pretty yucky. I don't like it.
I don't either. It's really I don't like the rhetoric. I don't like the rhetoric around it, or Iran for that matter. But I don't know. So much is happening all at once.
Yeah, I don't like living in 1962 again.
Right.
I don't know. It is cool to see them use Islamism as like the new Red Scare. It's incredible. Like the same exact rhetorical tool. I don't know. It's just interesting to see.
It's gaining traction. It's definitely gaining traction, and it's scary to watch. But what Sean were you talking about needs to be moved down? I'm just trying to gauge this real quick.
What?
Yeah, in the comments you said, here's an idea: move Sean. Move Sean down. I don't know who Sean is, but
No, it's a different guy. You don't see Sean on the. We'll roll back through the list. There's a Sean.
Nah,
on
he
here
lying.
somewhere.
He was talking about you. Don't let him
No,
gaslight you.
mute up.
yeah, that's what it felt like. It felt like it was. I was getting gaslit, which is exactly why Jesse and Dana J don't like each other, because Jesse
Yo,
gaslights Dana, and that's the only reason why
yo,
he's ever won a debate with Dana. um,
yo, I can't. This is gonna be fun. This will have so many online implications and yet no impact on my real life. But I'm going to enjoy it. It's gonna be an interesting time.
Yo, it was real interesting to see people's point of view. Not gonna lie. Hearing honest arguments were very unique. Obviously, there was a lot of people who were emotional in their decisions. Um, but I saw a couple of people who had friends that they were like, maybe that person is more C tier. That was very interesting to see.
I did enjoy the whining. Like hearing grown-ups whine about an online Google document that has our names on it and they're not even our real names. Like really like that's S tier level entertainment. Like I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I even put on my headphones. Like I ignored my children for some of this. Hilarious.
I wasn't surprised by who was whining. I was stunned by how much whining there was. I
Yeah,
was very
the
surprised.
sheer volume.
Shawnee, are you for real, man? Like you were
I
stunned
did
that there was that much crying going on at where people stood and shit like that.
well, so you got to remember where we first started with this, LC. We started this where we
I
were like, hey,
do.
listen, we're going to be unbiased. We're just going to
Yeah.
be as honest as possible. We're going to set it to a certain criteria. And then it was moving very smoothly. There were people who we did not like that were going in places that were fairly high.
Uh,
And then out of the blue, motherfuckers was just like, bitch, if you think this person better than me, you can suck a dick. Like, yo, what? This is crazy, man.
how come I can't find the damn Discord? That's my shit.
You're in it.
I am fucking inept when it comes to some of this shit. I
I
swear to God, I'm not playing.
a couple of the rankings I find interesting, to say the
Let's hear
least.
him, Moo. Let's hear him. We can't make
I
any changes until T-Bone gets back, but
yeah.
what shit, I don't know. I might have missed something. Maybe he's not making any changes yet. I mean,
You know what?
but
I'm
what would you
fine.
say?
I'm fine with the way that it is. I mean, I don't think that a couple of people that are listed here are going to make an appearance.
Yes, that's true.
Now, seeing there are a couple of people here in S, I'm not going to name names, but they are 100% ChatGPT debaters,
Oh, go
meaning
ahead
that
and
they
name
literally.
names. Go ahead.
I'm not going to
What's
do
your
it.
input?
Well, that's actually what we've been doing. We've been doing the whole just fucking say the shit if you got it, you know.
Give your opinion on where you think people should be.
Well, no, I think that it's fine where it is, and moving forward, people need to just strut their stuff if they want to be put somewhere else. Like I'm personally fine being A tier. You know, like I think that that's appropriate. I don't invest as much into the debates. Like I said, a lot of the times I'm, if it's between 9 to 5, I'm at work while I'm on a panel. And then sometimes I'm on a panel and I can't take the conversation seriously. So I'm not, strutting my stuff. You know what I mean? Like, Jesse, how many times are we on a panel and instead of contributing to the conversation, I'm just saying that you owe me $20? I've been doing that for the
Well,
past
so
like 2
movies, that's
years.
why
Yeah, probably
my
2 years now.
argument was you were actually B tier. When you do debate, you debate at a high level, but you're less committed. And that was been my argument this whole time. And so when we ran through what the tiers were, the tiers were originally there was only S, A, B, C, D, and F, but we added a S. There was added S plus was added. So an S plus is like LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. An S tier is Luka Doncic. What's the dude from the Denver Nuggets? Fuck, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on what the dude from the Denver Nuggets is. You know who I'm talking about though, right, Moon? The big ass dude.
Yeah.
And then like A tier is like Kyrie Irving, Donovan Mitchell, somebody who can run a team, somebody who's going to be a franchise guy. and then the B is going to be a starter, but not necessarily the franchise guy. So like Reeves. And then C is going to be not really a starter. He's going to be a six man, and then D is going to be somebody who is getting traded every year. No, actually, C was traded every year, and then F was you can't even play college ball. So that's kind of the analogy and how we saw this.
And still skipping the very bottom tier, like ignoring it like it don't exist down there.
Oh yeah, that one's more like that person's not involved from where I'm standing. That person's not
I'm
involved.
still voting that bitch needs to be split, needs to be a real, and then a fuck. And
I mean, hype was on it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
she
Like,
goes under the fuck category.
yeah, I agree with that 100%. And
I rest my case.
For 2 straight days, we were making people fight it out. Like, why do you deserve to be in the league that you're in? Why do you deserve to be in the position that you're in? And
they're not done fighting. They're just sleeping right now.
We're gonna have to suffer like a presentation soon. Like it wouldn't shock me to
PowerPoint
receive slide
presentation.
decks. Like I'm not kidding. Like I believe there's probably at least more than one conservative that's talking about this ranking very angrily right now. They're just gritting their teeth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna
we
be
already
bad.
know who the number one person is. Oh my goodness. So many people
That's
are
going to
so
show how
upset.
much they care.
So Jesse, what did you think about Ducky's? I don't think you were able to properly give your breakdown. I think Ducky did a pretty okay job against Arawaka. I think his argument was flawed. I think basing it solely in law was the mistake. Right? Because the law says that an officer must fear his life, right? And so if you're going to do that, you have to ask yourself, could the officer have put himself in a different position? And if the answer to that question is yes, then the unaliving is unjustified. At least that's how I see it.
One of the biggest things I think people missed out on when they talk about the situation. They almost bring it up, but they don't go through with it. That ice, when she hit that gas, the sound of what was really happening versus what was the projection of the vehicle were two different things. Hearing that thing go like 100 mile an hour out of nowhere, I could see that officer thinking it's coming at him like 100 mile an hour, even though she wasn't really gaining much traction. You get what I'm saying?
So the main issue is when you look at the timing that it took him to actually draw his pistol and pull the trigger. That's what makes what you're saying very highly unlikely, because he was able to pull the trigger faster than most officers are able to do in the range during training, which means that he had the decision to pull the trigger before any of that even happened. He was ready, looking for his go. And that's essentially what we saw, because as we know, things extend exponentially in a real world situation. So he shouldn't be remotely close to what you could do in training. And he is cutting that time in half, where normally we're seeing that the training time should be tripled.
I mean, I don't know about all that, because she was already moving forward before he even grabbed his
Sure,
we could just
go back and
look. We
could just go back and watch the tape and see how fast he was able to draw and pull the trigger, which is significantly faster than an officer could do in training.
Just like they also mentioned
the fact. Hold on a second, Ducky. Just like they mentioned the fact of whether or not she was parked. From my understanding and my remembering of the video, we didn't see any brake lights when he walked behind the first time. And so that would indicate that she must have been in a parked position, because if she was in drive going forward, we would have seen brake lights. If she was in reverse going back and not moving, we would have seen brake lights and the backup lights.
You're missing a piece, Elsie. You're missing a piece.
What's that?
Because she puts the car in reverse.
Right. So that means that the backup lights would have then lit up. What I'm talking about is when the officer went behind the first time, I don't remember seeing any lights.
Yes,
I don't remember seeing brake, backup, nothing. So that means that she had to have been parked in at that point.
You said something about training, Lim, a minute ago. I remember going to the academy and how we train, 2 or 3 weeks at a time. What evidence do you have to provide to back up the claim that you made about that we're trained differently at the academy opposed to what he did in an actual.
No, I was asking. I
was
wasn't
asking
saying
Lim.
that they're.
No, I'm saying
sorry.
Lim. Lim's the one that made
My
it.
bad.
Sure. How are you trained in the academy?
Yeah, so we spend 3 weeks. We start off at 5 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards, 25. Then we go back to 50. We train with both arms. We train with our hands, one hand behind our back, the other hand behind our back. I mean, what more? Do you want more depth?
Sure.
On that,
So during that training, you're trained to unholster your weapon, mark your target, take off the safety. Correct.
Most law enforcement carry Glock, so we don't have a safety.
Okay. So that's a different conversation. But during that time, what's the average time that they see in training of when you're able to mark the target?
Yeah, as soon as
from holstering the weapon, marking your target, pulling the trigger. What time is that?
I would say maybe 0.6 seconds.
And I'm just pacing around my living room real quick. Let's see what that actually comes out to be.
Yep.
In the middle of y'all, while y'all figuring this out, I just feel sorry for every single person up here who has to put gas in their car. I mean, 370 in Texas. You motherfuckers outside of Texas must be hurting. Where's y'all
382
gas at?
today.
Over $4?
382 up here. It's going up tomorrow.
382 is not bad because
So
here in
it is
Texas, it's pretty low at 370.
From 3 yards away, it's saying that could be accomplished in 1.5 to 1.8 seconds in training. Closer to 2 seconds.
It's almost $5 here in Anchorage.
Yeah.
That's
Lim,
crazy, right?
Anchorage in the house. What's up?
Lim, where are you getting that information from, buddy?
That would be multiple sources.
Which one?
We can go with forscience.com. We can go with law enforcement simulators. We can go with
what's the article's name, brother?
USCCA community, and then on top of that, there's 5 other sources here that are put there.
Yeah, what's the article's name of the first one?
Lexapool. The name of this specific article?
Yes, sir. The first one you referenced.
Sure. For Science. We'll go right to that.
I love For Science, by the way.
Okay. So that is the name of that article is Startle Response and Draw Performance. So that if you scroll down, that's research. Yeah. Startle Response and Firearm Draws from For Science.
Okay.
Now that is also in a simulation, not in a real world scenario. So what we also find in a real world scenario, and I could source that as well, is that time increases exponentially.
Okay. Do you have the source for that now, or you have to look it up?
I'll have to look it up. These are just things that I know off the top of my head, but I don't have the sources off the top of my head.
Wait, hold on a second.
Can somebody put me in a big box?
Ducky, go ahead and go through that first. No, there's nobody up here to do that yet.
Which one, sir?
What's up? What you trying to show us, man?
The actual position of the officer at the point where she started reversing. This is it. I also wanted to point out the direction of her tire. She's actually like on her view, she's got her tires pointed towards the left.
Yes, but that's as she's reversing, and then you see her turn her wheel
right
direction.
So right here is the moment that she starts to reverse. So this is where the officer is at the moment she starts to reverse. If you look at, I know you can't really see it right here because I'm tiny, but anyways, you can see the wife's arm reaching for the door handle. If you in the little mirror image right there. This was from his perspective while he's walking from one point to the other.
Yeah, but this okay. Okay, if
this is how
this
it
is worth.
starts. This is how it starts. Though.
Just hold on.
What
It's worse.
direction?
This doesn't help your argument.
It's not helping my
If the
argument. I
wheel
don't
is
have an
turned,
argument.
just
I'm just
I
pointing
mean
out some
this
facts here.
right. The fact that you're stating doesn't support it. Actually, is a detriment to the person that would make this argument. What direction is he going from this video? Is he going to the back or the front of the vehicle?
He's going to the front. This is when she starts to. So he had the
She reverses,
altercation.
yeah.
He had had the altercation with the wife. He walks back to
Okay.
his vehicle and starts to walk over there towards her. While he's walking over
Right.
there towards her, she starts to back up.
This is
And
the beginning of her backing up.
This is the position where he's at.
Right.
While she starts to back up. Now the wheels are turned towards the left, so that automatically brings her in front of him, right? That
No.
puts him in front. Yeah, yes, it does.
They're turned to the right. Look at the picture.
They're turned to the left. Her left. Okay, so that's going to bring, when you go backwards, that's going to bring the front of the front of the
Everyone, I
car
want you to look at the
towards him.
picture in the bottom right by the plus button before
You're
me because I
right.
don't.
You're right.
Just
Her
yeah, there we go.
left.
There you go.
The person that's driving is on the opposite side. So what is that? Which direction is she pointing the tires at?
It's incredible. Just go ahead. You got it.
I mean, am I not speaking English?
You can do that
All
again.
right,
I give you one more.
You
One
don't
more.
speak English.
Announcement. We are all coming back to the live now. The meeting has ended. Shawnee boy, I'm gonna drop you because I'm gonna drop and take your box, and then Belle's gonna take my box. And then we're gonna get this show back on the road.
So I am back,
so
folk.
Ducky.
Oh, go ahead.
Ducky. So the sources that I see right now adds about 1 second in a real world situation to the simulator, due to the multiple steps that it takes. So you have the like all the cues that need to come into play before that. Sources would be backyard brains, easy license, and
Why are we referencing a simulator? Why are we referencing a simulator when we're able to do live action fire in the field? I'm confused about that.
In the live action fire, are they testing the times?
Yes, you absolutely can, just like it would be a simulator. I'm just confused as to why we're referencing a simulator, like I said. So,
Well, I just pulled the source when I did a general Google search. I listed multiple sources in that case. I'm sure that if I go down that list, they're going to find the times that the officers pull. The conglomerate of all those different sources scraping the internet just through Google, they found that the general consensus that it was between 1.5 and 1.8 seconds.
for a simulator,
And then on top of that, no, not just that was one source that referenced a simulator of a source that you said that you were a big fan of. All right. So then we take that into consideration. Then we see what they're doing in the range. That's another one of the sources, one of the many sources that I listed. Okay. Which came to the general consensus here. It's not like I pulled something off of Reddit.
no, I understand. You do have a source for a live action fire, is what you're saying then.
I do. What are we
Meaning
debating right now? Can I ask what we're debating right now?
I'm debating
They're
that
talking
the
about the
officer's
Renee
response
Good.
time indicated that
Right.
that echo's killing me. That the officers oops, sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. I would offer that we can continue doing this, or we can go back to the list.
Okay, let's go back to the
I
list.
will
'cause
say,
wanna-
I will say we need to have. I think it's best to go back to the list.
Yeah.
Let's get to the list.
Can we start with B?
I'm okay with going
please?
back to the list.
Let's start with B, please.
Are we starting with B?
Yeah,
Or
we're starting with B.
okay, because I haven't said a lot. I got things to say too.
We
but
have
can
we
go
have
with
Oh,
B.
well,
other
wait.
people
You know
that we
what?
have to put
Let's
onto the
do-
list as well. But if y'all want to start
Okay.
at
Are
just
any of
have
them?
one
Let me
question.
ask you this, T-Bone. Let me ask you this, T-Bone. Do you
Yes.
think any of the people that need to be put on the list are A or S tier?
Chris, what would Chris
there are
be?
conversations for one person. No.
And who is
never
that
mind.
person?
Never mind.
No.
never
Okay.
mind.
Chris.
Wait,
Chris.
no.
Can you
Admir.
hear me?
Admir.
Admir
Oh.
and Chris.
Admir
Who is
said he's
Chris?
not a debater at all, so he would have to.
Are you talking
be-
about Chris,
So-
who was in here in your live
Yes.
earlier? The Chris, Chris needs to be added too.
I don't know who Chris
Yeah,
is.
I agree with
don't-
that.
No,
Chris,
wait.
he's got a lot of
Walker.
followers. I can't think. Chris, What is his full name? He debates in the mornings. He goes lives and
Cowboy Hat
debates.
Chris.
Huh?
T-Bone. Cowboy Hat Chris, right?
Yeah.
The light skinned boy?
Cowboy hat,
Or
Chris.
light skinned man? Cowboy Hat Chris, yeah.
Does anybody have
He
a
wears
picture of his
the
profile? Because I don't think I know.
Admir should be at the top of this list, in my opinion. Well,
He said he's not a debater, so I don't know.
Yeah, Admir can't be any higher than B, right? Ain't that what we said? If you say you're not a debater, how can you be anywhere near
no,
A?
I mean higher in the B. I would put him.
Did y'all go back to doing that?
Wait.
Oh, Dim K Dot is here.
I
Did
thought y'all were
we
discussing
did
like
put
the
Dim
point
K
system
Dot
shit
somewhere,
like
didn't
that.
we?
We
Is he
discussed
on?
all of that.
Yeah. Dim K Dot, if you're wondering where you are on the tier list, it is at A. You were at an A tier
Hey,
debater.
how did I not
Yes.
make it to S? I'm offended.
You were an S.
You were,
an S, and
and
people
then
demoted you.
yeah.
Why did I take a demotion?
So,
Because
and let
people
me
are
bring up the
jealous.
criteria for you real quick. So, boom, 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 boom. Okay. Able to present and ground arguments, can give entailments of opponents' arguments and deconstruct them, is willing to go into the trenches, aka spin the block on the ops. Debates often, and then has a variety of topics that they discuss. So I believe in your case, it was not that you didn't meet all of these qualifications, but that you were not as good as individuals in S tier. Pretty much like you can't plug and play. You can make the
Who's
case
in
for
S tier?
yourself being back in S tier. Yep.
Let me see who's in S tier.
Okay, so we've
'Cause I
got
could be
the
critical of myself.
Observance, MAGA Slayer, Jesse reads books, Moon Goon, Officer Real Talk, Mike DePere. You can see the names. So yeah.
Dorna, yes.
Wait.
I don't know Mike the Patriot, Jeff, Officer Real Talk, Sean, don't know him, Cubby, yes. Moon Goon, Chewy.
Sean is Commissar Sean. My
I
dad.
don't know how he did it. Hold on. There's people on that list right now that are
Only because
better
I
than
wouldn't
K-Dot.
consider the only people on. I don't know a lot of them. Sports Mom.
Not the first person.
You said what?
You're
You
not the
put
first person to
C
say
in
that.
S tier?
Are we talking about the same C?
Yes.
Phil, bro? C? Yeah, that's her. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I think that C is
K-Dot.
definitely smarter than anybody on A tier 1000%. Maybe I'm being biased there. I don't know.
The only people up
Why
here
is
that I
MAGA
wouldn't.
Slayer on there?
MAGA Slayer's pretty good. He would smoke the shit out of you in a debate. I know that to be factual.
He's never smoked anything. I mean,
MAGA Slayer
all
hasn't?
he does is ask you a couple questions, mute you then his entire life, and then he doesn't really debate.
Yeah, he's the fucking ChatGPT guy I was talking about. He went to the point that if you've been in Doug's Discord, you know that he even has the bot that is updating the talking points for everybody else to be able to chime in.
Okay,
on the
so I have a
panel.
question now. The names.
All of them
One
are
second.
sourced.
One second.
Types
So
in
the
the prompt.
names on the tiers are not in levels right now, right?
They're relative, but they're not ironed out. So we put them in close enough.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This S tier, there's people on this S tier that they should be a tier above some of the people on this list.
So yes, now thank you for saying that. We have a S plus tier. Obviously, I'm gonna be in that tier because T-Bone. But we're gonna have. I think the top 10. I think we're trying to figure out if it's gonna be top 10 or another number. But these are gonna be the individuals that are got on the app. Nobody's able to touch them. They're just the shit. So.
I do think that the S tier need to duke it out to be in the S plus. My personal opinion.
Yeah.
I know.
It needs to get out to
actually get a
be
vote
what?
for it.
He's saying they got to fight it out to get there. No, I think it's not realistic.
I think that there are certain people that we can grant just right off the fucking dome piece, like Adorna, Art, Mike the Patriot, Jeff, and Officer Real Talk. That, to me, and I don't know if anybody else would disagree, but these guys are people that I would. Sean too, would be people that I would put in there without a doubt. And I think that people can make cases for themselves going up to the S plus tier after, but some of these people are just no brainer. Other people, I
No,
think
I
they
don't
Why
make it
is why
understand.
difference.
is
One
Robert
second.
is
Why was
Robert
K dot?
Duran
One
your
second. Why
Robert?
was K dot taken off of S tier in the first place?
That's what I was
I
thinking. Okay. So
again,
okay,
I
can I
think it
give
was
a
because
can I
You
of the
give a
didn't give
rebuttal?
a direct.
yeah,
You didn't give a direct
It was
response, and
I can
the
actually
because
give
this
a
moment you
happened
rebuttal.
so long
escalate,
ago.
It,
I
can I
don't
just
remember the
finish?
specifics, but what I do know is
I
that
do
like if
I do
we're
T-Bone.
comparing him to okay, yeah, you go ahead then, Shawnee.
Go ahead.
Okay.
There
So
was
what
no
it was you
dictates.
were up there and the argument was made is that you don't really run the block that much.
What, other
That was the
Okay,
argument.
spaces?
hold on,
Yes, he
hold on. I
Yeah,
does.
want to
that you're
tap
not
into
going,
this. I
that you're
want to
not
tap
doing
into this,
1v7s. That was the argument being made.
That's bullshit.
which
I
is
disagree with that statement. Yeah,
bullshit.
I said that you go for these 1v1s. That was the argument that was made.
And
Um,
I clearly
that's how it
stated
came
that
about.
K dot. I clearly stated and told everybody that K dot literally comes into my lives in the morning. I
So
see him
I've
everywhere.
heard. I've been in Jam and Lose. I've been.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I've been
So
everywhere.
this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take that
Put
off
him
of the
back.
table. Hold on, just give me a second. I'm gonna take that off of the table. I have a couple of questions for you though. To what when we talk about variety, what are the topics that you debate on this app that you feel like you can smoke anybody in?
Um, I'll tell you, I'm not the best econ guy. I mean, I know the basics. I don't usually
Mm-hmm.
like. I don't say I've never really been proven wrong on econ, or when it comes. But like, I've never. I don't. But anything else, uh, all the topics we've ever talked about when it comes to the Constitution, history, uh,
Are you on abortion?
abortion. Yeah, I mean, I don't. I've debated abortion, but again, it's just
Immigration.
immigration. I've done it all.
What
Immigration at
about
the top.
philosophy?
Race.
The
Yeah, I know he
Philbro
got
shit.
race in the back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Philbro. I've talked to Philbros, but like that honestly, it's a conversation that feels like you're just chasing your tail. And I can admit where they have points and stuff like that, but like that philosophy shit just it feels like, oh, I don't want to lose a debate, but I can't win a debate. It feels like it always ends in a draw.
Yeah. So I
So I
think the
don't really go into it.
difference between and that would make a case for Maga Slayer to go down as well if we put K Dot down. But I think that the difference is that these guys also have philosophical understandings, and philosophy is pretty much everywhere, right? You're talking abortion, you're talking about immigration, you're talking about law, you're talking about race. Philosophy can go into any conversation. And so I feel like if you have a foundational understanding of philosophy and can use that within arguments as well, morality, meta ethics, right? I think that kind of helps you to be an S tier versus A tier. That's my personal opinion on that. And I think that we talked about that beforehand too, Shawnee, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so I still think even on that K dot. Now, granted, like I said, I was in lives with K dot pretty consistently, so it might be a little bit of a bias, but I've seen him activate the ought not conversations previously. Now, did he do it in a 1v7 in somebody else's panel? No. It was in a place where it was a little bit more friendly, but I've seen him do the 1v1s at that level.
Okay.
What is why do we give credence to doing it in a 1v7? Because like,
So
I wouldn't. If I was rating the opposition, I wouldn't.
Well, I've seen Jesse in 1v7s consistently, and he fucking dog walks all 7 at the same time.
Jesse's definitely another level.
And I think that's an example of somebody that's S tier.
Okay, I see what you're sayy.
So
Funny though, K dot, because apparently
no, there's
like,
people in
when
S tier that I would not put myself. Adorna, Liv, Covey, Chewy.
But when you start talking about like the sports moms and you like raise your eyebrows, that's when it's like, okay. Which like to a degree, like I kind of understand what he's saying.
I've never really seen.
Sports mom is literally just like I don't know how to put it. Who could I compare sports mom to? I don't know.
And I think y'all playing my man Rowdy being
I do
below
want to
sports
tell him
mom.
one thing though. One thing that's
Oh
disappointing
no,
is
wait,
that
hold on a
people.
second. Within
Yeah,
the
I'm
tiers, there is
talking.
no
You
ranking.
gonna talk right over
Officer,
there?
K Dot, there is no
Yeah,
tiers.
got you. Go ahead, Bell. I'm sorry.
One thing that I found disappointing is that they don't value the fact that if you're on a panel and you're going 1v7 or 1v8, K dot.
I
That
mean, I've done that.
that's
I'll
pretty
say,
much
I'll say,
spinning
Yeah,
the
y'all
block.
don't value that.
yeah. I mean, I'll do it. I got no problem doing it. It's just it's hard to find a 1v7 of MAGA that isn't a fucking shit show.
Well,
Like my
let me
panel, when
ask
people,
you a question, right? Somebody like Ari for Education. Do you know who that is?
no,
Oh yeah, that's my
Okay.
mutual.
What about Black Swan?
Black Swan, I think is dope. Yes,
No.
You don't
Black
know
Swan. Yeah, I
Black
know Black
Swan.
Swan. Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do know Black Swan. Okay. Would you say that you're in the same class as Black Swan, or better than Black Swan?
I think you're underrating
Ligma
Black
is
Swan.
at the top of A with MJ.
No, remember the tiers don't have. It's just you're in a circle. Remember, the tiers are a circle.
Yeah, we're gonna iron that out later, but
I think you guys are underrating Black Swan.
I think Black Swan is a great debater as well. High intellect. The only thing that brought her down was that she does not spin the blocks as often as other individuals that are in S tier, and
Yeah,
so
and
that's
I
why
get you
she
guys-
was there.
If that's part of your criteria, sure. I just think I think that's like I don't know how it, like, I guess I don't know what it shows though. The willingness to go in and debate 8 people at one time.
Well, it's because
So
oftentimes
the reason why,
like good debaters.
yeah, the reason why I value it personally, I know everybody else has their own criteria, is because oftentimes you start to get into a cesspool where you're literally in a echo chamber where you hear the same talking points every single day. You're not willing to challenge your beliefs. And if you are willing to challenge your beliefs, it's from your perspective of what you think is wrong. Like I go into conservatives' lives all the time. So not only because I want to be able to, like, sharpen my iron, but because I want to know the perspectives that they're arguing from as well. And also just to prove that I'm the shit. But I don't feel like a person can really call themselves a true debater if the only place that they can sit is where they're comfortable. Right? I want to be uncomfortable when I'm debating.
All right. So with that being said, and I might not know this, Kal-El doesn't spin the block.
Kal-El does spin the block. The question is how effective Kal-El is in spinning the block. And so he comes over to my panel, which is heavily liberal. He goes over to, he's been over on Liv's panel. Of course, they kick him off. He's been on Dan Trell's panel. They've kicked him off.
I'm with them every day. Kal-El hasn't been there in months.
Well, because he's blocked. He's blocked. He can't get in there.
I didn't know he was blocked.
Yeah.
And
So
because he used to go to Peaches too, he used to frequent all of them. But ever since Peaches said something, everyone started blocking him.
Did he do something?
He didn't do shit. He accused him of shit.
We can't say he ain't do. I'll say, like, if he did do something.
He did some. Remember the business thing and all that bullshit?
Oh yeah. So
yeah, and you know
which Peaches are you talking about?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's a long backstory, but regardless, like Trey,
Man, how y'all
Trey
still
takes
have
shit
opinions?
to
Fuck that
100.
bullshit. That's fun, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, Trey takes shit to 1,000. I'ma just say that. Like, he my dog, but like if Trey hot, he gonna call you an F slur. He gonna tell you sucking you know what and yada yada. Like, it ain't no holds barred with him. So
I don't know much about Trey. I've talked to him a few times in the past. He's definitely intelligent. I don't want to take anything from him, but for him to be on the same level, like, can you go back up to S?
Yep.
For him to be on the same level as some of these people, he's not a Chewy. He's not a Moon Goon. I'll give it. Moon and Chewy are some of the best ops I heard. Like, I actually listened to them. Like,
Did you know, K-Dot, that he used to be Chewy's right hand man?
I mean, I could understand why Chewy would fuck with him, but I'm not saying, I'm not trying to downplay him. I just think he's being a little overrated here. That's just my opinion.
there's a way that they're going to deal with this. You're not the first person to come to that conclusion, but they've kept him there for a while. But overall, I think that if you look at all the brackets, they're pretty fucking solid. Did you make a full argument for yourself, Dot? Like
I
based
said,
on
I
the
mean,
criteria,
if
what's your
it's the spin the block thing, I mean, that's fine. I know I
No,
don't.
because it's not though. Because you should be in S tier. I didn't know you were moved. I don't
Now,
know. I don't get it.
now, Kate, real quick before we
He's
move forward,
he's
one of
got
the
all the
things that we are like
qualifications.
planning on doing is like doing debates and shit, and people can move up. So like you can still make S tier. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't like crazy solidified or nothing like that. So you come in this bitch swinging, knocking motherfuckers off. You know, getting that S tier ain't gonna be shit for you, especially if you're already starting at A or top tier of A. I mean,
Don't worry about it.
I don't
I'll
know.
be an S plus by the end of the week. I'm all right.
You know what he just said? Oh, he said
Hey, yo,
top tier
yo.
A, but this whole time Shawnee been saying there ain't no rankings within the damn tier.
Yeah, but no, like so, like there's a
Well, I'm
Okay.
saying it's not.
no.
He's saying that it's not right now. Like the way you look at it currently, it's not ranked, but there will be ranks by the end of this shit.
You
Pack
go to
metal.
B.
The problem
You
is
go to
LC.
B.
The problem is LC
I'm
is that
fucking with
people.
both y'all, man. Come on.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, you've been here the whole time. I don't know why I was about to re-explain it to you.
Can we go to B?
Sometimes T-Bone is just low.
So real quick, one last one. Hey, Dot.
Yeah.
All right.
If you're an NBA player, who are you comparing yourself to?
If I'm an
Relative to
NBA
the
player,
list.
who am I comparing myself to?
Spud Webb.
Yes. In terms of your debate skill, that's how we've been using the analogy for people to understand the
Spud
different
Webb.
parts of the tier.
Kobe.
I think I
Shit.
don't know why Indica's at the top. Can we take Indica off that top? Like it was weird.
I'm only gonna say Kobe because I don't need to pass.
Oh, so you think
You don't need
Can't
help.
move Indica.
you S
Indica
plus
changed
tier?
their name.
I don't
So
care.
you think you S plus tier?
Yeah, I don't need. No, I just don't need to pass. I didn't say I didn't need. You know what I mean? I just don't need to pass. Like, I'm
No, see,
scoring
Kobe.
60.
No, Kobe's S plus tier.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
S
listen,
plus tier. So you gotta.
I'm just being real. Like I said, economics. Economics I may not be able to come to the table and have like a full on discussion about economics. Like say, I know you guys got Econ Mike on here. That's like his thing. Like he could debate it and like just knows a lot of shit about it. It's never been like the thing that I really delved into. Like I said, very basic. Outside of that, I don't think I really have like a real weakness when it comes to debate and topics.
Hey, he said he done it for the S plus. You might as well set up one with T-Bone. No, I'm just
No,
playing.
I don't think. Like I said, I'm gonna be honest with you. S plus, where like Adorna and I think Liv and Chewy belong. I don't think I would put myself on that level.
Well, K Dot, can you beat T-Bone in a debate?
Who?
Can you beat T-Bone in a
Oh,
debate?
LC trying to start drama. Don't
This
you don't
T-Bone?
need to answer that shit.
Yeah, I think he's talking about
T-Bone
me.
right here.
Yeah.
What would we debate about? We're on the same side.
Whatever, pick it.
Look, see, LC trying to start some shit, dog. Nah,
I don't.
If he not
If
challenging
you want me to be
T-Bone,
honest, I think that I think LC probably knows way more about history or geopolitics than I do. But if we talk about
I wasn't talking about you. I was
abortion,
talking
for
about you and K-Dot.
example, yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think that K-Dot knows more about history and geopolitics. But if we start talking about like abortion and we get into like more of the philosophical conversations and shit like that, I think that I might be a little better than him at that. And that's just because he's saying he doesn't dabble in it much. But I think it just depends on the topic, me personally.
And do you know what that sounds like? Two S tier debaters. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So Shawnee boy, you were saying that. So pretty much the love of the game criteria is what dinged me, and that you actually thought I deserved to be in B for that.
I thought for sure you were A, but
A lot
you
of people
haven't really
said
been
that when
around
they
a bit
saw
more
you, it was on. I'm not
messy time.
not trying to cut you off, Shawnee. I think I'm on a delay, man. I feel like an asshole, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
No,
Y'all got moon boots and B.
No, I'm an A.
Only because the
A?
love of the game is low.
Yeah.
He would
Yeah.
normally be A, and he could compete for S for sure.
Well,
The
there are
problem is
definitely
that
people
he's-
on S that I can go toe to toe with. I'm not saying that I'm significantly better than anybody on. I don't think that there's anybody on S that I would be significantly better than. I know I think that I might have like the topics that I can get some one-offs on, but a lot of people in S tier I can go toe-to-toe with. In terms of, I really think that A is like the right place for me because I think that it's the love of the game that dings me down to, keeps me complacent at A. I do
Where's my
not think that
boy?
I'm a B tier debater.
Where's my boy Just a Bill? Y'all don't fuck with Just a Bill?
Who is Just a Bill?
He be with Queen V. I see y'all got Queen V on here. Or Aaron.
Queen
Y'all
V
don't know
right down
Aaron?
there.
His
She
group?
right down here. She on the panel.
Hello.
Oh, what's up? No,
Who
that's
was
not. Is that just? Oh no, I thought you were talking about Queen V Lee. Okay, I'm thinking of the wrong person. Okay, I got the
Hey,
wrong.
we
I didn't know there was
gotta
two
we
of
gotta
y'all.
expand on some of these names, man.
Yeah, y'all gotta
I feel
switch
like
it
there's a
up.
lot of people with similar names.
So no, then y'all don't know Aaron and Just a Bill.
Aaron,
Nah.
you would
Aaron,
put Aaron, wait,
you
know
can't.
Aaron.
Aaron is one of the smartest fucking people on this app.
Now, we also
Conservative,
have we
liberal.
also have an unk tier.
She's like she's liberal.
Are you talking about Auntie Erin?
No, Aaron. She just goes by Aaron. I don't know if people call her
She's
that.
a mod in all their spaces, T-Bone. You know Aaron. You definitely know
We're talking
Aaron.
about Auntie Erin.
I don't know Aaron.
For fuck's sake,
I
yes,
don't
you
You
do.
put, if you
Oh,
put time
is
in
she the one that
Tommy's
was on
life, you know
TG's
Erin.
panel that I got into it with?
Yes.
Okay, Aaron is really good. Not an S tier debater though. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying
Respectfully.
that's not on the list. I didn't know if you had on the list.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know where I would put Aaron at. I'm not gonna lie.
I wouldn't say she's a debater though, K-Dog.
Let me ask you a question, K.
No, she debates.
Do you
I'll make an argument for her.
do you think the
doesn't spin the
biggest
block.
reason that you're aware of the Jasmine Crockett situation, right? How she lost the election.
Yeah.
What would you say is the reason that she lost the election?
Dirty politics and she had a bad ground game.
Dirty politics. What part of the dirty politics?
You know, they play those tricks and they try to do like the closing of the things, or like trying to keep them early so people could vote. And I mean, that's not necessarily dirty. It's part of the rules. I get it. I just think it's bullshit to not let people vote and then not count the votes that were casted after 7 o'clock or whatever the fuck that report was, and how that could have affected her. But I think one of the bigger contributors was she didn't run the right type of campaign. I think she could have won, but there was a lot of votes left out there that people didn't vote. A lot of people didn't vote. I think it was like one county she could have won that didn't vote, and then a few other places I think where she could have had more of she should have had more of a presence. Now, what led to that or didn't lead to that, I won't speak too much on. But I think maybe she just I just think the Democrats are showing their weakness when it comes to reaching the youth and their ground game in certain areas. They still need to evolve.
Yeah. I would not disagree with that assessment at all. Okay, we got to get to adding people. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Belle.
So yeah, if we put Aaron, I would put Aaron here at the top of B, all the way at the top.
I don't.
Yeah, add Aaron at the top. Put Aaron at the top.
I don't think Aaron would be top of B. I think that she might be lower B, top C. And the only reason I'm saying that is because on top of the fact that I feel like she's not one of the better debaters, she also doesn't spin the block at all. And Aaron will drop you in a fucking heartbeat. She don't give a damn. If you say something that's bigoted, or if you cut her off, or she feel like you saying something goofy, your ass get muted. She don't play that.
I do think you have to be able to actually debate people without like if your go-to is I debate these topics, and if you don't agree with me, you're getting dropped and blocked or not talked. Because I've tried to talk to Erin too, and she just flat out won't even debate.
Oh, I don't know her to be like that. So
no, so y'all talking about Aaron Squire, the other Aaron.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, then we're thinking of a different
Aaron.
Okay, we're talking about
panel.
different Aarons.
Yeah,
okay, good. I'm about to say because I don't know Aaron to be like that at all. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I came up. It's a different Aaron.
They're talking about the Aaron
Bex is
from
talking about Auntie Erin.
Katie's live.
Bex is talking about
Talking about
Auntie
the Aaron from Katie's live.
You're talking about Erin from DACA's live, right, Bex?
Yes.
Yeah, they talking about Auntie Erin. Tell me.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's what I'm saying. What K Dot was talking
Okay, so
about,
it's
the
different. We're
Aaron I
talking
was
about
talking about.
totally different people. I don't know her.
Does
Yeah,
anybody have
that's where I
profile
came up.
pictures? That would help me out so much because I don't know none of these people.
I'm not
The Aaron,
screenshotting his
one
profile.
second. The Aaron
You
that
know,
K
with these
Dot.
tiers, T-Bone, you're supposed to
Hold
do
on,
that.
Johnny. Hold on,
One
Johnny. Hold on, Johnny.
second.
What, Bell?
Why does he always do that to
I think
me?
you guys got a
You're
delay.
so
Because we
Relax.
can't
Yeah,
hear
but
you, Bell. You're
we're on a
whispering.
delay. My internet is
I
terrible. It
know.
messes with the panel.
The Aaron that K Dot is talking about should be at the top of the B list.
At least I would put her there. At
Okay,
least to
how do
start
you
off.
spell her
Put
name?
her. She's the first one, T-Bone.
Just
Aaron
ERIN.
Squired.
Aaron
It's
Squired.
her last name is Squired. She got she got her first and
At
last
the
name.
top. At the top.
Yeah, she's no. To be honest with you, I don't think anybody in the B tier.
That's
could
who
fuck
I'm
with.
talking about, Queen.
I know you're talking about Auntie Erin. Are you talking about her?
No, it's
K-Dot?
another Aaron. That's what we talking
I
about.
don't know if I put that
Not this
correctly.
Erin.
Not that
Okay.
Aaron. Yeah,
That's
we're talking
Okay,
about.
that's my bad.
No, you good, Queen. No, the Aaron
Okay, so
K Dot trying to talk about is Aaron Squired. That's her last name is Squired. She have her first
did I
and
spell
last
it
name on her
correctly? I don't
profile.
know if I spelled it right.
I think so. That's
Let me
I
pull it
know,
up.
but
I'm
that yeah.
gonna
But
tell
she
you.
is good at econ though. She's very educated.
Yeah, no, she's
Okay,
fucking.
so then Auntie Erin will go lower. Let's see. What is Auntie Erin's thing? Is it just Erin?
It's just Aaron.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
it's
just
just
leave it
Aaron.
as Aaron then. Who else do we got to get to? Dan
It's Aaron
Trell. Where's
Squared.
Dan Trell
Aaron
going?
Squared.
Aaron Squared. Oh, did you
Aaron
say
Squared.
Is it Dan
Squire
Trell
or
A or S?
Square?
Aaron Squared. It's Aaron
Squired.
Squared.
I think it's Squired.
No, it's Aaron Squared.
Oh, it's squared.
Okay,
Okay,
so
yeah.
it's
I know it's something with an S.
like
too.
this.
Yeah,
I don't know. Oh
she's
my
live right
fucking
now.
god!
Yes,
Give me a
Aaron
second,
Squared.
guys. I don't know what the hell's going. Okay, there we go.
SQUARED.
I'm surprised Keith isn't on this list.
D. Boom. There we go. I'm terrible with typing.
Keith is good, but he
Oh
will
yeah,
go
Keith.
head.
Nah,
Keith
Keith
will be
should be
O-head
on here.
status.
Let me see who y'all got in C.
Keith should be
Keith?
definitely in the
Yeah.
high A's.
Kayak don't know.
Who?
Steph don't know.
Might even be in the S.
Linda
You
don't
said
know.
who would be in A's?
Snacks? I've seen them.
I think Keith.
Yeah.
Keith.
Wait, you put snacks in C?
Keith is O-head. He can't. He
Yes.
won't qualify. He's
Oh,
O-head.
you said O-head? Oh, yeah.
No, but he's an old head that got
Yes.
wisdom and got the
Yeah.
ability to philosophically handling discussion too.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So I'd
Yeah,
make the exception for him
He's-
being
yeah,
a
my
B
boy.
or A.
I think.
Yeah,
I think you got to be
And
careful
he
with
a
that one.
veteran
T-Bone.
too. He be heavy on the military
Why?
conversations too.
I think you got to be careful on that one because there's a couple of other O-heads I think that's on that list that you have to put into question based on that criteria.
Hey,
I would just put
Like
it
who?
O-head.
I
Who
could
can
put
bring
Uncle-
philosophical understandings to conversations?
I'm just saying. I don't want it to become too big. I'm just
these niggas-
suggesting O-head. I think
Are
you got
are most of these
O-head.
niggas even still on the app debating?
Hell yeah.
Some of them, yeah. Most of them.
Hey, y'all got to put my nigga Royal in S tier. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie to
Hey,
you.
look, that's what I was about to say. Uncle Royal.
Who
Even
is
though
Royal?
Royal gotta
when he
go
get
O-head,
pissed
don't he?
off, he ain't gonna let you speak sometimes. Goddamn it! But he can talk about anything. He a historical.
Y'all don't got my nigga Ant on here. Y'all know Ant, man. Stop playing.
I tried to
Man.
put N on there multiple times and nobody
Yeah,
said
and
anything.
you gotta put Ant on there though too.
I don't know, man.
You
Oh,
don't
hold on.
know
Let's
Donald
let's
Trump.
let's start because you know more about the academy than me, so you can help me with this.
Ant's not
Right.
the academy. Ant's his own thing.
Yeah, I know, but I
We
know
get-
the academy deal with more of a subsect of people, so that's probably why you know more about Ant than me. But so
y'all got-
would Ant? I don't think Ant would be S tier though.
Where's Itchy? Where y'all got Itchy at?
Itchy is in B tier.
In A? Hey, yeah, he's in S. Just so.
Put him in S. You
He's
got him
in
in A.
Hey,
Gotcha,
all right, lives
okay,
in
yeah.
S. All right, so lives in S. Who else is in? So y'all got Adorna in S. That's all right. Who else is Academy debater? Kiana's great. Cantrell does his
Kiana
thing.
would be a
Y'all got
A.
Rowdy.
I've seen Kiana before.
Yeah,
I think
Kiana,
she's an
yeah,
A.
she's too good.
I don't know about
Y'all got
who's the
Rowdy
other
in S
one?
tier, right?
There's another one. Who's the
Mermaid.
is it Mermaid? That's what I'm
Mermaid.
thinking of.
I think she S.
Mermaid's. I would put Mermaid in the S.
Yeah, she
Mermaid
she
doesn't
out
spin
there
the
talking
block. I can't
politicians,
put her
bro.
in S, unfortunately.
Yeah, the spinning block part. Yeah.
Okay, if you gonna de-rank her for that, then fair. But everything else, she's dope at.
Yeah, I do think that Mermaid
Um,
is one of them heavy hitters. And then there's another one, isn't? Oh, I know Aaron. She got the blue
Black
background.
historian.
She has the
Somebody
blue
Aaron Squire.
background with like the brown
Squared. Nigga,
braids
stop
in her
saying
hair.
Squired.
I'm sorry.
Aaron Squared.
Yeah, I know who you're talking. Yeah, she.
Square.
Oh no,
Yeah.
wait, no, that's
Yeah, no,
no,
she's an
that's
elite.
no. I'm thinking of Erica Shante, right? Is that who I'm thinking of?
Yeah, you're thinking Erica Shante, who should be on
Okay.
here too as an S tier.
Um,
This is Aaron Squared. I'm trying to get it to not be blurry, but this
Okay, yeah.
Aaron Squared. If you ever see it's a black woman, glasses. She this thing fuzzy the motherfucker. Yeah, her.
Oh, I know her.
Yeah, no,
I've
this
Yeah.
never
if
seen
you want
her
to talk about an
before.
econ debate, she has
Yeah,
never.
the
When you start
econ,
talking numbers, smoking boots.
yeah.
Yeah,
I've been in a
no.
couple of panels with her. She definitely she know her shit about the econ.
I'm gonna have to go over there and see where they at. Okay, Dan Trell, old head, definitely know a lot about history. B tier,
What are we
or
I
we
doing
think it's
with
C tier.
what are we
think I
doing
have to
with
push
J Will?
back.
You said who would be
Wait,
to?
T-Bone, I think I have to push
Push
back on
back on him
Mermaid.
being
Yeah.
Mermaid being A tier.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
gonna push
about
back
to
on Mermaid because
Yeah.
Why?
Mermaid, Erica Shante, Hector Talks. They all do this thing called MAGA hunting. So that's
They do
literally
that. They do
spinning the
that.
block.
Yeah, they do
That's
that.
literally what you're talking about.
When
They
they
do
MAGA
that.
hunt, did
That's
they
a
host
part
their
of
own
their live.
platforms, or
And I
did they
got
go
another
to
case
other
too.
platforms? Hold
Yeah,
on.
the reason
When
why
they
it's not
No, they
spinning the
go
block.
to wait.
Yeah,
They go
Spinning
to
the
they
block
go to their
is not
platform.
spinning the block in one live.
Wait a minute. No, they go to multiple different. It's MAGA hunting.
It's always the same
You know how
live.
duck hunting? They spin the block in one night. They will
So
go
they
to
go
multiple
to
different live, multiple different MAGA live.
Yes.
And they stream that shit on their live. I'm not. That's the whole thing.
So they'll use a separate device while they're streaming on their
Yeah.
computer and show themselves in another live debating. Like she'll be on Jam and Lou's panel, she'll be on a random MAGA panel, she'll be on Mother Dragons, whoever she wants to debate.
The lady with the annoying voice, Texas.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Hey, look, and also I will say she flipped dopamine. Like she was the first one to go in there to befriend her and with all that.
Dopamine was
Okay,
easy.
let's
She
get a
got
couple more
slayed.
of these guys
She got
out of
slayed.
the way
With her
real quick. So
platform though, she
I
did. Mermaid did flip her. She did. flip her.
I've never seen. Do y'all think Mermaid is a philosophical person? I'm hearing crickets.
I've never seen her run.
I haven't seen it from Erica too. I feel like they probably could, but I don't think. Like I'm thinking like Erica versus Liv
Erica, yes.
is a no.
Erica, yes.
Erica
Hold on.
Shante. Okay, so
Erica,
let's
yes. Mermaid.
let's put
yes.
Erica up
Mermaid,
here
I
then.
would Yeah, Erica, yes.
For Mermaid, I think I'm gonna just leave her here for now, around where Kiana is. I'm just be honest with y'all.
Definitely deserve to be made.
I know y'all fuck with dopamine. I would put dopamine in the C tier. I'm putting dopamine. in C tier.
I don't
She
fuck
shouldn't
with.
even be on the list. Why is she even putting? Why are we?
Yeah, I wouldn't put her on the list.
I would not put her on the list.
Why?
I wouldn't put her on the list.
Dopamine.
I wouldn't
Dopamine.
put her on the list.
Because
Why
she's not a
wouldn't you put her on
debater.
the list?
Yeah.
No,
she's-
wait,
she's
hold
definitely-
on a second. There are non-debaters on this. There are non-debaters
Yes.
on
No,
this
wait.
chart.
There
Does
are
she
people, they're
participate in
non-debaters, but
having
they're
conversations?
Wait, hold on.
Hold on. Does
Yes.
she participate in
Yes.
having conversations with MAGA?
100%. I've
She
seen
was
Dope's lives.
MAGA.
She was MAGA. She was
She was
big.
MAGA 3 months ago.
She was
Yeah.
big MAGA a few months ago.
Wait, 3 months ago? Oh yeah, that's
and
C
she
tier.
now- No, she
Yes.
got no. She was MAGA for a few. She was MAGA for a year or two when she first started voting. She was on this app. We were talking to her. We've been debating her for years, a year or two on this app. She finally saw the light again, voting for Donald Trump. flipped, and now she does now she has
Yeah, she was
educated herself.
MAGA way before that. What are you talking
Cool. I'm
about?
just saying in my experience, me debating her. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I understand that, but I also
But bro,
feel like
she went from debating us about what she knew over there to completely educating herself to now shitting on MAGA.
Okay, hold on a minute, because what do you mean debate? No, 1 second. I really want to tap into this. What do you mean
Okay.
debating,
She is
y'all?
shit though,
Because
MAGA
she
now.
would sit there with her red hat, and she'd get all the conservative.
Yes, she was
Stop. Let me finish my sentence. She would get the conservative guys and the conservative women to come in there and debate y'all. She just sat there
Yes,
and
I know.
watched you.
Yes, I know. We went from debating her that way, and she even admits she was trolling. She'll tell you she was underinformed, all that shit. She got herself informed and has changed her political stance. She now actually will sit down. She will pull fucking the Constitution up. She will pull I forget the thing she pulls up when she's talking about immigrants being able to allow into the country. She has debated OSA. She has debated fucking every day. She's Red Hat Patriot, Swarthy, fucking it's dudes that come up on her panel every fucking day, MAGA, and she debates them all day
You're
long.
gaping too hard. You're doing too much.
I'm not.
You're doing too much.
I'm stating the facts. You just
She
don't
shouldn't
like
be on the list, in my opinion. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No, you
I mean,
can't just say she can't be
I
on the
don't.
list.
Yeah, she's got to be
I
on the
mean,
list.
I-
It's just about where
We can
she's
put
on
her
the
on
list
debaters
at.
that's
She
on the
called.
list.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
She
yeah,
called all
because
Republican men
we got
rapists.
we
Like, what
got
are you
non.
doing?
Hold up, Bill. We do got non-debate on there, so it's like she definitely,
Wait, how
did
old
the
is
work.
she?
She
I
did the
don't know.
work, I would say, but she still said a lot of harmful shit to about our
Wait, but
community and all that.
We
So,
dad, you know who I'm
in
talking
my
Well,
about.
then
opinion,
she's
she did.
inconsistent in her own
yeah, I know who
ideology.
she
She's
is, but
got to
I'm
be a
asking
C
how old
tier.
she
Exactly.
is.
Yeah, that's
She's
why.
not C
That's
tier,
for
she's
that.
D tier automatically. Because how the fuck do you change your
I
opinion
agree.
within
I
3
agree.
months and
Yeah,
all of a
that's why I
sudden you're
say
higher than D?
she's gonna be on the
D.
list, but she has to be low. She can't. Yeah,
She's
she
D
can't be
tier
up.
Put it on the
easily.
She's
D.
not D
Put her
tier.
on the
She's
D.
not. Y'all not gonna put her
Wait,
on D
damn,
tier.
how old is she?
She's young. She's in her maybe mid 20s.
So then how did she
Mid
just vote?
20s.
What do you mean?
No, you
She
can't put
voted
her
for.
in D tier though. I'll
She
say
So
voted
you
for.
just said she just
I said from the
voted.
time she's just starting voting. She said she wasn't voting when she was like 18 and 19 and stuff. She said when she finally got into politics when she got on the app. Now I don't know how long she's been on the app. Belle said she's been on the app for a few years, so she
Wait, when
may
you
have
say
voted.
mid 20s,
You
that
gotta
lady's
let me
not in her
finish my
mid
sentence.
20s.
You gotta let me finish my sentence. I don't know her exact age. She says she's still in her 20s, around. I think she's around her mid 20s. I don't know how old she is exactly. So, but based off what she's told me about her experience, she didn't vote early on, like when you can, 18, 19, 20 years old. And then based off the past
Can
few
we
elections that they're
can
based
we
off
just
the
move on? Put dopamine in D since y'all want her on
Wait
the
a minute. Why
list.
no.
y'all
You
hate
got
me
to
so
put her way
hard?
above QB. Nah, that's
No,
y'all
don't
she's
put
She's
her.
not
there.
above
She's right
QB.
there. She's
Nah,
right
don't
there
put
with
her
I
in
QB.
D.
look.
No,
I'm.
she's
She's
I'm gonna
not
just
above
say.
QB. She's
I'm
I
below
gonna
say
just
she
say
could
this.
be a
Casa.
My
C for
only
sure.
problem with putting
I
her
say
any
C.
higher is because now think about this though. Breeza is in C tier, right? We got people like Mari, right?
Which she shouldn't be.
Renee.
She should be
So
in prison.
I would say her and Duran would
but
match.
Can we go?
so
Can I? I'll be honest. Can we go look at B tier? Can we just go look at B tier? I'll tell you she's on B tier.
No,
wait,
she's not.
hold on,
Bruh.
hold
Can I
on.
look?
Now,
She's
when we're
not
talking about B tier, we're
right now.
talking about people like Lumberjack. We're talking about people like Unicorn. We're talking about Noelle. If you're telling me dopamine is on the
Broccoli.
same level of these people, Broccoli, T
Fuck
Mac, like,
no.
come on now.
Arwaka.
She
No.
just got in the building. Like, she
That's what
ain't
I'm
been
looking.
here.
I'm just bro.
All
Can I
right, all right.
look? Damn. Damn, y'all act like y'all.
Wait, damn,
I'm
she
sorry,
can't
we
hold
jumping
her own
ahead
against
because we've been doing
Osa.
this for like the past 48 hours. So we
Listen, I want
already.
you guys to understand one thing though. I've never had an issue with dopamine. I've never
Oh
gone
my
back
God, we
and
don't
forth
gotta
with
make
her
it
like
this
that.
deep, Bill.
I'm basing it
Bill, you
off.
taking it too
Stop.
far.
I'm
I'm
trying to.
basing it.
Yeah,
Can you
Bill, you
stop
are.
and let me
Yes, go
finish my
ahead. Go ahead.
sentence?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm only basing it off of what I have seen, her interactions. Like,
Yes.
there's no bias here.
Okay.
I've
Cool.
never
And
fought with her.
I'm looking at B, and I'm
Wait,
looking
why
at.
was she MAGA?
Oh
Did she
my
ever explain it?
God, bruh.
Because she was a troll.
Go ahead, Kate. I just look at the people and then tell us how you feel.
I'm literally about to say, looking at the people on B tier versus y'all criteria, I wouldn't put her on B tier because she doesn't travel the block. She barely gets up on like friendly panels because she likes running her own space and interacting the way she wants to interact because she, whatever. At the end of the day, if you want to put her on C tier based off y'all's requirements and who's in C and who's in B tier, I'm okay with that. God damn, that took
I
way
just
too long for me
don't.
to be able to say.
The only thing for me though, outside of just spinning the block, I really could see a case for because I didn't seen like because here's my thing, right? Demkata, and I'm not trying to call nobody out or nothing like that, but like if there's inconsistencies with even her switching, it wouldn't make sense for me to grant her just because she's on the right side now. Pause.
That's
While
fine.
also
I'm
being
not giving her
anti-black
no
with me,
bias.
but yeah. I think if we
I'm not
do,
trying
I
to
think
give
it
her no bias.
should be closer to this side of C though. If we do C,
If
No,
unless
she's
y'all are hard
anti-black.
set on D.
No, she's not.
Not no more.
Yes, she is. Let's be here.
Not no more.
But then none of that matters.
No,
Being
fuck you,
anti-black
no,
does
fuck
not
you,
matter.
Wait, not about
Being
this list or
anti-black
anything.
doesn't matter.
Wait, Shawnee
that's
boy,
valid. It doesn't have to matter.
it
But
doesn't matter for the list,
we
but
are
it
not.
matters in real life. The
Yeah,
fuck?
like what we're not.
No.
going to do-
It does matter for the list
But
because anti-blackness doesn't
don't put
anti-blackness
Breeze at the
doesn't matter
bottom.
to the list, just like racism doesn't matter. The only reason I brought it up is because of inconsistencies within your own ideology. You can't claim to be on the left side of the political spectrum and think that
be anti-black.
voting for right and be crazy anti-black in that way. It doesn't work.
What makes
that
her
way.
anti-black right now?
So
That's what
I
she
saw, me personally, I saw a background that she had of depicting MAGA in the cotton field, black people, and it was
We say
saying
that
that
all the
she
time
was
about
selling
MAGA.
MAGA. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
We do
mad
that all the time.
anti-black.
Everyone does that.
Yeah, it's
Everyone makes that.
anti-black
All
then.
black people make that. All black people. Me, Itchy, Liz.
Wait,
We've
is
all
she
made
black?
that joke. Yes,
Yes,
she's
she
black.
is black.
I think we are really overdoing this.
Okay,
Put her in
what
D.
else?
I think.
Just put her in D.
I
Put
think
her
we
in D
I
are.
and
don't
let's move
think.
on.
Wait, hang on. She can't make that list. That hoe was on that list 3 months ago.
Exactly.
Okay, so I guess we would just have to.
Nah, chill.
No, just
Let's just
what
no.
are we
We're
doing,
moving
man?
off of the
Is she better
topic. We're
than
moving off
Breeza?
of it. Dopamines and D. We'll
Okay.
just leave it there. Okay.
Can we throw
Who is the
Theodore
other
back on
people?
there? Because
I
we
got
didn't
you,
get the
Jess.
answer for
And when I
Theodore.
said that, I mean it with love.
We didn't get
But
an
this
answer
is
for
like
who?
honest people's feelings, though.
Yeah.
That's what makes it like accurate. What
Uh,
somewhat
We
accurate.
also
And then
gotta
everybody
hold
gets their
on.
opinion.
Where
in
where
this.
did?
Tebow, we
Hold on
gotta
just a
get to
second. Where
Bex
did?
too, because Bex got a few things to
Yes,
say
yes, yes.
too.
We're gonna do
You know,
that in
she's
just a
talking shit
second.
too.
Where did we put Dan Trell? Because I skipped over him. Sorry.
We
Dan
put
Trell,
him
if
in
you
up tier.
I say
We
at
put him
least
in.
an A or
I'm
at least probably S.
well, if we're looking at the criteria, he doesn't.
B.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't
true.
really see him spin the block.
Yeah, true.
B.
Um,
And he
what is
does. He does. He comes into my lives. He's always come into my lives for years.
okay? I'm
I would
just
put him in B.
okay.
You're
I
not
think he would
really
be a
that
solid
much of like a.
B.
I wouldn't say you're spinning the block.
Yeah,
I
he's
am
probably on
spinning
the
the
same
block. You
level
don't
of
know me
OG
from the old
Unk.
days.
That would definitely be a B. Okay, so we'll put Dan
I
Trell.
used to have crazy lives.
He's too
I
smart
know. I
for
was in them. I
Damn,
modded for you. Are
that
you
feels
crazy?
low. I ain't gonna lie, dog. That
No,
feels
I'm
low.
talking about 7
I
years
feel like
ago.
so like
I
my thing
know.
with Dan Trell is like I feel like most of the time that he hosts his lives, it's always the old nigga wisdom with him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's I don't know, man. It's difficult because like when I see somebody like Liv making arguments on his panel, he's giving way more thorough breakdowns than what Dan Trell is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, honestly, I would put Don Trell in the C tier. I don't think that he's a bad debater, but I don't think he does the best job of articulating himself. I don't see him really do the best with even opposition. Even when it's like an easy layup, sometimes I see him like conceding points to them, or I feel like he automatically goes towards anecdotals.
Well, conceding
He
points
is
isn't
a
necessarily a
tier.
terrible thing. But
He
I
is
think he got a
tier.
lot of
Why are we even
historical
debating it?
points. I think he make
He's
a lot of good
tier.
points when it comes to history and understanding.
He's a
Like,
history teacher. He taught at the
yes,
college
yeah,
level.
I agree
and
with
I'm
that.
like,
Yes.
he's educated for sure, and I seen him make some good arguments
Hold up,
before.
wait,
But
Bex,
I
what do
feel
you
like
mean?
Not
Every time
recently,
you win a
but
debate, you get a
all
smear campaign.
it's true. These things go way back.
So Dan Trell is 100% Unk tier. I think everybody can lock in on that one. I think
yeah,
y'all
Yeah,
all
Not
I think
everybody.
B is
underrated that it is
fair.
Unk tier.
I'm
Because
not that high up in B then.
Noted next to his name, I said A tier.
Okay,
okay,
wait. Manny
so
is definitely lower than Don Trell then.
Okay,
It's
so
not ranked
then
within the classes just yet. I don't think.
And lower
Yeah,
than Arwaka and lower than
yeah,
Unicorn and
definitely.
lower
we
than
gon' we gon'
Definitely
we
Broccoli.
gotta
go get to
take
that. We
Manny
go get to
down
that. We
after
go get to that.
yesterday
Okay,
debate. You
because
gotta
Which
take
is
we're
why I
still
Manny
put
to
Manny
adding
C.
more
C.
people. We're gonna do so. What
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna
gotta take
do
Manny
is
to
just
C.
keep adding more people for like the next day or two,
Oh yeah,
and then
TG, you
that
were there
last two.
yesterday.
TG is where?
No, TG was there yesterday, which is why I was like,
Yeah,
there's
the
no way in
debate
hell.
yesterday from Manny. That was
I
that
didn't hear
got him
him.
demoted to C.
Bro,
Yeah.
that shit was eyes closed, hand tied behind my back, no effort, layup. After he said it was like, after he was like, how is she? She's not a debater. I'm not a
I think
debater anymore.
Manny
I
is a
retired.
Once
solid
he
B
said
tier
Donald
debater,
Trump
man.
ain't doing nothing wrong, that was automatic demotion. Like,
Yeah.
like nah, bro.
And then he
Yeah,
said
but
no
but
other presidents ever confronted the lobby. He wasn't even familiar with who set up Israel's nuclear program, even though he kept
Exactly.
referring to it. Yeah.
I think he's a solid B tier. I don't think he should move
No,
down to C
he's
tier.
not. That was a layup.
We're talking about niggas like fucking Kayak, Peace, Duran. Yeah, I don't.
Peace who?
Yeah,
Peace
he's
B-Rock?
definitely
District?
better than them.
Yeah.
Wait, then he would be
Unless
at
we're
the top
moving
of the C
people
tier.
with Peace, he's definitely better than Peace.
Snacks is FBA, bro. Why Snacks
Snacks
never
is
should be.
entertaining. Automatic S tier
Snacks
for me.
is Snacks
There are
is
two
C.
people that
What
I
you
want
mean?
to
He not
throw
high.
in there.
He is
Hold on,
FBA.
guys.
That nigga
Hold on,
FBA.
While we're
I
I have
on
a
don't
the
care.
C
He's
tier,
entertaining.
You
there are
automatically
two
disqualify him
FBAs
as
I want to
FBA.
add.
That's my
Okay,
opinion.
why is
There's
Bell's
two
eyebrows
FBAs I
coming
want
in
to
here?
add.
Fuck you.
Okay, we got
So
Kenneth
Bell's
and we
eyebrows
got
is hilarious. Follow.
we got
That's
Wait a
like
Kenneth
putting
and
minute.
we
If
Spencer in
if
B tier.
dopamine being anti-black
Spencer.
does not get her taken off, then Snacks being
Oh
FBA should
yeah,
not do
T-Bone.
anything to
Somebody's suggesting
him either.
Mojo. If you know Mojo.
No, I don't know Mojo. Let me
Yeah,
get to
he's
some
A
other
tier.
names real quick because I thought, is
Who's
there anybody else
Mojo?
from the academy that you think needs to be on the list? Levito,
Where my nigga
C tier.
Fent at? Where my nigga Fent and Levito?
Wait, your eyebrows
Levito
look
is
so
whoa,
good
whoa,
here.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
No,
Levito's
Fent
not
is
C
C
tier.
at best. C
Le-
at
Huh?
best.
No,
Levito's
y'all
sm-
tripping.
no.
Stop it.
Levito
What?
Stop it. Fent
Listen,
is an
Wasn't
emotional
Levito?
crash
Won't
out.
Levito MAGA
listen.
too?
Fent is an
Nah.
emotional
Levito was
Y'all get the
definitely
fuck
MAGA.
out of here,
What?
bro.
Fent is an
Nah,
emotional
Fent funny though.
crash
That's my
out.
nigga though. He funny.
Fent is funny.
Yeah, nah,
Fent is
I think
funny.
Fent is a
Fent
good
funny.
debater, but
Nah,
okay.
Yeah,
So
Fent is a
Levito.
good debater
Fent
when
is
he
a good
taking it
debater, yes.
serious. When he not trying to troll
so what?
MAGA. Like he can really
Someone
kind of
said
argue some
Levito
shit.
A
No,
for
Levito
I'm
is
gonna say
show.
this. One
Levito
second. I'm
is
gonna say
A
this.
is
I
Hold on,
crazy.
Levito
K
is
Dot got to
not.
give an
Hey,
argument,
stop
guys.
it.
K Dot got to give an
Hold on,
argument
yeah.
for Levito, y'all.
But Levito, go ahead, yeah, go ahead, Kate.
please
Levito.
don't.
Levito at worst is B tier, dog. I've listened to Levito talk, and he isn't. He's a Trump supporter. I don't know, you know what I mean, where yet, but he's the most unbiased Trump supporter that I've run across on this app. I'll give him that. He is smart. He is a two-way advocate. He knows his shit. He doesn't like I don't know him to travel the block a lot. I can't say that he does or doesn't. And like again, philosophically, that may those philosophically and he used to. I know they said he goes in like Adam Calhoun spaces and stuff like that. I don't know how frequent that
You
is. I
said
don't know
that
if
he's
that's
a
like a metric for
two-way
you. I don't.
advocate.
Yeah, big time, big time.
I might
I
gotta
think you
I
might be
might
being
gotta
too
find
generous,
him.
K Dot.
I might gotta find where
What,
he
that he's a
at.
two-way
Spreading the
Let me say
black
advocate?
on
No,
him.
something.
wait, no,
Levito.
hold on,
T-Bone
Stop.
want to
I'll
You're
say
debate him.
I'll
talking
say
about.
this. Are
Stop.
you
You're
basing
talking
this
about
off of the last
Kenneth's.
6 months, K Dot? Or are
What'd you
you
say?
Stop.
saying throughout his TikTok career?
Again, I'm telling you, I know Levito today over the past few months, and I can say it C tier feels a little too low. If you want to put him in low B, I'm okay with that, but I don't think he's on the level with none of these people. I think he's better than these people in C. Most
You
definitely.
think he's better than
Yeah,
Most
he's definitely
I
better
can
than
agree with
Renee.
that.
He's definitely
I
better
can
than
agree with
Renee.
that. I can agree with
Hey,
him
Dot,
being
you are
bottom B,
literally
like
talking
at the
about
very bottom. Like you see where that corner meets that
you
corner.
are.
He's
You see
definitely
that corner,
above Manny too.
T-Bone? No, not the
You
top. At
guys
the
are
bottom, that
literally.
corner, where that corner meets that corner, that's where Levito's name at the bottom. No,
Wait,
all the
hold
way
on a
down.
minute.
it won't
So wait,
let
hold
me
on one
go
second.
that
At the
far down.
bottom.
Hold on a minute, though,
So Dot, I
T-Bone.
got a question
They're
for you. Do
literally
you think
talking about.
Levito
They're literally talking
Yeah, we
about
can't hear you.
you were literally talking about. You do realize that Levito is Kenneth is Levito's best friend, right? You guys realize that, right? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't care. Listen, he hangs out with
That don't
Peace,
matter.
and like it don't matter. I don't give a fuck who he hangs out with. I'm saying when he makes his arguments,
No, he agrees with Kenneth. Even
you
I
gotta
don't
let
agree
me
with anything from
again.
Kenneth.
No,
I've
but
heard
Levito
him.
can
That's
make clear,
terrible.
concise.
Yes,
Levito hits the tiers. He does.
yes, he
He
does.
does, and he does spin the block. That is
Yes.
true.
Okay, there you go.
But he is not better than anybody above, like anybody else we would put on B list. Levito's name has to move down.
I was
Respectfully, he's
so
just
what
not
I was
in
about
C
to
tier.
ask. What I was about to ask. I mean, not K Dot. K Dot. Do you think Levito could go 1-on-1 with OG Unk? Do you know him?
No, I don't know, OG.
Wait,
Okay, damn. I think that was a good metric for that.
If you've got Noelle in B, you also have to put Lady Google in B and Cass in B.
Lady
Ooh,
who are
Lady
those people?
Google.
We don't know who
Lady
these
Google.
people are.
Yeah, she's often on Maga Slayer's panel.
Damn, it's almost
She rolls with Olive and Doug, and now she does the Polititties with Cass, where Noelle
Polititties.
used
Oh my God, this
Noelle
list is
used to do
getting never
Polititties with her.
I don't know who these people are.
Real quick before you go with that one, Moon, because you're gonna have to fight for them to be on the to be on there. Can we discuss Spencer and Kenneth? Because we all know these people.
All right, so
And I
Spencer.
think we can
Spencer
all
would be
have
an
an
L
input there.
nigga for me. That's just personally, but
You know where you would put Spencer? You know how in like video games you start off with A, and if you go all the way to the end of the alphabet, you start getting to the numbers. That's
oh, you
where
must not have
Spencer.
seen the last category. Let me show you.
Go far down.
This is our last
Wait,
category
no.
here.
T-Bone, I'm gonna need you to start spinning the block.
Yeah,
Bell's,
I gotta push
Bell's-
back.
Bell's eyebrows wants to be on the list, but I do want to ask
Who
you
is
about
Bell's
snacks. I don't have to.
What about
snacks?
Automatic S tier.
S tier
I ain't gonna lie, the hog boss
Exactly.
white
That
guy.
picture looks good.
The hog boss white guy is hilarious. Why do y'all have that?
This is diabolical.
Listen, there's a Bell's eyebrows. There's a Bell's eyebrows.
Nah,
there's a
somebody
Bell's
said I don't. I
forehead.
just typed it in. They tell me the names. I just type it in. I don't know who said it. So
Listen, there's a Bell's eyebrows, there's a Bell's forehead, and there's a Bell's chin somewhere. Now, I want to ask
oh
you
my
about
God,
snacks.
who is
Snacks?
doing this? What
I
the
don't know.
fuck?
Snacks?
It's all
Bell's
Bell
eyebrows is
accounts.
crazy work.
I want to talk about snacks. Why would snacks be in C?
Hey, no, hold on. Can we get through
Snacks is
Spencer?
FBA.
Snacks.
eh? All he do
How
is fucking monologue, word salad.
have you seen me and
misinformation,
Snacks
bro.
debate
I
before?
debated him. He's trash. I debated Snacks before. He's trash,
T-Bone,
and
I
he's
defended.
FBA.
No,
Hold
but
on.
I'm saying
T-Bone,
He's
I
I'm
FBA.
asking.
T-Bone, I defended
Yes.
you against snacks.
Right.
What do you mean
Do
have
you?
I said?
I'm asking. Do you remember the one-on-ones that we used to have back in the day?
Yes.
Okay. You remember when I was
Yes.
like pulling my fucking hair out because I'm like, there's no way a nigga can be this fucking dumb and make these goofy ass sped arguments.
I wouldn't put him in S, but I would at least put him in low A, high B.
I know
Hell
little
no.
niggas in sixth grade making better
Keep
arguments
him
than
where
that
he
dude,
at.
bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can't.
Exactly.
Him and Duran, him and Duran. Hold on.
Yeah.
Him and Duran are going to be
Exactly.
one and the same. So if we
It's in
move,
the
if you're
same
telling me
category.
Duran is higher
Yeah.
than C
Yeah.
class,
Misinformation,
then we can have that
bullshit.
conversation.
Wait. Okay. S
Duran
tier
is
now?
Wait, can we
all
go
that
back
shit
to
they do
Spencer
is
now?
debate. That's like putting Spencer in this motherfucker too. He fucking FBA.
Yeah, but
No, but
Spencer
FBA.
being
No, it's not about
wait, hold
FBA.
up. Yeah, it
Go
has
ahead.
nothing to do with that. Like, let's keep that
No,
a
I
buck. It
know.
has
I'm not gonna
nothing to
say
do with
that, but
that.
I'm just saying. Come on now. That goes to
No, but
like
I
the
think
truth
Spencer
shit.
should be in B tier.
Spencer
No,
and
no,
B
no, no.
tier.
No,
Spencer.
all right. So
Absolutely. No,
hold on, hold on.
Really,
absolutely.
Queen.
Can I
Don't
defend
make us
Yeah, no,
argue
dead
on
ass.
this.
Can I
Listen, I will
defend
make the
Spencer?
fucking
Come on.
argument. Don't play with
I
me. I
will.
will make the
Queen, I'm
fucking
about to
argument.
argue
Don't play
with
with me.
I
Hey,
will.
I
So,
need y'all to understand. I need y'all to understand. I hate Spencer's guts. I need y'all to understand. I hate Spencer's fucking guts. I need that man to turn to dust tomorrow, okay? I want y'all to understand this so I don't get accused of cheerleading. Unbiased, no, biased as fuck because I hate his guts. He is B tier,
all
easy.
right. So
If
I'm
you
willing.
put Spencer up against a racist white man, if you're talking to Spencer as a black person, or especially as a black person with like a parent that's out of the his FBA bullshit.
No,
But
but
if you put
Spencer's good
Spencer
at
up
clowning
against a
them. He's
racist
not
white
good at
man,
actually debating them. He
no,
can clown a
he will
white
have
man.
an
That's where I
actual debate.
disagree.
I have seen him have multiple debates with racist white people and eat them the fuck up. Listen.
So can I wait,
Listen.
Queen? Can I push back a little
Yes.
bit?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can push back.
I think Spencer is very good at laying out his argument. I think he's trash at tearing down anybody else's argument.
Bruh,
I
give me
think he
1
doesn't
second,
have
Shawnee. I
much that
have
he can
to.
talk about, and I think he finds himself in lives that he feels more comfortable with nowadays. Before, he did used to spin the block, so I was going to give him credit for that. But in terms of being able to break down somebody's argument, he doesn't have it.
Can we go back? Can I see the S tier
Yeah,
one more
but I
time
wouldn't
before I
put
leave?
him with Renee.
Wait, T-Bone.
You're telling me
You got a
would put him in
violation.
the
You
same
got
level
another
as
account?
Renee?
Wait,
Yeah, I'm gonna go get my backup.
T-Bone.
All right,
T-Bone.
bet.
I would
Appreciate
put
it.
him in
Oh.
B. I think it's deserving. He's also
Who?
B1. Black first. Spencer.
Spencer
Wait, I'm
is
sorry,
not
but you have
B.
Zionists in the S tier.
I
Spencer, he's
personally
okay.
believe
I
if
would
we
say
do,
he's okay.
let's just put Spencer C tier and call it a day because I'm not moving
But
him
you
up
have
to B.
Yes, I
Zionists
think
in
that
your
that's
Yeah.
S
fair.
All
tier.
right. At least, yes, we can meet in the middle on that one.
Can I see the S tier before
All
I
right,
go?
where are
I
we
just want to see
looking
this
at?
one more
The
time.
S tier. Boom, boom, boom.
All right, so I have a problem. Sports mom, I don't know her to spin the
I
block.
totally. I was sports mom. Yeah, she really don't spin and block. She always hosts her own
She
lives.
she spins the
And
block within her own crew,
right,
and she does
exactly.
go a couple other places. But like this was my first argument. Like I argued for her to be in, I think A because she's been spinning the block more, but like S is.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
S
that's a
is, she don't
gross.
deserve to be an S.
She
Honestly,
does not. She is not a Dorna level. She's not.
Yeah,
Level
she
I,
definitely not on the level of Darnold. No, she got to
Sports
go
bomb is
down.
crazy placement there.
Wait, this is insane. This place is rigged because you know what, T-Bone? Earlier when I said that and Sports Mom was actually really lovely and acknowledged that she does have a blind spot to things, you said I was being a hater.
No,
that's
no,
anti-black.
no.
Lower his
And you
rating.
didn't move
That
her.
was not. No.
Lower his rating.
No,
That
Shawnee
wasn't.
boy, you better vouch for me because you know that's exactly what happened.
No,
I'm
I
not-
didn't
I'm
move
not
her
giving
because
you
we
this
didn't
one.
fully address. Whoa, who got? Whoa! Why she get removed?
happened?
Oh,
She got
I don't know
violated.
who got removed. What was I saying? Yeah, no, I wasn't talking about not moving Sports Mom. Me personally, I think Sports Mom is great. I don't think she's S tier, but if I did say no, I was referring to somebody else. I promise you, I wasn't referring to Sports Mom because I would agree with you that she should move down. I don't think that you believe that she's S or A tier though. I think that you probably think she's more like a B tier debater.
I would say honestly, I would say yeah, either low B, C.
No, I think she
She's
could
a
really hold
Zionist.
her own into it. There's that, but you know,
That automatically
But
utilizing that
Zionism
alone.
is not anything we're considering.
Yo,
I think
no,
B
If
is
she can
not
debate
a
Zionism at the highest level, I guess.
Zionism's not.
I know
If
we're being
you're-
biased on that, but hey,
No, if you argue for Zionism, anything else, that means you can, and you're actually genuinely attempting to argue for Zionism, anything else you debate in, you can be cooked.
Tell you something though. Hold on.
I
a
believe
minute.
it.
No. I do want to tell
she
you
don't let
something.
me.
One
She don't let
second.
people speak either on her panel.
1 second, we dad. You do know that Snacks argues for Israel.
Oh
right?
my god, I was say, why you keep
For
talking
years.
about snakes?
He used
Guys,
to come
can
for
we
me.
stop talking about the topics that they argue about
Right,
and what they
All right,
are as a
fine.
debater?
Are we
We have
done?
been doing
Right.
this
yeah.
for
Right.
Can we
fucking
get
2
to
days
Bex
now.
Right,
now,
right.
please? Can we get to Bex?
Right.
Huh? Oh yeah.
It's
Did
like
I?
committee
Yeah.
meeting.
So I did add Mir. We crossed him out. Don Patron. Where's he going?
He is C tier at best.
Yeah.
I think he probably.
And that's me being generous. That's me being generous.
Don
Yeah.
Patron is S tier for being black.
I agree. See.
I would put him on.
Don Patron. Okay.
He tried to make
to
an argument.
You're trolling. You're
Bretta.
trolling now. You're trolling now.
Let's get to Bretta.
Bretta is S. Bretta
Nah,
is S.
brother.
Bretta is
Brother,
S.
no.
Bretta
Brother's
might
not
be
S.
A tier
No.
better, if that.
Breezy
Yeah, I
being
put him
C
at
tier is
A.
insane.
I put him
Y'all
at
are
A.
being biased. Y'all are being
I put
biased.
I
Bretta
said
at A.
Breezer was D tier. Just so we're clear, I
Thank
said
you.
Breezer was D tier.
Thank you.
Didn't
And I
say
got yelled at for that earlier too.
Okay, Bretta, go to Bretta. Bretta should be S. T-Bone. I'm
No,
sorry.
he's not an S.
Are
No,
you
he's
fucking
not.
kidding
He's
me?
not
I think
smarter
Bretta
than
should be-
Adorno. No, what are you smoking?
no.
What you stupid? No.
There's no way. There's no way Bretta's S tier, and I'm not. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, right.
Bretta
there's
is
no
S
way.
tier. And K Dot, I said
No,
you were
if
S
Bretta
tier
is
too.
an S tier,
Bell,
then K
make
Dot
the
is an S
argument.
tier. So if I can give an argument for K, the only thing I will say about Bretta
Bretta
is
can-
that hold on. Let's do this real quick. Able to present and ground arguments, can give entailments of opponents' arguments and deconstruct them? No. He cannot entail his opponent's arguments. He always misrepresents
hell
them.
no.
Is willing to
Hell
go
no.
into the trenches? That is true.
Yes.
Love for the game?
That's all he
That's
does.
true. Variety of
100%.
topics? I
Not
don't
true.
know.
100%. Yes,
No.
100%.
No,
So
Yes,
he talks
you
more.
guys-
He talks more
you
about the
guys are
social
haters.
politics of our country, right? He talks about Trump.
You're
He talks about
haters.
immigration. He talks about racism. He talks about
He
all those
talks
things.
about everything.
Have you ever seen him talk about the economy before?
Yes.
Yes. Are you fucking
Okay.
kidding me? One of his
No,
biggest
I was
thi-
just.
hold on.
Yeah, he-
I was just
let me
asking.
finish
but
my
he-
sentence.
Oh my god,
Misinformation of
man!
numbers.
Damn.
Let me finish my sentence. Are you kidding me? Bretta ran how many months of lives on tariffs and the economy? Y'all are crazy.
But that shit
Yes,
was
yes.
misinformation. How you
It's
was
not about.
explaining
It's not
it.
about
No,
that.
no,
It's
no, no,
just
no.
the fact that he does it.
Just
No,
because
I
you
know,
talk
I know.
about
I
something,
got
does
it.
that
I got it.
qualify you?
Wait, no. They said they said it's not about what you debate. It's the fact that you try to do it. Now
Yeah,
that
but
he's
you have to
doing
be
it,
consistent with
that's a
competent
point.
topics.
It's a point that he attempts, but he loses points because of the grounding part.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think he's able to entail his enemies or
That is a
opposition's
good point,
argument.
Mikey.
Now,
Mikey said
okay,
it.
so, go ahead.
No, because Mikey commented it, talking about the economy is not economics, right? And so, does this person have a grasp on economics? A
Look at
proficient
that,
one?
Mikey. You have too many
I don't
liberals.
know him, Bell.
Economics, you know.
I'm the only
Yeah.
one on the right on this panel. Y'all are being haters
Bell,
right
you're
now. It's
not on the
fucking
right.
No,
ridiculous.
but all right. So hold on, real quick. So we're gonna go off the
Can we get
question. So like,
Mikey to come up here and explain the difference between
It
economics
doesn't
and
matter. He's still a
economy?
good debater, T-Bone. He's
I
tough.
think he's
I
a great
think
debater. I
the
do. I think
difference.
he's well respected. There
I
goes
think
Mikey.
the
Somebody's got to drop down for him. I think he's
so
a
before
great
before
debater.
we
I
get
just
to
don't
Mikey,
think
can
he's
you
in S tier.
before we get to Mikey, can you show K Dot where you put Hog Boss? Can you show him that list?
He
Go
did.
down
He
there.
saw
He
it.
did.
Yeah, he saw it. The white
Yeah, he
guy.
saw it.
He made a comment
I thought
about
you
it.
didn't see it.
Can someone drop, please?
I would argue
All right,
that
I'm gonna
the
drop.
economy is talking
I
about
appreciate
like
you, TG. I'm gonna bring you
our
back up.
GDP, and economics is talking about like
TG, I'm out of
capitalism
here
versus
after this Bretta
socialism.
shit. I got to hear this and then I'm gone.
It's cool. It's cool. Yeah, it's simple, bro. Like, talking about the economy, is effectively just making observational statements, understanding
Mm-hmm.
economics, schools of thought of economics, modes of production, things of that nature. You're able to actually grasp the concepts and to be able to explain them and debate why a certain economic structure would be more superior to apply in society. Those are two different things. Just looking at the economy, talking about what the economy is doing, or observing the economy, or maybe tariffs or something like that, which, by the way, a lot of those talking points just come from media pundits. A lot of people are just going to be able to regurgitate. That is not you understanding or knowing economics. I mean, I've literally knowledge gapped people with fucking economy degrees on this app. That is not somebody that knows economics just because they talk
Mikey,
about the economy.
Mikey, I would never put him on your level, but I will ask you this:
No, I'm just saying in general.
have you debated Bretta?
Brother, no, I don't even know who this. I don't know who this
Exactly.
cat is.
And I told you that everyone on this list, there's no list for you because you're the GOAT.
Well, that's
Okay?
biased, but like,
I don't care.
thank
No, it's
you,
not.
thank you,
It's not biased
thank
at all
you.
because I've had it out with you, Mikey.
Bruh, that is
Stop.
some Krispy Kreme level glaze.
But let me finish, dude. Please let me finish fucking sentence. Why wouldn't you take my word for why wouldn't you take my word for Bretta too?
I just don't know. I just don't know. Listen, I don't know who Bretta is, and listen,
I've been in so many
maybe
lives with him. I would put
maybe
him at
this
the
is my
top.
own. Maybe this is my own bias, right? Like I said earlier, I think anybody that's MAGA in the Big 26, I just don't think that there's any way that they're not getting knowledge gapped by it.
But I'm not saying top S.
Brother, the
I
slow
wouldn't say
bus.
he's the GOAT.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, no,
I
All right,
wouldn't say
y'all.
that.
and also,
I've been live for a while. I got a lot of stuff that I got to do. So,
last thing,
yeah.
T-Bone,
Oh,
the
go
last thing
ahead.
I want to tell you, if you have a single Zionist in S tier by
Or
the
A tier.
finalization of this fucking list, bro, if you have a single Zionist, I want to see the first non-Zionist tier below them or two tiers below them to go against that person, and then we can see what reality is and take the glasses.
I think Bluntman is a
That's
Zionist.
how
Is
I
he
see
not?
that.
Like I
No,
said, I
he's
think
not a
Blutman is a
Zionist.
Zionist?
No.
No, Blumman
I'm
is
not
not a
100%
Zionist.
sure.
He used
Hell
to
no.
be.
He
Hell
wasn't
no. Yeah,
one
yeah, but
point.
he wasn't aware. He wasn't aware. The second he became aware, he is not a Zionist. He is not pro-Israel at all. Not even remotely.
So,
Who?
I
Well,
do
before
gotta
you
do a
get off,
couple of
didn't
things.
Bex?
Blumen.
I do gotta do a couple of
T-Bone.
things. I'm low key tired, so if y'all want me to leave the live up, I can, and y'all can just keep chatting about it. And
Wait,
then I'll
hang
check
on,
in with y'all
T-Bone.
every now and then if I don't take my nappies. What's up?
Wait, T-Bone, I will say this. Honestly, I think you have a whole lot of Zionists who should not be on this list too. So,
I want to see them. I want to see them
I
go
want all of
against.
their
I want to
names on
see
a
them.
list, and I
Yeah,
will.
yeah.
I
I want to
agree
Yeah,
see
with
let's
every
that.
do
single
it.
one of it. We will spin the block on every Zionist. I want you to make a comprehensive list for me and with Dad of all the
Leave
Zionists that
them
you
up.
have
I'll
in the
come out of
list that are
retirement
either
for it.
B, A, or S, and her and I will literally
Wait,
spin the block on
Kiana.
every single one.
Wait,
They're not
Kiana
mine.
is up there.
Is there
Kiana,
a
you are
certain?
on the list. You
Oh
are on
yeah,
the
I
Yeah,
think
she
list,
said
Kiana.
Kiana's A
she
tier.
doesn't agree with her
Oh,
I didn't know
Mage is
she
position.
We
was
S
put
there.
you
tier
in
for
A
sure.
tier, Kiana.
She said she doesn't agree on her position.
Okay,
She
hold up.
thinks
Because the
she
person
should
in the
be
comments,
higher or
moderate
lower.
Democrat was a Zionist for his
Lower.
phone bill. Okay, this man
Oh,
is not a
I
Zionist.
Yana, where do
disagree.
you think that
Don't
you would
listen to
sit
her.
at?
Bro, I'm
Don't
telling you,
listen to
there is
her.
no conservative Zionist that's getting me on shit. I made Cam Higby's weird ass conceited and
Kiana
he
says
followed me
C
and I
at
blocked him.
best.
No,
Yeah,
she's
no.
lying.
Don't listen to
She's
her.
lying. Don't listen
Bullshit.
to her.
I mean,
Bullshit. Don't
maybe
listen to her.
Kiana trying to fight her way
No.
up to the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Just stop.
maybe.
Oh, if
She's
she's
good at
doing that,
A.
then
She's
okay,
an
yeah.
A.
Let her mollywop some folks.
Oh,
But like,
political
She's an
mom. I
nah,
A.
forgot about her.
absolutely not.
Okay.
Wait, you
Y'all.
don't have Mage on here. Do you know
I
Mage?
don't have. Yes, I know Major Flowers.
Wait, T-Bone,
It's
do
Mage
not
you
is
know
just
really
Mage?
debating,
good.
Kiana. It's
I think
not.
Mage
It's
will
an
be a
Mage
A
is
tier
S
for
tier.
sure.
Mage is S tier easy.
I
I
can
think
see
he's
it.
taking
I
ever
can
like I
see
think he
it.
can hold.
But he
No,
don't
he
spin the
holds
block.
his own. He spins the block. He spins the block.
Oh, you got a
I don't know if he spins a
violation.
block. I don't know if he spins a block.
Well, I
I
haven't
see
seen
him
him in a
in New
while on that.
Ages. Yeah, I see him in New Ages, but he don't really be spinning the block. Like New Ages, I
No,
guess
he's
it's like
He
neutral
used to
ground, but
spin
he
the
don't be
block a
going in
lot.
opt.
no he.
But
He
y'all,
used to. He used to.
I'm
He used to. I hear you.
Wait,
finna go do a
Move.
couple of things. Do y'all have a certain tier y'all want me to leave it
No,
on?
before you go, T-Bone,
Yeah.
we didn't get to
Wait, hold on a
Bex.
second.
Bex had some shit too. Bex,
Okay,
are you
I'll
there?
stay for the
Can we?
Bex
Yeah,
one, and then
let
the
no,
rest
but
of y'all
no,
just
it's
talk
fine.
about.
No, we can do that later. I got it. Just do what
Okay,
you got to do.
so
We'll
look,
okay.
what we can
Before you go.
hold on, y'all, real quick. What we can do at this point is like Bell, you can bring up names, or Bex, you can bring up names, and then when people solidify that name, if y'all are cool with like writing down the name, and where they go, and then I'll come back and like
We can
plug
just
it
put them in
in.
Discord.
Yeah, just throw them in
Can we
Yeah.
Discord.
get? Can we
If I'm
get a Kenneth
still
before you
up,
go, T-Bone?
I'ma come back and check in with y'all in a little bit.
Kenneth is
I
L
haven't
because he's anti-black.
I
Before you
haven't
go,
seen
can we
him
get
on
a
the
Kenneth,
debate.
please? Can we get a
Kenneth
Can we?
is
Kenneth
Space
L.
for Kenneth?
because I've just
Kenneth got to
I
go
don't.
all the way down.
Y'all talk to Bell
All the
about
way
it, and
down.
Bell will put it in there.
bro.
Did we place Spencer?
Robert and Trey are
They
on
placed
S
him
tier,
C.
and they cannot do anything with somebody like Mage.
I just disagree.
They're submitting easily, and I'm telling you, some of the names that you have at the tippy tip of that list,
Mage is
not
not
only
even
can
up
he hold
there.
his own, but I think he'd win
He
easy.
would. He would. Mage should be at the top.
He's easily S tier. I haven't seen him in a
Yeah.
while. I miss
I don't
him.
know why you guys are so like y'all do know that Spencer is like very like super pro Palestine. Like he's so against Israel. Like
Yeah, because it's mainstream now.
yeah, but y'all no, he has
No,
been
he's
for
been that way.
years.
He's been that
He's
way for
been like that
years.
with
He
me.
has
He
been
used to
anti-Israel.
No, yeah,
But
but hold up. But
that's
here's the
also because
difference,
he's
though. Is he?
anti-Semitic. To be
Well,
clear,
here's the.
that's because he's anti-Semitic.
No, he's
But
not.
here's the
Stop.
thing.
Yes,
Here's the
he
thing.
is.
No,
Wait, here's
he's
the thing. Hold
not.
up. Here's the thing. Right? Is he
Is he?
anti-Israel actually having the information and knowledge to be able to hold his own in a debate against a
No,
Zionist? Or is he
no.
anti-Israel in the sense of he feels as though Israel is
He's the
wrong,
real
but
Jew.
cannot actually
No,
articulate as to why they're wrong in a coherent manner?
he's
Absolutely. Absolutely.
anti-Semitic.
Wait, hold on a
He
second.
believes that.
No,
No, Mikey, don't giggle at me. I'm dead
Queen,
ass. Like I'm
stop.
not.
Mikey,
No,
No, I'm
you
because
were
giggling
in
because
my
it's
you're
probably
playing me
Mikey,
like
the
finish
I'm
your
case.
sentence, was
saying.
No,
No,
I'm giving you
Bex,
to
it's
just
Mikey.
tell me
my
to
turn.
You,
Bex, it's
Mikey,
my
you
turn.
were in
Bex,
my
it's
lives with
my turn.
Spencer 3 years ago, and he was very pro-Palestine.
Yes, but it's because he's anti-Semitic. I
So
swear
are
to
you
God,
gonna
it's
say I'm
because he thinks it's Jewish
anti-Semitic
people
because I'm
around the
a
world.
You gotta say Bell
pro-Palestine?
and not Bex for the recordings, because I don't want no heat on me later.
Did I say Bex? My bad, Bex.
Wait, Bell,
Yeah,
Bex is
being
super
Spencer is
anti-Semitic.
anti-Semitic as fuck.
is he pro-Palestine or is he just
Literally,
anti-Israel?
no.
He is
No, he's anti-Semitic.
pro-Palestine.
I'm just
Bro,
fucking
get the
with you,
fuck
Bex. I'm
out of my
fucking with
face. He is anti-Semitic.
Okay, whatever.
He's
so
Y'all call
anti-Semitic.
everyone.
He's
Y'all
anti-black.
call
He's
everyone
anti-gay. He's
anti-Semitic.
anti-trans. Spencer is like one of the worst people on this fucking app.
I like him.
But he can debate.
You like
He can
him?
debate. Yeah, I like him.
But
He's an
he can
amazing.
debate.
He's an amazing debater too. He's a good debater.
He's anti-Semitic, y'all. I'm not saying
Wait,
that. I
hold on.
understand the
Wait,
difference
out of
between
everything?
Zionism and anti-Semitism. He's anti-Semitic.
No,
Wait, Queen Bee,
you know who
of
I
all the
would
things you
say?
listed, how come you keep repeating that one? The rest are
He
horrible
is
too.
anti-Semitic.
Okay, so I would not put
Yo,
him.
not
One
me
second.
getting
I would
recorded
not put
again.
him. I would not put him with Memphis. That is anti-Semitic. Memphis is anti-Semitic, not Spencer.
Wait, Memphis is like, if that's your metric for anti-Semitism, then
There he
you're
is.
already at the cross is burning on the lawn.
Memphis. I think Memphis is the biggest.
Isn't Memphis
Memphis
just
is like
a
the
straight
final
Nazi
boss.
though?
I'm looking at this A tier. Why the fuck is Young King in A?
Man,
What does that have to
damn.
do with
Boy,
me?
you're not the K dot. Look, I'm gonna tell you right
You're
now.
not seeing the
I hate
name
to
right
say it
under
like
it?
this. I hate to say it like this, but there
I didn't even
is a
see that
curve.
bitch. I don't know why she's there either.
K dot. There is a curve. K dot.
Danish
Hear me
name.
out. There is a curve.
A
That's all I'm
curve.
gonna say.
There's a
There's
bias.
participation trophies here,
There
man.
is
They're
a
running
bias.
favoritism.
There is
No,
no
I
way.
promise. I promise you, it's not a
Dana,
bias. I
Young
promise
King,
you, it's a curve.
Young King's not on Dana's level, and Dana's not an A.
Wait, hold on.
Yo,
Wait,
listen,
Young
listen. I
King.
was in it. Listen, bro. I was really. They try to put
Dana
Dana in
is a good
S. They try to put Dana in S.
They try to put Dana in S.
They
They
had
try
a
to put
Dana
Dana in
and S.
S.
They
They
Yo,
did.
did.
Yes.
And who fought to change that and was dragged?
yo,
Yeah, no, no, I know. Look,
bumping me
Shut
listen.
up!
This
You
down.
is
fought to put me in
this is the
C.
thing. Listen, this is the
Dana
thing
is
again, bro.
Dana's
S
in
tier,
F
S tier.
tier.
If you don't S
You
tier, if you don't
you put me in
understand
C.
philosophy, you're in circles right around you, and you don't belong in
Belle,
S
I
tier, bro.
didn't put you in C
You
tier,
Yes, you
don't
okay?
did.
understand philosophy. You cannot be an S tier, bro.
I
Like
have
that's a
that's
simple.
never happened. I should be an S tier. This is a grave injustice. I'm sick of this shit.
K dot.
Okay, so
K dot.
so
When they
challenge
took you down,
someone.
I was like,
Oh,
this
you'll
is
be
some
fine.
bullshit. But you got to remember, there's a
Yeah,
curve.
I don't even know you, big dog. So I
Listen,
was not able to lobby for you.
I will say this though. Hold
I
on,
would have
K dot,
lobbied
K
for
dot.
you.
1 second. I put you in
Had
S
I known you
tier,
were black.
but then it was people from your side that came over and put you
Ooh,
down.
ooh. Bell, say
I
the
ain't telling
name.
you.
I'll put an address
I'm no
on it.
snitch. I'm
It's
no
not,
She not
bro.
saying
This
any
is
I
hold
hate
on,
names.
when
hold on.
she
She's
do. She
Give
been
me
scared.
doing
1
that
second.
shit
Give me
for the
1 second. 1
last 2
second. Hold on.
days.
Give me 1 second.
And then they tried to
Bell,
gaslight me
I'm no
Bell,
earlier.
Bell. This
snitch.
is Bell. What am I gonna?
We'll talk about it on the
Bell,
back
Bell.
end.
This is TikTok. I don't give a
No,
fuck
just say it.
where
Everybody's
you
been saying
rank
their
me.
opinions,
I just want
Belle.
to know who. I just want to know.
Dude, leave me alone. I'm not doing
You gonna
it.
say that and then not say nothing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
I'm
You
soft.
not
could have
Belle
saying.
is
DM'd you
such
that
a
shit, K
Belle
dot, in the
likes to
first
give
place.
Belly
people
said,
She didn't
"Yo,
have to
advantage.
hold
say
up,
that
K-Dot.
shit on the panel.
No, Belle be
yo,
shaking shit up in
yo,
private,
K
but she
dot,
can't
That's
K
for
stand
dot
the
on
tried
it
to
in
bag.
public.
Yo, K Dot tried to do the low key. He said, "Listen, Bell, this is TikTok. I don't even care about that. Now let me just hear who it was.
I just want to know who.
Let me
No,
just
I would
hear
really.
what he said."
I would like to know who thinks I don't like. Who thinks I'm lower than that? Because, like I said,
I think
this.
Wait,
well,
where did
I
they
think
put you?
the only argument specifically that I heard that was made in reference to you being moved down was just
With
the
the
point of spinning
spinning.
the
You don't
block. Yeah,
spin
it
the
was just the
block.
spinning the
Yeah.
block.
I do.
That's
That's
it.
crazy.
It wasn't just leftists that said it, K dot. It was also people on the right too. But
That's
you
crazy,
had a few on the left.
bro.
You had a
I
few on the
Like
left.
who?
I was literally just in a live the other day. That live had 40 people when I showed up. When I left, it had 200.
Wait, like who?
Yeah, Dan, he is. He is.
Wait, Belle,
he's
like who? Because I
Oh, for
haven't
fuck's
really
sake, leave me
seen.
alone. Not you.
I haven't.
Don't worry about it.
I know
Don't
it's
worry
me
about
because this is my first time meeting him,
it. Yeah.
and he's black,
So-
so I would have advocated for him to be higher.
So look, there's there's still plenty of people that need to go on the list. K Dot, if there's anybody on S tier that you feel like you could walk, set up the
Bruh.
debate, set up the 1v1 on them.
This
I
is
don't know.
my
I don't
first
even
time
know.
meeting
No,
K
yeah,
Dot,
K
and
dot,
if
yeah, K dot. I would like to see you go up against like Sunni, Slayer,
I keep bringing up.
If you debate econ,
But
if you
on
debate
S
econ,
tier,
then I'd like
Trey.
to see you go against Tumblr or Econ Mike.
No, he
Yeah,
wants
I
to.
think
He
that those
wants
would.
to
I think
get
that those
out
would be
of.
valid. I think those would be valid. If
Wait,
you,
Mikey. He
well,
wants
I
to
think
get out of A
he's.
tier. Period.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying though. Oh, wait, he wants to get out of A tier. Okay, so then on
Yeah,
S
and there's
tier.
freaking again.
Listen,
Nobody's
just
talking
wanna
about it, but
K
tell
Dot,
Duran and
I would say
Tway are
challenge
an S
Trey.
tier.
I would say challenge Trey. I think that's a W all day. I think it's an easy W,
It's an
and I
easy
think it's
Yeah, I haven't
layup.
really seen. I
think it's
Kal-El
fucking
debate
needed.
like that.
But the
Kal-El's
fact that
S tier.
Kal-El,
think it's needed.
the fact that Kal-El is Trey S tier. The
No,
fact
They
in
that
got
my
him.
opinion, no. But yes, he
Damn.
is on this one. Yes, he
Not
is on this
only
one.
is
I
he
do
the
not
S
fact
tier
think
that
on
Trey
this.
the fact that Trey and Robert outrank me is crazy.
Yeah,
No.
I just met you, but it's a grave
Oh
injustice.
yeah, you should. That's who you should challenge. You should challenge
Strawberry,
Robert
Trey
because
is
I think
black.
I've challenged Robert.
Tway is allegedly black.
Challenge
Allegedly.
Trey. K Dot. Trey
allegedly
is the one you want to
Actually,
I
prove
challenge.
have
it.
Trey. Yo, Bell, wasn't I
That's
just
your
on your
answer.
panel? Bell, wasn't I just on your panel like 2 weeks ago talking to Trey and he crashed on me the entire time?
You both crashed on each other. What are
He
you talking
started
about?
that. He started
You
that
can't
shit.
go to Bell for. You cannot. Bell is going
Bell
to get her
and
bias.
No, what I'm saying is,
Where did
K Dot, Bell and Tway are part of the same cult.
What are you talking about?
You guys are in a cult. You guys are in a gang.
Fuck, I will tell you right now, you both overdid it.
Okay, so I'll do it like this. Dot, are you down for the 1v1?
Absolutely.
I think Trey is your best bet on that so far. I mean, outside of the obvious people, I think Trey is the one that you should call for a 1v1. He's down for the 1v1, and then just make sure that they copy it down. Bill, you got it?
I got what?
Tway and K Dot.
Well, yeah. Oh, K Dot, my live. K Dot likes my live.
So I'll run.
Realize
So
it.
real quick, you got to take mod from some people, right? Because if it's gonna be a
I got both
1v1,
of
they
them
can't
modded.
have mod.
K Dot's
They
modded. Trey is modded.
Neither one of them should have mod if they're doing 1v1s.
Okay.
Like there should be other
Yeah, I
people
think-
modding around them.
Wait, I like
But-
the way today that Bex and Office are moderated. So if you can have either one of them moderate, I think that would be a good debate.
Absolutely. Dan wants to
So
come up
Dan-
for 15 seconds.
Yeah, Dan can have
he
my
wants
spot.
to-
I'm about to drop down. I gotta go to
15
bed.
seconds, literally, Dan. Just 15 seconds.
I'll holler at y'all later.
Ciao.
Take care. It's nice
See you
meeting
tomorrow
you.
morning if you're live.
Have a good one, man.
Don, nobody wants to 1v1 you, dog. I'm telling you, you're not. You are at best C tier. Nobody wants to 1v1 you.
So, only thing I'll say, any S tier conservative on that list will not debate me. They know they will
Why?
lose, and it won't be close.
Robert.
Yeah, you got very
I'm
minimal.
sorry,
You
but
got very.
who are you?
You got very minimal concerns on the
I'm
S
sorry,
tier.
but Dan, who are you?
This is Dan the man.
I don't know, but I like his audacity.
He's
He does
recently.
have-
I'm just saying.
Wait, he's recently new to the
I used to do it a lot
academy.
more. I used to debate a lot more and spin the block. They will not have me because they declined to compete. It's not close, and they know it.
Sometimes someone
The
says
gauntlet
this,
has
I
been
feel
thrown.
like it's just
Literally
that
anyone.
they-
Do you have
Yeah,
anybody
that's
that
what
could
I'm
come here and
saying.
vouch for you, or like?
Hey,
Well,
Dan is
K-Dot's
legit.
in the comments. K-Dot's
Dan's
in the comments
legit.
vouching. He said he's
You
not
do
lying.
not, Dan. Dan,
Dan
it
is
wouldn't be a
legit.
good. Hold on, it wouldn't be a good idea to bring in the conservatives to tell you why they won't debate you.
Wait,
Guys,
it's not even why they won't
I'm
debate
gonna
him.
leave
He's
it on
saying
here.
they
I'm not
want to
lying.
debate.
Like the.
Thank you.
This
Thank
is-
you. That's wonderful.
yeah.
That is, I mean, not Bone.
Is
That
this okay?
fucking wonderful.
All right, cool.
Yes,
We'll leave it
thank
on
you.
the criteria so everybody knows.
Wait, I think you put bowl too high.
Wait,
It's a strong
T-Bone,
claim.
T-Bone, I don't even think
But
that
it's
Dan is
accurate.
asking to be ranked. I think Dan is saying, let me fight them conservatives.
No.
on
Someone
S
in the
tier. Set
comment
it up.
section asked for the criteria, so I figured it's better to
Oh
leave it
yeah,
here.
it's at the bottom.
But
Able to present and ground arguments can give entitlements of. That's too small.
entailments.
I know their positions better than they do.
I don't know if I spelled that correctly, guys. It's
He's
been a long
willing
day.
So
to
Dan,
go. I wouldn't know.
Dan,
I'm bilingual.
make
I
You,
the
wouldn't
you,
care.
argument.
you spelled it right.
So Dan, make the argument based on these 5 criteria where you should be in the rankings. So S plus is empty. Nobody but T-Bone's in it right now. There's S class. There's A, B, C, D, and F. And in terms of a sports analogy, S is Hall of Fame. F is All-Star. B is starter. C is coming off the bench player. And then D is, I don't know if you in the fucking league. And then obviously
Yeah.
F is trash.
Strong S tier for
T-Bone.
literally all of those 5.
Wait, but to be fair, you also
It sounds ridiculous. Ask any S tier who knows me. They have gotten destroyed in debates. They won't do it anymore.
wait. Who are the S tiers who know you? Mikey, do
I
you
mean, you
know
could
them?
ask. Trey knows me.
Tway's not S tier.
Yeah, we're taking the S tier lightly right now.
Well, I don't see the.
Yeah, I do not know
I'd have to
Dan,
look
and
at
I
the
do not know
list.
Dan, but also like I'm also not like a
Millie-
conservative, so Dan wouldn't be
Millie
spinning
up
the
there?
block. Millie's on
Like-
B, and I said Millie got to be on B, bro.
I'm guessing as to what the names are.
So
It's
Dan,
it's
why
just
do you
it's
think
not
all
a
the
fair fight to
conservatives are
conservatives.
scared of you, Dan?
Wait, Dan, if you're so
Because
if you're
they
so,
literally send bot accounts to follow me to live and make false grape allegations trying to get me taken down.
Wait.
They are terrified of me.
You're in the debate space.
Wait, what?
I'm saying they literally won't debate me.
But what about
this
the
is-
false grape allegations against you? Can we circle back on that for a minute?
Yeah.
Why? Why is that what they're saying?
No, Dan, your 15
You're
seconds
getting a
is
little
up.
quiet.
Yeah,
I mean,
this
I
is a
can't
little
prove-
quiet, Dan.
Dan?
I'm
Can't
not.
prove a negative.
15 seconds are up,
Okay,
Dan.
hold on,
Go
hold
away
on, hold
now.
on. Why are they saying that about you, Dan?
Because they don't want me active in debate spaces.
Is there an allegation? Like, is there?
There's literally no allegation.
Listen,
So they
okay,
don't
let me
support their
tell you
argument.
something, right?
They're
I get
very,
called.
very-
I've
they're
been
very,
called
very bad at
gay.
abusing things.
Yeah, so I've been called gay on this app, right? And that's because I was in a debate where somebody said, "Would you sleep with a trans woman?" And I said yes, right? Now, obviously, most people are going to disagree that makes you gay. Regardless, that's some type of substance for the ops to go and like run off and discredit my name or take what I said and spin it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, what was the specific thing that they was like, oh, we can run with this and call him a grapist? You see what I'm saying? Like, what was that?
Dan, you don't want to go there, Dan. Your 15 seconds are up. Do you want to hash this out? Dan?
Never mind.
Yeah,
then.
you're
Yeah,
not-
okay, I guess we'll just.
I can actively answer it. You just keep.
wait, why are we not? Hold on.
I mean,
Belle,
I can answer the question, or
Belle, stop trying to end the lore.
I'm not ending shit. It's just dangerous shit.
Belle is so
That's why. That's why.
Belle
I
is so
that's
funny,
why I
but she is not a
declined.
B tier debater, dog.
Shut up, Sean.
It's
I
not
told you
something
I'm
that.
DIB.
You're white.
For an S tier.
Say what?
Saying this would be a
was gonna
legitimate S tier. Come on, you can handle this. You can do this.
I'm not.
Wait,
Lucy, I'm not
Dan,
being
why
rude to-
did they
I'm not
say
being
you
rude
I
to
said
can
Dan.
answer it, but people keep talking. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
yell
let's
over
let Dan.
people
Let's let
to
Dan do
try
it. Go
to
ahead, Dan.
Yeah,
half
thank you.
explain.
Please.
So
Yeah, but our S tiers can handle this kind of heat.
All right, stop talking so he can get it out for Pete's sake. Go ahead, Dan.
So, by the way, this is what happens. No one will actually do it. But they're so terrified of me. They literally tried to gaslight a friend of mine that I used to date who has TBIs, traumatic brain injuries. Into thinking that there had been an SA. She doesn't even think that.
She doesn't even.
It's a really, really, really stupid thing.
Wait,
To try to
so what was
convince
the
TikTok
conclusion of
of.
this situation? Man?
hold on,
It's
hold on.
comically
That's
false.
not enough information.
They
She's your
don't
friend.
offer anything.
There's more. Let it.
There's
Mel,
more.
hang on. You're ruining it.
Shut up.
It
Mel,
is
you
a
don't
well
get it. You're
response.
ruining it. Dan, hang on. How do you go from having a friend and then somehow and you know I have friends.
Because they're not the one accusing it. It's bots on
not
the
a
right.
friend. But where did they get
making
to that
up.
conclusion that your friend who had a TBI was being convinced? of this?
Because they said so on a live.
Wait, what did your friend say?
That she didn't think that happened. Because it didn't. They tried to gaslight someone who has memory issues into thinking that their friend raped them. It was really, really evil to do. They offered no more
Wait.
information.
So you're saying that we shouldn't
Okay,
believe in women?
can I see if I understand this correctly? So they got
No,
your
you should
friend.
believe women.
They got your friend with a TBI onto a live and asked her if she thought you had raped her. And she said, I don't think that happened. And because of this, there was a smear campaign run. Is that the story?
It's that stupid. Yeah.
They
Okay,
told her they
so
had
Wait,
it
did
on
you
video.
have intercourse
hold
with
on,
this
hold on.
person?
You're not telling it right. Stop.
I'm
You're not telling it right.
literally not. It's that stupid.
Okay. So you were in a live, you were drunk as a skunk, and she was drunk as a skunk. She passed out, and you
That
did what?
literally is nope. That's the accusation. So here's the thing. Okay, so here's the thing.
Oh, none of that
So-
information was
so
shared.
here's
Belle,
the
you see how
thing,
you be
here's
sitting
the
on
thing,
information?
Here's the thing.
He did it to
Yes,
himself. I told him to drop.
protect
I told
victims.
him to leave.
No, you brought this up, bitch. So what happened is MAGA decided to this. So what MAGA decided to do was tried to say that I was on camera essaying someone on a MAGA live. And then somehow no one brought this up for 11 months on TikTok.
And do they have a recording of it?
No, but they said
Al?
they did, then never produced one.
I don't know.
And
That's
now
why I don't believe
conservatives keep
rumors.
following me around trying to say this because they would rather gaslight someone into thinking that they got SA'd rather than debate me on TikTok. So yes, I'm fucking S tier. They won't do it.
Oh,
I don't think you're S tier, dog. You
Yeah,
got drunk
listen,
on a
you don't
panel and you were.
Yes, T-Bone. He
That
called me a
literally never
bitch.
happened.
In
And I
the
didn't do
most
shit to him.
ridiculous way possible. That was the most ridiculous way I've
Hold
ever heard
on.
that word
I just
said.
want to say one thing.
It
You know,
was so
Dan, I've even defended
aggressively
you on this,
short.
and I've stuck up for you, and I literally just did too. I told you to drop. You shouldn't even have brought it up.
Literally don't care.
But
Eat
you
shit.
called me a bitch.
I'm
for
dropping.
what?
Yeah, because
No
they're an
stay.
asshole.
How?
Nope, not doing it. This causes harm to victims. Fuck you.
What did I do?
Oh.
Oh
So
my god.
I don't think that was very much of a S tier demeanor, personally.
Nah, bro, the whole vibe of the room just shifted. What the
Yo,
fuck
I'm
was
sorry,
that?
Don.
I just
Listen,
want to say
Don.
y'all childish as fuck, yo. All I'm gonna say,
Don
y'all childish.
Patron wanted to debate me,
That was fucked
TG.
up.
Can he
That
come
was
up here and
The
debate
amount,
me?
the amount of restraint
Y'all
I
childish for
just
that.
withheld.
Wait,
Y'all-
did you
y'all-
say he
y'all fucked up
cooked?
for that.
We dad, did you say that Dan
Absolutely, he
just cooked?
fucking cooked.
How did he cook? 'Cause
Yeah,
you
I
called me a
agree. Put him in
bitch?
essay tier. That's base. Alien is
So
so
wait, hold on a second.
but
Yes,
no, he
wait,
captivated an
your
audience.
choice wrong and then
That math
jumped
did
at
not
Bell.
math.
He
That
cooked.
math did not math. And then the attack on
Yeah.
Bell, the crazy ass,
Yeah,
like, you bitch.
got
Like,
offended.
You know the way he said it
You
was
already knew he
so.
was guilty on that shit.
He
Yeah.
what'd
sounded
you
like
do to
Ned
him?
Flanders. I don't know.
So I don't think anybody in the S tier would have a temper tantrum, curse out a
Tway.
woman like that, and then drop because
Tway.
you feel the pressure. You know, I don't think that's
Tway.
very
Yo,
S
if
tier.
y'all didn't get the
The
vibe,
one.
I don't even know what to tell you. If you're gonna tell me that every single one of you did not get the vibe when he went silent, y'all
Yeah,
were
that shit was crazy.
fake as fuck.
No,
That
no,
shit
no.
was
Listen, hold
crazy.
on one second.
Yo,
Before
yo,
we go
yo,
too
crickets
far
was
on this
insane.
shit,
cross my heart. I messaged with dad. It was like, yo, what the fuck is this? I was like, wait.
Belle, you were trying to rob us of this moment, though. Think about that.
Because it's
Not
very
Bell coming in with
dangerous.
the I know what actually happened.
No,
It's just
listen,
Bell.
No, Belle.
listen.
This is the
I
thing
will
about
tell
Belle.
you
Belle,
the
you don't
truth.
be letting
I
us
find
hear
it
the
to be
craziness.
dangerous. I find it to be dangerous because no recording was ever provided.
He's the one who's saying it, though, and he's the one being
Yeah.
accused.
Oh, he wants to come back up. Does anyone want to drop for Dan to come back up? He would like to
Fucking
have a
Dan.
conversation.
I want.
He's gonna
Hold
call
on one
me a
second.
bitch again.
Don Patron has been challenging me to a debate this entire time.
Let's go
I
ahead.
have
Set
said I
that up,
don't want to
Shiny
debate
boy.
him, but he
Wait,
wants to. He want to do it
who
right
wants to
now.
drop for Dan? Who wants to drop for
He want to
Dan?
do it
Nah,
right now.
just put it on a schedule so it make the list look
Nah.
stronger.
I
No,
want
no,
this
no, no,
1v1.
no.
If Ducky
We
got
will.
his
Hold
1v1,
on. No,
I
Shawnee
want
Boy, we're
one.
not debating Don right
Bro,
now.
that was
I know one wants to listen to that right now.
right. Ducky was
Someone
0 and
drop for
7,
Dan.
bro. All right, I'm gonna drop
I'm
later.
not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
I'm
you,
not
Gigi.
The
Jeez,
Dan
who's on
debate
dropping?
is much more interesting for this time of the hour.
Bro, at this
Dan, I
point,
stuck up for you again. I said it was dangerous because there's no recording and we shouldn't be spreading it around, Dan.
Yeah, you shouldn't be spreading that
wait,
around.
Dan, she tried
So
to
what I
defend you. I think that it was rude that
She
you
didn't
called her
say
B
it.
word.
So what I said, if so
You
we can
told us.
we can
Belle
check this
didn't
out.
bring it up. You brought it up,
So
and then you attacked
so
Belle
what
for no
happened?
reason. That shit was
So what
weird.
Belle tried to
happened? So what
protect you from
happened?
it.
Yeah, really,
Do you
deadass.
guys
Belle
want to
had
have
your
the?
back because
You guys
that
want to have the
pause, that
conversation?
fucking
Yeah, but
like 2 minute
I
pause,
can have the
that 2 minutes
conversation.
of silence where you could hear a rat piss on cotton, as my big sister would say. That shit was
Whenever you
dire
want me to
fucking
explain
volatile.
exactly what just happened.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so
Dan,
let's
if
hold
it's
on. Let's all give. Hold on.
dangerous,
Let's all give
Dude, you're an
Dan.
S tier debater according to
Yeah,
you.
like
S tier
hold
is
on. So
crazy.
Dan, you did
So
bring it
can
up,
I
but now that's out the way. I would like to hear what
now
you
that
have
it's
to
here.
say.
Perfect. All right. So what happened is I said that conservatives don't want to debate me so poorly that they will make up an SA allegation to gaslight someone into thinking that happened when there's a laughable lack of evidence for it. They claimed they had it on camera, then when pressed, no one ever showed anything on camera. They
What
claimed that
conservatives
they
put a name on
one
it?
second.
Yeah,
So can I
who claimed
I'm
this? Because some of us
am
have
I
also
am,
had
am,
bad
am I
things
am I
said
gonna be
about
able
us,
to
but
am I
that's
going to be able to state
well, you're repeating what already happened. We want
T-Bone,
new
can you give him
information.
showtime? Let him
but
explain
there's
himself.
No, oh my
there's
freaking god. No. Oh my god, Belle. I will fucking deport you back to Albania with your fucking showtime.
so
He talks too
so
fucking
you
slow.
so you
He does.
I can
S tier,
explain
you
it
got to be
one
able to put it
time
on 2x
completely.
speed for S tier.
No, you need to answer questions, Dan. You said you wanted to
I
come up here
haven't
and have the
given my
conversation.
yes
Okay,
starting
so
with
Dan, who are the
my
conservatives accusing you of
starting
this?
starting with
I know a few.
can I even open this? This is a conversation about me being falsely accused of rape.
And we
I
want to know
this
who's
entire
falsely
thing.
accusing you.
I know this entire thing because I was here.
And if
Why
their
won't you?
names are out
Why
there, who
won't?
are
Why
they?
won't?
Strawberry, you're
Why
gonna have
won't?
to let him just go. He's not gonna.
This
He's
will
just
take
gonna.
like 60 seconds.
Okay, go ahead, Dan.
This is
60
so
seconds.
easy.
Go.
Y'all are doing all the things. Okay, so MAGA, because they're scared of me, decided that rather than ever debate me, they would rather try to gaslight someone who has traumatic brain injuries into thinking that this
Do you have a
happened
traumatic
when
brain
she
injury? You said that already.
Stop, please. Let him finish.
Right.
I told
he
you.
dropped again.
Because
No,
you
because
didn't
he's slow,
finish.
bro.
No, well,
No,
wait, hold
but
on a
the
second. Why?
thing is,
Wait, what happened, Bone? What happened?
No, he lied.
yeah, the
He
most
switched
important
up
thing
his
is
story
we
so hard.
see
He
the
got
S tier debaters in a room where people are over speaking them and they're still able to truck through and make their point. Like none
He
of us
keeps
are on
making
S
the
tier
same
here.
point.
He should be able to
Bring
control the room.
him,
He should
bring
be
him
able to
back
drive
up.
his point home
Bring him back
regardless of
up.
how many times
No,
people are
I'll do this.
interrupting.
We'll do this and
Where's
get it
he
out.
at?
The S tier thing, I don't give a fuck. The S tier thing, don't give a fuck about. Listen, long story short, yes, they claim they had a video. I've met the girl that he's talking about. They still are good friends. They worked this all out. They did try to gaslight her because she has memory issues and the things she's been through. I won't get into her personal story. They did claim they had a video. They never produced it. They never had this evidence. This happened before I met Dan, and before this was a while back. But I've talked to him. I know the details and everything. So as far as this whole allegation goes, they do follow him around. The people that originally accused him of doing that, they're on the right. There's people on the left that got involved with this thing. And these bots and troll accounts follow around and bring this shit up. The people that originally did it don't even speak on it anymore because they know they can't produce the evidence that they claim they have.
Yeah. But I do have one question though, K-Dot. For people to go to these lengths just because they don't want to debate him or because the whole debating thing, to concoct this story just for
The first
the
thing
debate
that he
process?
said
They
was that there
concoct
are
the
people
story
on S tier that do not want to debate me. And then he followed that up by
because
saying that it was those individuals that came up with the story. So that's why I
I
was
don't have
trying to
anything to
tie
do with
this
that
into.
part.
Yeah, but
they
that's what I'm
came
trying
up.
to figure
He
out. Like,
said
who would
that
have
they
been the
came up with this
people?
story. They came up with this story. He said that they made up
I
this
understand that.
story.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just letting people know before this
Thank
gets
you,
out of thing
T-Bone. Can
and
you
calling
repeat
him an
that?
SA tier and all that other shit. There's people involved in this thing. There's people. There's a woman involved in this thing. When y'all do this, it's gross, and you shouldn't do that to her.
Absolutely.
So what I'm
Absolutely.
saying is
Yes.
this was a real thing that happened. These were real things that were said. These were real things that were claimed. Nothing was ever produced. They don't have it. They're never going to have it because it didn't happen. And that's
I would
just what it
suggest
is.
I would suggest he tell the
Now,
story like you just did for the future
I
because
understand
that
everyone doesn't
will
talk like me. Everyone
right.
does like y'all. At the
yeah.
end of the day, how he was talking, y'all kept asking questions. You should have just let him get it out. I get it. How he talks, whatever.
You were
Whatever. I
Well,
don't really care about that.
well,
But
Dem,
that's
I
it.
just
That's
don't
all.
like.
if his claim is that it's dangerous for us to talk about it and it's inflicting harm to talk about, then he shouldn't have volunteered it as criteria
Okay,
for
cool.
him being
Cool.
on a TikTok
That
list.
Cool.
literally.
You know,
Oh
for
my
him, and for him to
God.
switch it up that way, so all of a sudden it's perfectly fine for him to use in something so trivial as where you rank on a TikTok debate list. So all of a sudden it's incredibly harmful to bring up, and to switch it up on us like that is incredibly disingenuous.
And I told
Insanely
Not to
him.
mention,
disingenuous.
nobody brought it
I
up.
don't.
There
I
aren't
don't.
bots in the comment section bringing it up. Nobody on the panel brought it up. He
Yes,
did that
that's what I'm
unprovoked
saying.
for his own notoriety.
Again,
And you're not putting names on it still.
K
I'm
dot.
not
K
putting
dot.
names on it
I
because
told
I'll
him.
be
I
honest with you. I
told
don't remember the
K dot.
people. God damn it.
I told him to drop, and I know everybody involved.
Right.
Again, this new talking point he has that they're doing this to me because they can't debate me is the dumbest shit ever. Go talk to him.
Yeah,
Go
again,
talk to him.
like I said, I didn't come up here to defend that point. I don't think it was the best thing to do to weaponize it in that way. I think that if that's what he did, because I really wasn't in the room when he did that, that sounds stupid. I'll be honest with you. If it came up, if Lil Moon said it happens the way it happened, I wouldn't do that either. So this whole, I'll have to talk to him about that. But I just saw the comments. I
He
heard the
definitely no, he
rhetoric.
definitely came up here and brought
Okay,
it
cool.
up
That's
yeah.
exactly why I said it was stupid.
Right.
He said
I'm
it
just
like it was
saying,
street
but you're still
cred.
going and we can move on to something else
That's
now.
what I've
Like,
said.
okay, we
Literally
get
what
it.
I
So
just
just
said. That's literally what I'm
right.
saying.
Right. And I'm the
I can
moderator,
see
so
why.
I'm moving it
I know.
along. Thank
I can see
you,
why
K
people don't
Dot.
like
Thank you
you.
for explaining that to us.
K Dot, what are you talking about, dog?
Can I get my debate with Don?
No,
Let's get it on.
Please.
Why
no,
not?
God.
He said he wanted one. We don't have a topic
That was so
anymore. Let's
shady
get
for
it
no
real quick.
reason.
Let's get it
20
on. Let's do
minutes.
it.
We had it up here.
Yeah, he can
I
have
don't
my
think the
box.
officer's available to moderate right now. And so if you want like a structured debate, those are going to be scheduled. We're going to have all that information coming out very soon. But that was kind of like a officer and I are both
Can we
available.
do it
And
freestyle? Let's do it
yeah, if you guys
freestyle.
want to freestyle it, fine. But like I don't think we have the whole setup ready to do an actual
I think
structured
we can
debate.
run. I think we can run a freestyle right now. I think Don can come up and run this freestyle real quick. 10 minute, 15 minute. It's up to him.
All right.
He said, "Don't rush your owl. Put us on the
Everybody,
list."
where'd he go? Don.
I'm
He
not
said,
doing.
"Don't
I'm
rush
sorry.
your
With
owl.
all
Put
due
us on the
respect,
list."
I'm not doing a structured debate with Don. It's not worth my time.
Wait, why not? Oh, because it's not worth your time.
Have you ever talked to Don?
Well, no, but Don's black, so I assume the best of him.
He's voting for. Okay, debating Don is like debating Renee.
Wait, now hold
I
on
don't
a
know
minute.
Renee that well.
I don't know who else I could highlight for you to give you a better
Hold
view.
on, then why did you ask for it then?
Wait, where would you
It's an
rank Dawn
exhibition.
higher than Belle?
It's a quick exhibition.
Excuse me?
I'm asking
Why would
so I
you
can get
use
a
me
grasp.
as the example?
Because you want to move up.
He's worse than Bell.
Okay. Would you rank him higher than Dana?
Wait, no. Guys. He is worse than Bell. That's it. Right? And so
You just don't
And
like him 'cause
Dana
he's mad
is
that's
at
why
you.
worse than Belle.
that's not why I'm putting up a time. Me and Bell just did a pretty rowdy debate the other day. It is
How
what
the
it
fuck
is.
are you gonna use Bell as the metric, bro? Come on.
Well, because she
Come
got mad
on.
at me earlier, even though I was the nicest one about it.
You could have chose anybody else to compare Don to, and you were like,
I knew it. Right, Mikey? It's like she's picking on me all day.
I am
All
picking
day
on you
today.
now because
Picking on the
no,
other
no, no, because you're over
Muslim.
here fucking talking nicely to
no, it was
Mikey
Sean.
because
I
you're a
wasn't in trouble with that.
misogynist.
How am I a
Okay.
misogynist? I
Yeah,
just think, hey,
yeah,
hold
you're a
on, hold
misogynist,
on.
and
Yo,
you're
hold on a
not
minute.
not very Islamic of you. Yeah, I'm
Hold
just gonna
on a
say
minute.
it.
Well, you,
Not
it's
very
not very
Islamic.
Muslim of you coming for a Muslim all day, but and accusing me of
Belle,
things.
when did I come for you?
But
Mikey straight up said, Belle, ha 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 ha. It was the craziest laugh.
what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, and
Yo,
not only
fucking
that,
with Dad, please.
Sports
It's
Mom
too
came
late
up
for
here.
you.
She said, Belle,
It's
ha
too
ha
late
ha
for
ha
you
ha
right
ha.
now.
Shawnee,
Y'all
ha
are
ha ha
fucking
ha ha.
insane.
Me,
No,
I said I love Belle. She's not beating her.
you
That's all
know
I
I'm
said.
telling the truth when it comes to Mikey.
Too
He
late.
is the GOAT when it
It's
comes to
too
debating.
late, bro.
We
It's
all
way
agree
too late
Belle's
for your
not
bullshit.
B-list.
It's too
She
late for
said
your
she was
bullshit with
BDI.
Dad.
I
It's
am.
too
Hold
late.
on,
Don
Shawnee.
is worse
I
than
said it
Belle.
nicely, and then Shawnee and Mikey and Sports Mom and a plethora of other people. Let me tell you something. I said,
Wait,
put
Sports
some
Mom
respect
agreed
on my
with you that
sister's
I'm not
name.
a B? Sports Mom
Yes.
agreed? Get the fuck out. I don't believe you.
Yes, the fuck she did.
No, she didn't. Play the recording. Play it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm going over there no more.
Sports Mom did agree. I do remember Sports Mom did agree. It was in the box. Or I was watching one of the two. This was when like
Bro.
everybody was having the conversations about rearranging the tiers originally. This was like this afternoon when I got home from work.
Mikey, you've been around, especially years ago when I used to do Palestine and Israel lives. I was good at that shit. I was good.
Belle, you
It's
just focus on me
amazing.
because you're Islamophobic, but I was the only one who explained everything. And on top of that, I said I love her, and I said put some respect on her with love and light at the end of it.
Love and
You
light,
weren't
dude.
there
With
in the
that, dude, you're
beginning.
not shit. It's way too late for this bullshit.
Yo,
You weren't
hear
there
me
in the
out.
beginning.
All right.
Hear me
So,
out. Hear me out. The
Sean.
reason why I'm saying I don't want to make a structured debate with Don is because we were having a debate the other day, and he told me knowing why a thing happens doesn't have any value. So to me, that's a problem. And if that's your thought process, you haven't really considered why you believe the things you believe. Like, at least know the argument that the other side is making. And so that's why I don't want to have a structured debate. I think Belle can make a better argument than that. We ran through one of her policies the other day, and I don't think Don could have done that. I'm gonna be honest.
Now,
Don, come up and let's just tell us what you were saying. Just go ahead, come up and just tell us what you were saying.
Bro,
I'm
you
sorry
think
if I'm talking
Dana
bad.
is A
so
tier?
I have a question about a variety of topics that we could speak on. Are we saying that we're able to debate various topics, or are we saying that people have a concrete knowledge set on various topics?
Fluid knowledge. If you're an S tier, it's fluid knowledge, spinning the block, doing it for having a love for the game.
So being able to do
And,
it without having to pull sources at like
Well,
having
no,
a
you could
kind of
pull.
reference.
You could
Yeah,
pull
no.
sources. I mean, some people just have the memory retention where like they're able to like retain the information, but like you could still pull sources. It's more just like, can you step into any spot, plug and play, join the conversation? Are you not going to be knowledge gapped if somebody starts taking a philosophical route as opposed to a more surface level of being able to debate a topic? Do you put yourself in opposition spaces? Like, do you spin the block? Whether that's if you're like a right winger, do you go to leftist spaces? If you're a leftist, do you seek out right wing spaces? And then do you have a love for the game? Like, do you really put your effort and your time into doing it? Are you known? Are you seen? Are you around? All that kind of stuff.
Okay. So, like, for example, I think I was holding my own in a conversation against Ducky on the speed of which an officer is able to unholster his weapon, mark the target, and pull the trigger. I didn't have those numbers memorized, but I was aware of the facts that he was able to respond faster than what could be simulated in a controlled area versus what could be done in a.
And then when he questioned the fact your source, you were able to properly find a source that backed up the argument that you're making and provide a source that accurately depicts that. The problem was that Ducky was not able to retain the information or combat the argument that you were making at that point. Because if I'm honest with you, he shouldn't even had to argue with you about that shit. He shouldn't. That's not a point of contention in which he should argue with you. If his argument is about the law, how quickly an officer drew doesn't really play a role, right?
Right.
Fear is fear.
Right. So, yeah. So like, would that be a topic that would that be an example of me having competency on a topic?
To an extent, but like, I don't know, legality arguments I still view as like a surface level topic. Now, if it extrapolates further from just what is legal and what isn't into like what ought to be legal or what ought not to be legal, right? Then now you're stepping into, philosophical territory. You're arguing normative ethics. You're able to justify and ground that position, all of those kind of things. Then that's where I would say, okay, there's a lot more fluid knowledge being shown here. But if it's just a debate around legality, I think that's kind of more observationalist, right? As like observation of reality as opposed to conceptual. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because like I'm not able to pull law from my back pocket. Like I can't do that. But I'm able to hold my own in a conversation, apply pressure when necessary, when people are talking about the legalities of things.
But you're also able to research it fairly quickly, know where to find it, and then if somebody's like saying something, I'm pretty sure you on the spot would be able to fact check them as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why you're high up for me personally.
Okay. Because I'm just trying to really, I know I keep inserting myself in these scenarios, but I'm asking for the general observation of the list and the criteria.
Yeah. I'm curious, bro. I'm curious to hear you get into some debates because I don't really know you like that. I'm interested to see what formal debate can shake out from this between you and somebody else. You said you were left leaning earlier, I believe, isn't that?
It's complicated. Technically, I'm right leaning of center, but
You're right leaning.
Technically, if you were
What are
to
you
take
talking like economics or like socially?
if you take the whole body of my worldview, I would fall right of center. However, that's more of like a global center. But if we're looking at American politics, I'm further left than most sitting Democrats.
So are you more okay? Hold up. So economically, would you consider yourself to be more capitalist, or are you more?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
I
okay, so you're capitalist.
believe in the merits of socialism, but I do believe that a mixed economy is more prosperous for the future of America.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, okay. Well, like a mixed economy. I mean, that could be fine. You could still be like you could be like a sock dem or something, or a dem sock.
Yeah, dem sock.
Democratic social. Yeah, dem sock. My bad. You could be a dem sock and still believe in like some kind of form of like mixed economy.
Yeah, like I do believe that there is, like, it is a must that we have stronger social safety nets, but that doesn't necessarily make me a socialist. But I do believe in strong social programs.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
Mo, you're good, man. You're good on this. I think anybody in the A tier that goes up against you, they're gonna have a hard time going back with you on pretty much anything. I think you're solid on most things. I think you're versed in most things. And if you don't know something, you're real enough to say, "Hey, I'm not sure about that. Let me go look it up," instead of the "No, you're wrong" type situation.
Yeah, and I think that there could be a couple of one-offs with some of the S tier. But
here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. S tier, like you can. The question is, can you beat S tier in a 7-game series? Right? S tier is like you can beat them in a 1v1 at some point, but are you going to beat them every time through the 1v1? And usually that's
right, or at least be able to hold your own.
Trey every single time.
Listen, if you don't stop bringing up,
we have been saying,
stop bringing that shit
get Trey
up
out of there
that,
for a long time. You are
Because
not the
I'm
only person.
trying to see this.
the block with that, bro. Oh,
We're setting
No,
it up
because
for
you mean
K-Dot.
to tell me, Mikey, you're on the same list as Robert for S tier?
No.
So
Robert is. Here's the thing about Robert is he can control a room. All right, he can be in a situation where it's 7v1 and he can actually control that room. If he's being overtalked, that wouldn't be a problem for him. I think that he would react like Dan as a bit, but I think ultimately he can hold his own in a 7v1 and be able. And if you had,
Yeah, but substance, and you gotta because controlling the room is like one thing. I mean, bro, because if we just went off controlling the
Well, he
room,
also
you know what
doesn't.
I'm saying?
But Robert also doesn't debate sincerely. Like, I don't think
Yeah,
that
he
he
larps
He
too
actually.
much.
thinks
Yeah,
he's a sincere debater.
he larps too much.
I mean,
I don't even know his take.
the thing is,
all he does is really confidently give word salad. That's
Yeah,
all
I
he
don't
really
even
he
know.
does.
does
There's
I
he
no
don't
does
even
do that.
know.
However, he's
information.
also very, very good at poking holes in other people's arguments, whether it is one of his convictions or not.
Yeah, but
And
if you're just
he'll
giving internal,
Usually
but if you're
at a
just giving
very straw
internal,
man sense, though. Like
yeah,
he's
but
usually
also
jumping to.
even if he's not doing the straw man thing though, even if he's actually just giving internal critiques, but he's also not presenting his own worldview to be able to be open to critique, I still don't even find I don't even find that to be S tier. I don't think that you can hold an agnostic position on everything and only be giving internal critiques to other people's views and find
And then
yourself
be
on
S
that.
tier.
But I think
So real quick,
in a debate setting that actually could work.
so
No, it
You
Lumumba's,
can't.
know,
but that's why I specifically asked not to have that, right? Because that's to me that's just Andrew Wilson debates, and that's trash. And so I would say, Mikey, why don't you challenge him as well in a debate? I'm sure he'll take it.
Oh, to Robert?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro, dude. I've been trying to talk to him about the current geopolitical situation with Iran, because I hold probably one of the more controversial takes that even if people disagree with the war or anti-war, wouldn't even try to defend. Like, like I'm like pro Khomeini, pro IRGC. I think that they're one of the most moral standing armies on the global world stage,
I think that's a
and
wild
I
take because
defend that shit.
my argument is we shouldn't be going in there even if they did have nuclear boom booms. They're a nation of sovereignty and
Yeah, I think
therefore
that's
they
their
should have the
sovereign
right
right.
to be able to have it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's their sovereign
So
right. But I
why'd you
also
say what
think
he
that
said was a wild take?
I think that they're a moral standing army because of the fact that they're fighting against one of the most rogue actors on the geopolitical world stage, and they're trying to prevent from a continuous like killing and slaughtering of a bunch of people in the Levant region. Like they recognize what the problem is, and they're trying to actually stop and prevent that. And of course, Western powers, because of the intrinsic relationship between the two and the monetary incentives and things of that nature, are obviously going to come into play with the reason as to why the West is then going to demonize them as a result. But I just don't buy into that propaganda. I'm not a neoconservative.
All right. I think that's an interesting take. Well, have we gotten a breakdown of what Robert's point of view is on the subject first? I haven't seen him actually debate in the last few weeks since this all started. Does he have a pro America stance on this? Because there are people who do, but I believe they're like usually just the dumbest MAGA on the app.
Wait, Robert
Yeah, well,
says he's
that's what I
shifted
was gonna
positions, but
say.
he used to be
Yeah,
very much pro-Israel,
yeah, he used to be hyper
pro,
Zionist. Yup.
yeah, until
Yeah, no,
it
that's what I was
started
saying. I
getting
was trying
deeper
to
into
talk
it.
to him. I was trying to talk to him about it in another live, but they ended up ending the live, and he was supposed to come over to my live, but he just didn't show up. I don't know, he might have got busy or whatever the case was. But yeah, if he holds a position, which obviously I would assume he would, he's not going to hold the same view that I do when it comes to Iran. If that's the case, then yeah, I mean, I would love to
He's
debate him.
definitely
Shit,
like
call it out. I'm sure Robert will take it. Robert has never seemed to be afraid of any debate.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll see a full winner versus loser on that one, because
oh,
Robert
Mikey's
does have a
winning.
very unique way in the way that he speaks.
Yeah, I think there's
But
a knowledge gap there.
I
Mikey's
think that
winning.
100% you guys are locked in, especially in the way that the officer did it. It should
I like
be a
Robert,
good debate.
but he's not beating Mikey on that.
No, bro. Nobody's touching me on geopolitics. On geopolitics, for surely not.
Yeah, like I don't think he's beating you on that. Although I do think that you're gonna have a difficult time because he has changed his perspective. Although I will say, Memphis, back in the day, he used to crash out and cuss us out for like being pro-Palestine and anti-Israel, and it was crazy.
Do you know how long it took to try and get him to be pro-Pally? Years.
Yeah,
Well, now it's
the
the
crash
popular.
outs were very real back then.
It was
Oh,
fucking insane.
I loved his crash outs. I still love them. I haven't seen them. He's so balanced lately. I think he does yoga.
Like I saw in my Pilates
Are we
class.
talking about the same Robert Duran?
No, yeah, see, but he could be he could be pro Pally, but I gotta know if he's like pro resistance. You know what I mean? Because that's really the
He is
deciding factor. Because
not.
like if you're
He's
not
not.
pro resistance, you're just a soft Zionist.
Yeah, okay, yeah, hot take. I
And I'll
agree with
debate
that.
that shit too. And I
No,
will
I agree with
debate
that. I
that
agree with
shit
that.
too.
I literally used to get up there and debate for the age group. I used
Oh
to
yeah,
like
you
I
know what my profile
literally
picture used to be.
bro, they used to crash the F out because I would just be like, and what? They're like, what about October 7th? And I was like, what about it? There's no such
Yeah,
thing
no, yeah. When I
as
used to
an
pop in
innocent Israeli
conservative,
except for the children.
when I used to pop in conservative spaces with the fucking Hamas Pepe on the the paraglider, the parachute, bro, the paratrooper, they used to
Bro.
crash the fuck.
Dude, Mikey, the shit that I got for
Bro.
defending you on that profile picture, you have no idea.
Yo, wait,
Oh,
I think I still
yeah.
got it. Hold up, wait, I think I still
Oh
got
my
it. Hold
god,
up.
Dude, I
no, don't put
remember
it
when
up.
Back, I remember you joined a live and I saw that shit, and I swear to God, you made like a 6-year-old woman start like hyperventilating.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yo, have y'all
Let's go.
noticed? Have y'all noticed the anti-Islam shit that's taking over the fucking conservatives right now?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, it's no different. Like I said, bro, these people are just neoconservatives. Like modern Republicans, in the sense of MAGA. MAGA are just the what's it called? The fucking Bushes and the Cheneys of 2020. You know, of the 2020s. That's
Can I
literally all
be?
they are. So they're running the Islamophobia. They're running the whole counterterrorism. You know, all that kind of
it's
stuff.
not really
Like,
working though.
no, hell no, it's not
Right.
working.
So this is not new, okay? This is not new. That with the Islamophobia on the right, it's not new. Okay, I've been on the right for a very long time, and I'm Muslim. Now, also, I do want to. What is daunting to me is that the past year I have seen more sympathy for Israel on the left than I've seen before. That is what I don't understand.
Wait, what?
What's
That's
yes?
she making that shit up, bro.
No,
This
I'm not.
is why you are
Bell.
not B tier, Bill. You made that shit up.
Shut
Bell,
the
Bell,
fuck
Bell,
up because
Bell.
I had it
It's
out
you
with
guys.
Liv. I had it out with Liv like 2 months ago on this
Liv
topic.
was empathizing with Israel over what?
His excuse was, it's not the Jewish people, it's the government. We've never been against the Jewish people, we've been against the government. And I'm like, that's not, I mean, it
Wait, I
wasn't
have
like
a
that.
hot take. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
think
it's not a
Palestinians can be
Netanyahu. It's not a
anti-Semitic.
Sentiment.
yeah,
I
real.
don't think
No, that's actually
Palestinians
that's
living in
real.
Palestine can be anti-Semitic, no matter
Yeah,
what they
facts.
say.
Facts. Same with Lebanese. Same with Lebanese.
No, I
But
think the
also,
Lebanese can be anti-Semitic if they're not from the South.
well, yeah, my bad. Southern Lebanese. Let me be specific. But no, I do think that is like an issue with like problematic rhetoric to say when people say it's just a governmental problem of Israel, because this is not a Likud party problem. This is not a Netanyahu problem. It's not, and this is where Israel, like Zionists, are trying to pivot when it comes to these conversations. They are trying to scapegoat Netanyahu. They're trying to scapegoat the Likud party.
Exactly.
They're saying, no,
It's all
it's
of them.
just this
There's no.
They'll say it's just this far right government, et cetera, et
Oh,
cetera.
it's
And it's
ingrained
not
in
the
the
case.
culture.
Yeah, well, exactly over there in
It's
Israel,
ingrained.
100%.
But they do want to say that, you know, the unalivings and the boom booms, it's engraved in the Muslim culture. That is
No, it's
also what
not.
I'm saying. I know it's not. Listen to what I'm saying. It's okay
No,
to
she
say
was
it
saying
for
that's what
them.
they'll say. Yeah.
It's okay to say it for them, but when it comes to the other side, is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's why
Right.
whenever they were the first ones boom booming in the Middle East. So
Yeah,
I've actually
you might
seen
want to tell them that.
more Jewish hate from both sides than ever before.
that's honestly, I'm gonna be so serious. Anti-Semitism is a problem, but I think anti-Semitism is only a problem because, unfortunately, Israel keeps hiding behind it and
Yeah.
utilizing anti-Semitism to legitimize
Well
itself.
said.
And I think that unfortunately, oftentimes when it comes to talking about the Palestinian plight, we prioritize the feelings of people who experience anti-Semitism more so than the people who have boots on their necks with the Star of David on it. Jewish supremacy is absolutely a topic. I would never look at a Jewish person and tell them they can't feel whatever fucking kind of way they can feel with regards to Germans or
Yep.
Yazidis,
Yeah.
period.
Another argument that I like making too is that Israel is not an example of white supremacy, but Jewish supremacy specifically. Because if you say it's just white supremacy, you're not acknowledging all of the Mizrahi and Sephardic Jewish people that also engage in the continuous repression and oppression that's done against the
Yeah.
Palestinian and Lebanese
I've heard
people.
though that I don't know if this is true though, but I've heard that a lot of the part of the reason that they started doing the like if you have any Jewish blood, you can go there is so they could basically kind of like get like sleep with people and then just like kind of get
What?
more like white Ashkenazi Jews in the state. Is
They
that's straight
actually
up what I heard.
they don't
Like
they
I
don't actually, fun fact, the Ashkenazi population is actually a minority population there.
yeah,
If you look at the demographics, you combine the Mizrahi and the Sephardic population, they
they're
dwarf the
the
Ashkenazis.
larger. Yeah, there's
Hmm
not that many Ashkenazis. But I
Mm-mm.
heard
But
that
they're the
the
ruling
Ashkenaz
class.
They
yeah,
are the
they're
ruling
like
class. I
kind of
agree
like the
with that.
ruling class, and they most Ashkenazis are in America, in New York and California, places like that, and then they try and get a lot of them to come on the birthright trip, and then when they get there on the birthright trip, they try and get them to stay.
They do
Whether
that
it's
with
throwing
literally
late,
anyone, though.
Oh
Like
yeah,
anyone.
yeah,
they do that. Yeah.
If you're
kind
like
of
somebody
wild.
who's under the age of 25 and you convert to Judaism, you qualify for birthright as well.
Hmm Yep.
I qualified for it, but I wanted nothing to do with them.
Oh,
I don't know if there's any validity to that. I mean, of all the people that I haven't heard any of
From
that
which claim?
from any of that birthrights. The whole birthright thing is a
Oh yeah,
way
it's
to
called
to
Aliyah.
wait,
Yeah,
it's
it's called
literally.
Aliyah.
no, I know that
And
that's
then
a
you
thing.
have a lot
That's a
of
thing to
Mhm.
populate Israel with more of that bloodline. I
It
don't
is.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if
think
it's a
so.
well. I don't know if it. No. I think it's. I don't know if it's specifically for that bloodline or if it's just to embolden the populace of Israel overall. But yes, there is definitely a push for Western Jews, which are going to be disproportionately Ashkenazi, to go to Israel. Right. I mean, there's a lot of initiatives that go into that. Right, getting them to go into the West Bank to become settlers. I mean, majority of the settlers in the West Bank are really just like Westerners that are going over there to dispossess Palestinian
Palestinian people.
homes out of them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but it definitely is just like a weird orgy fest for their perverse government to utilize
True.
younger Jewish people and tie them to that land, even though they have no actual tie to the land. I've had friends who went on birthright, and it was kind of weird, honestly.
Yeah, I've heard from people that went on Aliyah that they say that they were like given condoms and like promoted
They
to
took
kind
them
of be left
clubbing.
alone and stuff like that. Yeah, go to clubbings, exactly. Like yeah.
One of my good friends, Kayla, went on birthright, and my Palestinian friend, whose family was kicked out of Jerusalem, literally could not go back because, surprise, surprise, her family's kicked out of Jerusalem, and the house was still there. And Kayla, simply for being a Polish Jewish American who was able to go on birthright, was able to take photos of the house, and it looked exactly the same.
Disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, so I'm like, if you are pro-Israel, yikes, you're not even a C tier debater or a D tier. You're a you belong in hell debater.
No. Like I said, if there's a single, like I said, bro, and what dad will do this shit with me. If y'all make a comprehensive list of
And you
every
know I don't
single
even debate
Zionist,
it
and that's why,
anymore.
yeah, because somebody was trying to advocate earlier for Mideast peace to be on the list. I said, bro, I literally just made Mideast peace crash out 2 days ago with Hibba, and he said he's taking a week break from panels. What are we talking about? Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Wait, where's Hiba been? I saw her in Breeze
He was just
Alpha's
on a
live.
panel. No,
I
she was
saw
just on the
her.
panel with me a couple days ago debating Mideast on the Nakba
Mhm.
and
We were
some other stuff.
planning.
Oh, period. Then I
We
think
were.
that's who you should debate it with, because I don't really like debating Palestine anymore, to be honest with you, because the shit I start saying, I don't think I
I
should
struggle
fucking.
a lot with that. I struggle a lot with that topic now too.
But you would absolutely, by the way, back to I did say that's something that easily, with regards to like your positioning on this ranking list and geopolitics, I said you can beat Sports Mom easy on that.
Thank you.
Geopolitics in
No,
general,
yeah, I
I
don't
think you've
think.
had.
Yeah, I don't think
Thank
Beck
you.
struggles
I
with
would put you in the top.
geopolitics. Yeah, I don't think Beck struggles with geopolitics. I'll be real, Bex. What I think that you would struggle with is like if I put you up against like some other like Marxist debaters, like an internal, like an internal debate.
Oh,
I'll
an
put you up against
internal
like
debate?
yeah. If I put you
Like
up against like other Marxists and stuff like that on Marxist theory and stuff like that, I just don't think that you're necessarily.
I mean, I'll take the feedback. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like I
Bex,
don't think that you would beat Sean, for example, in a debate on Marxism.
I've only
Or
ever
Covey.
debated with Sean. I've never debated against Sean, but I don't know that truly Sean and my beliefs are that different for the most part on a real level. So I've only debated with them.
But they
Bex,
don't
I
have
always
to
felt like you
be.
were S tier. I think you're S tier. I think when you're 100% in it, you're in it. Remember, my number one criticism was that you were on Messy Talk for a while and that you
Being
needed to
on
get
messy
right.
talk
You
is
need to get
well,
back in it.
Shawnee boy. You hate niggas with hobbies. That's crazy.
No, it's just that she literally said she wasn't on debate talk anymore, and so love for the game was a part of
And
the
it's not messy
equation.
talk. Have you been on real messy talk, Shawnee boy? They made somebody unalive themselves on a TikTok live.
Yeah, but yeah, I've been on some
I
crazy
avoid that shit
TikToks.
like it's the plague.
Like
These
real
are the
messy talk.
best.
No, that's
I
crazy.
avoid
What the fuck?
all drama like the
Yeah,
plague.
Like people
Mikey.
are joining and flashing. You
Do
know,
I
they're
know? Do I
crazy
know the
stuff.
person?
No, these are you don't know them. This is like a whole different corner of TikTok. They're not political at all. They're just messy.
Oh, they're
It's just
only okay.
trolls. It's just like who can out
They're not
troll and out.
trolls.
It's
Yeah,
a
no,
bunch
this
of
is an
Nick
entirely
Fuentes
different.
motherfuckers
They're not trolls.
Yeah.
They're
just edging
true.
each other
They're
on.
artists.
Artists
They're
of
artists.
the
That's
mess.
crazy. All right,
Yes.
listen, it's 2 a.m. I do gotta drop, but yeah, man, get that list of them Zionists, and I'll spin the block on every single one of them. Mideast piece has already been crossed off. Millie crashed out over Christian persecution in the West Bank, and Unrealness also crashed out and started insulting me and dropped me off his panel,
Who's
and I didn't even
Millie?
insult him.
Millie kicked you?
Millie Shushies. No, it was on Unrealness's panel. He dropped me because I was talking about Christian persecution in the West Bank. 'Cause they want to make the Palestine thing only about
He's
Muslims,
very.
and so I went into his space and I was only talking about Eastern Orthodox Christians and the persecution that they receive in the West Bank. And they kept strawmanning me, acting like I was carrying the water for like Muslims or
What could I?
something, and I was like,
Wait,
"This isn't what
Wait,
I'm
what are
saying."
they?
Mikey, I don't go up on
They're
his panel
Zionists.
no more because he's
Zionist
like
what though?
extremely against. He's really extremely against. As soon as he finds out you're pro-Palestine, he starts acting different.
What
Oh
is
yeah.
he?
He's a non like he says he's on a spiritual journey. But he's just like a regular MAGA neoconservative nist.
So why is he? Huh?
He's just
What does spiritual
they're
journey
our
mean?
greatest ally. Yeah,
And then
he says that he's reading the
Just
Bible and
and
stuff.
so you were beating him in an argument by basically saying like, well, what about how Israel is basically persecuting these Eastern Orthodox Christians in the
Yeah,
West Bank?
because I went up there because I know the
Yeah, I've
majority of
heard
people
about
that are
that.
gonna watch. Yeah, I know the majority of people that are gonna watch him are gonna be like Protestant Christians and stuff like that. So it's real easy for them to be kind of ideologically captured by hosts like him to have like hundreds of viewers. Right, he had like 600 viewers when I went in there, and they're only going after Muslims. And it's not like I'm sitting here saying that that's obviously like okay or whatever or justified. But I was thinking about, okay, who's his audience? His audience are going to be Christians, so I need to go up and say something that's going to speak to them, right? And so
Yeah,
I went
no,
up there and I
absolutely.
was showing how Eastern Orthodox Christians are prevented from being able to practice their sacred rite, go into the tomb of the sacred fire or the holy fire in the West Bank for Easter or Pascha. And when I went up there and brought it up, He started crashing out, was trying to blame it on Muslims. He said that Palestinian children were found with boom boom strapped to their chest, which is why
Children?
they struck. Yeah, which is why they gave the restrictions. I said, oh, okay, cool. Could you give me a source? He said Al Jazeera. I said, what's the name of the article? He said, oh, so you're only going to take Al Jazeera because you want confirmation bias?
No.
Get out of here. You're a fucking punk. Blah 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 blah. And then fucking dropped me off the panel and then brought up
Bro,
Hebrew Hammer.
I said to Sports Mom, the first people who were ethnically cleansed from Jerusalem were the Christian Palestinians.
Yep.
And that's
I
just
also
an
went up there and addressed that too, because I'm sorry, this guy Sad Leprechaun went up there and was like, "Oh, the Christian population in Palestine is da 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 da," and I said, and I went up there, I said, "Yeah,
why?
I said, you know why, right?" And then he goes, I was like, "From what years are you looking at?" And he's like, "Oh, from the 1920s to now." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. What happened in 1947 and 1948? Could you
Yeah.
possibly enlighten people about that?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "The dispossession and ethnic cleansing of 700,000 plus Palestinians. Majority of them were Christians. Like, what are we talking about?
Didn't
That's
they
why the
have
majority of the
Relax.
diaspora is Christian."
But they
quite
have
a bit
this
of holy
weird
sites, right?
hmm
they think like they think in their heads that Christian Palestinians and Muslim Palestinians are at odds, and it's the weirdest thing ever. They don't realize that that's just an American thing. Everybody in the Middle East does not want Israelis there. Christian, Muslim, fuck, agnostic, atheist, doesn't matter. Hell, Arabs and Iranians don't even get along 90% of the time, but that's the one thing they're rooting for them on right now. Like,
hmm
yeah, it's weird. They have this American perspective because they're so Zio-pilled.
Well, the only argument that I've ever made for continuing support of Israel, in the sense of still standing true to agreements being made, was from the from monetary theory perspective on the possible impact that it could have on the U.S. dollar and and proxy all other fiat currencies. But the ironic thing is the escalation in Iran actually paved a pathway for us to be able to sever ties with Israel and sever ties on those agreements.
And the craziest thing is, I think, like, Israel, in a weird way, because they have control of America, are getting rid of every single possible off-ramp for America to end this war. And so it's just like, yeah, goodbye. They are actively destroying us. Yeah, I don't
Yep.
care,
All right,
honestly.
listen. If I talk about Israel, I'm gonna be up for the next hour, so I do gotta hop down.
No,
I
you're good. Good
appreciate you
night.
all. Y'all have a good night. God bless.
Take care.
Good night,
Yo.
Mikey.
Yeah, Mikey.
Pleasure meeting you.
I'm about to go read some more Marx now. Catch up on all my after that. Damn.
No, I actually, honestly, Bax, I think I need to see you run that fade with Sports Mom
On
I think that's an easy
geopolitics.
win. I'm
on
sorry.
geopolitics.
I'm still for the curve shit. I think that's an easy win. I don't know how some of these situations have become what they are.
You're still for what?
The curve, the MAGA curve. I've been saying this shit for a while. That MAGA is graded on the curve, and that's how we found them in the tiers that they're in.
We need to not put them on a curve. We need to put them in an asylum.
I think that's
I'm not
not
gonna
fair.
lie,
But
I
And
had
then a
no
labor
feelings.
camp.
I had no bad feelings about moving to A at all until he went it back up to S, and then I was like, okay, stop.
no, honestly, Bex, with all due respect, and this is no disrespect to Sports Mom, because amongst MAGA, I think she is a better debater. That's an easy win. Especially if you're
Wait, but
saying
Shawnee, that's
MAGA
such
versus
a
Biden or any of that shit. It's an easy win.
wait, but Shawnee, if you say against other MAGA, then I don't think that's necessarily fair. I think that you would have to put her up against other conservatives who are non-MAGA. And can she hold up? No.
Yeah,
I
that I
think
agree. Yeah.
I think she would have a hard time with anybody in the S tier, and I think she would have a hard time with most people in the A tier. Honestly,
Is
Even the
Marnie
B
still
tier.
on the app?
who?
Marnie?
Moon Boost, where did you even pull that name from? Listen, Bex,
Isn't that the girl
I
from
think
Halloween Town?
No,
it's
maybe.
I think it's
But
really
it's a different
exciting.
one.
I think
The
it's really exciting for you to be. I'm sorry, Moon Boots. I think it's really exciting for you to have the chance to debate your way back into the S tier. And I thought that was really cool when you fucking said that shit. Just want to
Me
put that out
too.
there.
And then she started
Sports Mom is
swinging.
not the person I think you should start that with, though.
I definitely am going to hit a Rocky style training montage to sharpen my skills to be able to get back, not get back in, but get in that S tier. I think I should earn it.
You just have to be here more often because you every time. Lil Moon Boots, other than the last time we talked, I have not seen you in like 3 fucking months, and you've been on.
I've had a lot
Messy
of
Talk every time I see you.
Shawnee, why are
Listen,
you
okay,
calling it
first of all,
messy
the
talk? We have
think
spirited
tank is
debates on
not-
whether or not people are whores.
Listen,
Uh,
that's
think
wherever
tank
I see
is
him.
not
If
messy talk,
motherfuckers
right?
doxing motherfuckers.
So
I'm
that's like
God.
the
Where they are.
I have not actually doxed anyone.
You gotta
Not
meet
you,
them where they
but
are.
you like
Oh.
seeing people dox other people. That's what it seems like.
No, Shawnee, no. He likes. Well, first of all, I mostly see Moon Boots in like actually normal conversations over there, and most of the time he just like kind of tisms out, and he just starts like
Yeah, I
going on a
infoed up.
tangent.
Anytime I see you and Andy in the same room, and I see sirens pop into the same room, I don't give a fuck. That's messy talk, in my opinion. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I haven't gotten that correct. But from where I'm standing, that's messy talk.
Nah. But if you see me on the think tank, that's where we're having the real discussions. Like,
That's
what
where
is the
mostly
best
Oh my god,
sandwich?
Moon, yeah. That's like
What-
a ridiculousness spin-off
Fuck.
of Messy Talk. That's not serious
Wait,
at all.
no.
What, you don't think it's serious where the best place to piss in the world is? That's
No.
so serious.
Wait, I think I've seen Moon have like serious conversations there. I don't think he's like messy.
No,
Yeah.
it's not
No, I'm not
messy.
saying
It's just
he's
like a
messy.
ridiculous spin-off of like just where it's just like that, you know what that it's like very chill, ridiculous, like turn off your brain and like but there is good conversations that happen there sometimes, but a lot of the time it's just
Well, yesterday we had a whole really deep conversation about coping with loss. So, like,
Yeah.
we do have really serious conversations from time to time, but for the most part, we are like actively having ridiculous conversations, like
listen.
going at each other's throats over ranch or blue cheese on your wings. You know,
I've
and
had,
hitting
like, really nice
it with the
conversations
same
with them.
kind of like energy that we would bring to a Palestine debate. You know,
Can we agree that it is not like true debate TikTok?
yeah.
It's not
Okay.
debate TikTok, but it's definitely not
yeah,
messy
it's not
talk
debate.
there.
It's not debate tech. It's like a spin-off. You know what I mean? It's like and this happens in other communities. Usually anytime I've been on social media, what happens is like you have like the main core group and then you'll have a spin-off of like it's obvious like normally it's backwards. Normally politics is a spin-off. But because this is politics, it kind of spun off to messy. That spun off to like other areas. Like it all works together in a weird way. Characters cross over. Some characters absolutely do not cross over. You know what I mean?
Sid, you know me, Bex. You'll never see me in the messy line.
I know you
But-
never. I know.
So the
But
think
hold on one
tank is
second.
more
Can
of a
I
space
highlight
for
something?
the trolls in messy talk.
Yeah, I would agree
So-
with that. Shawnee,
so
I could
Bex-
see you being there.
No, I
You'd have a
run
good
from that shit
time.
like the plague. I run from that shit like the
No,
plague.
Shawnee has
you-
dropped lives over mess coming in. Shawnee does not do mess.
Mm-mm.
Shawnee,
And and
you
real
don't like
quick,
reality television?
listen, I'll watch Love is Blind. Listen, I'll watch that for the first 3 seasons, but after season 10, I'm out of it. You get what I'm saying? But I will say this though, Bex. Kayak tried to come up on a live the other day and say that he didn't argue against the Fifth Amendment being for immigrants.